2, 3, 4. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS. It's the 18 of my business. Cause I was out of the house doing stuff. Smoking the Wi-Fi beverages. And I guess that's the way it goes. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS. Got no money, smoking crack, saving up for the Betamax. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS.
Hello.
We're on?
We're on.
Greetings! Hi!
Hello.
Welcome to Obscure Tape Time, where we find videos and watch them, and then get banned on YouTube.
Twice in
a row! Oh, and it was because of that frickin' bread video! We barely played it. It's some sort of unknown thing. I found this very interesting with UK videos. Like, they don't want anyone else in the world to know they exist. Like, if you ever find YouTube
if I
videos
made bread, I'd be pretty embarrassed about it.
Did you watch it?
Nope.
I found that watching UK stuff, like, that's the main thing that gets blocked. Like, you can't watch this because you're not in this country or whatever. Like, UK just don't want anyone else to know they exist.
Oh yeah, no, it was just blocked everywhere though.
Yeah.
They've been just taken down.
But, like, I watch UK TV shows, and I try to watch them on YouTube because they just put them up on YouTube. But we're not allowed to watch it in Australia. We have to VPN it just to watch it. It's ridiculous. UK is just xenophobic that way. But yeah, it was like this. Now this is a weird thing about copyright, where it's like it was what, half a minute of our 3-hour video, and apparently that means that it's too much bread.
Too much bread.
How gluten intolerant are these people?
It must be a lot. It must be pretty dangerous.
So we're gonna have to edit that little bit out and just re-up it without the
We're
bread.
going to download all the episodes and back them up properly.
Sounds good. We can start up
I
with
need a new
Beamer
hard drive
account.
first.
Don't we? We missed out on Black Friday.
I can't afford Black Friday. Are you
Just
kidding
buy Black Friday.
me? Missed out on it.
Yes.
I need to have money to take part.
Yeah, we got some Pirate Light beer though, because we're not going to do today's episode sober. Not in the slightest. I deliberately bought us more beer than usual. So what have you been up to last week?
Well, other than watching Gabby Hayes and setting up Christmassy stuff, because it's
Missed out
December
on
now.
that. God damn your Tuesday morning stuff. You know I go out on Tuesday mornings. You don't have to.
Everyone complains about every day I do anything.
Yeah, I know. Hey, you don't need me there. It's fine. I mean, I'd probably be too busy to watch 100% anyway. I'm an absolute jerk when it comes to Christmas. I've done it to myself, but...
Yeah.
Ooh. That's sour. Not even meant to be. I like it, though. Gabby Hayes. So aside from Gabby Hayes and setting up the Christmas lights, did you say?
Yeah, not much.
Not much. I made a lasagna.
Yeah, I haven't eaten it yet.
Why not?
It's lunch.
It's lunch? Don't give it to Tori.
It's too spicy.
Oh
boy.
Way too spicy. I've got some of the meat left over at home. I'm going to mix some cheese with it because... Oh, it's spicy. But I've got some wonton pastry, like pasta thingies. I'm going to make little mini lasagnas made to look like wontons. But it was really nice. I had some. It was good. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Lunch after this video. There's one video that we're watching.
Yeah, we've got
trying to
one
stall because...
whole video today.
Is there anyone coming? Actually, it's not one. Should we just transition?
Let's go.
Righto. So the video that we're doing today, it's just a bit of paper that says stamps on it, basically. And so my family which I have all the videos of, my family's video collecting days, they were big on pirating. They used to rent videos and copy them and photocopy the covers and then trade them amongst themselves. And my aunts were big on stamping. So, hey, this is the Christmas tie-in as well, because my aunts used to make me stamped, raised Christmas cards, like actual handmade Christmas cards, using the techniques they got off these videos. So that's my tie-in. This is my kind of like childhood Christmas.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to see some techniques you might recognize.
Yeah, some techniques I definitely will recognize, like embossing and stuff, which is when you make the ink kind of puff up with dust. It's weird. Anyway, this is meant to be 4 different takes on this tape. It's going to take us 2 hours 50 to get through the whole thing. But I backed it up before I brought it over, and here's the thing. I couldn't tell the difference between the videos. So when I did
just kind of transition into each other.
So I did a whole bunch of research. So who is on this video? This is by the company called Stampendous. Yeah, what I think it's called.
Stamptastic and Stampendous.
Yeah, use the stamp thing. So that company is headed by Fran Seaford. She's the CEO and developer and owner for like the last 35 years. She's the most excitingly boring person I've ever researched, because she is on the tape. There's 2 people on this tape. Much like the microwave video that we did the other week. It's somebody who owns the company.
Yeah.
And then a presenter to help them actually do it properly. Which I think is... They have to be like one of the best videos to like sit and get bored watching, because... Yeah, she's got no reason to be on a tape. But, yeah, excitingly boring, because 35 years ago she bought some stamps. And she liked them. They were custom homemade ones. She's like, these should be a big business of custom homemade, like good quality stamps. So she not only started selling them and stuff like that.
So your stream's not live anymore.
It's not live?
No, you cut out at 8 minutes. Puppies, come here.
We died?
We lose internet?
I don't know. I was outside playing with the dogs and I came in and it wasn't live.
No, it says we're live here.
It's not coming up. And Prue said she can't see it either. Chester, off!
Okay, we got some technical issues. Lick him up.
Interesting. Am I banned, maybe?
But we haven't played it yet.
Maybe I got banned yesterday.
From Gabby Hayes? From Bread?
No, you're right. It does say we're offline now.
Why is that?
Oh no, it says we're live.
Now we live.
What's going on here?
Stream is not showing up.
Show me an ad here, so it's possibly hosting somebody. No, that's us.
Is it us right now, though?
Yeah.
I just said that.
Something's going wrong here.
Okay.
I think it keeps cutting in and out.
Oh. Is that just bad internet, or...?
Nope.
No, it's something to do with
Internet's
Twitch.
fine. Let me just run a speed test, I suppose. Yeah, Twitch might be down.
Oh, no. Don't interrupt my spiels. That's okay. We'll figure it out.
Twitch is wilding right now. Twitch is broken.
Twitch is broken? Should we wait? Give it 5 minutes, sit and have a drink. Go on to our second drink and then do the intro.
We'll see.
Until
we'll see
it kind of settles.
Because
our chat will tell us when it's
it
fixed,
might
right?
be hours. No.
No?
We won't know till it's fixed. Till we try.
But we are still like on and off live?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Oh. Oh man.
Well, that fucking sucks.
I just wanted to watch some stamping so I can get some knowledge to make some Christmas cards for Christmas. We need the holidays. All the horror days. Twitchy technical issues. Yeah. Do you have ads queued up nicely? You can just put on while we wait? No? Aww.
Not that it really matters.
I know, but it'd just be a little bit of fun of that cutting in and out instead of a blue screen cutting in and out. Yeah. Gimme.
For long you're not. Someone streamed Fortnite and broke it. Oh, because there's a new Fortnite thing out.
Oh, for
Fortnite has killed Obscure Take Time.
I just want to watch some videos. Damn kids with their free-to-play epic games. Jerks.
So it's Fortnite issue. Who knows how long this is going to take? Unless they ban the fucking game.
How are we gonna know?
We're not.
Oh man. I just want to sit around and watch a video.
Is it even on the goddamn list, or is it like crashed up a bit? Or maybe it doesn't appear for me because I purposely ignore it all the time.
But yeah, Battlegrounds is up.
Yeah, but they haven't got a new season apparently launching.
Oh.
Killed by Fortnite. What are the odds?
Pretty high?
Couldn't have launched anything tomorrow.
Technically, they launched it yesterday.
Did they?
Oh, I'm just assuming because we live in the future. Or maybe they did launch it tomorrow. And because we're Australian, we live in the future.
Yeah, we live in the future. Not the futurist future that you can live in, though.
I mean,
There are countries that are ahead of us.
there are countries that got COVID vaccines, but we don't need it because we've gone like nearly a month without a real case.
I still want it.
I know I still want it, but we have to import it from the countries that do have COVID.
Ken
So
still
it's like
has...
the COVID vaccine is covered in COVID germs. We have to like hurry up and inject it before we get the disease.
Bugger.
Yeah. I was watching UK TV yesterday, and they're having Christmas. They've just opened up for Christmas, saying you can go to Christmas. But the thing is, they're still getting cases and stuff. Like, and I was sitting there going, we can have Christmas, but that's because we've got no cases. Like, we've basically eradicated it. Hopefully, good enough at the moment that we can kind of contain it whenever.
What
it does
gets me
break out.
is
But then
when they announced the
they're
strict
just like,
lockdown
no.
here, people were like, those goals are unreasonable. The idea of opening up in January is just like, it's not going to happen. We're
And
not going to
here
get
we
rid of
are.
COVID. And we got rid of it in November, like
Yeah.
2 months early, you morons.
Yeah, how
And
good's
now they're
that?
all like, yeah, but you're a dictator and like everything sucks and you're wrong. It's like,
Well,
well,
not
no,
only-
clearly he wasn't wrong because now we don't have it.
Yeah, and Daniel Andrews is like, you can get on the beers, you can have a fucking donut, and hey, you know what? I had a live Zoom meeting with Santa Claus, and I'm like, you know what? As long as you wash your hands first, you can go into all the houses in Geelong.
He's great.
He is pretty cool. I didn't vote for him, did I? I think I might have.
I definitely voted for him.
I didn't know he was an option. I probably did if he's...
48.1k,
I just don't-
37.5k, 25k,
Oh.
18.1, 17.5, 11.1,
Oh man,
10.9,
obscure take
9.9,
time, episode
6.9.
something point
Hundreds
B.
of thousands of
We just
people are
watched
currently on Twitch.
People watching Fortnite.
422,000 people are currently trying to watch Fortnite.
Just want to watch some stamps. I mean, Poots was looking forward to this. I've been playing it up. I
Poor
even
old
posted
Poots might have to wait a
delicious
week.
Santa milfs in the VHS section. That means that if we have to wait a week, that means that's going to push back our commercials Christmas special and our Christmas home video special. I don't know. Let's see. 9.
We have 3 weeks.
Oh, that's all right. No, because the 23rd will be home movies. One
Home
of those
movies.
is going to be the commercials, and we've got another week. It's fine. No, we're fine. We don't have to do it today.
We can just sit down and have a beer.
Or 6.
Need to get mushroom stamped. Wait, are we actually Is that working this time? I mean, it's like 20 minutes of this.
Should we... Are we okay to like try and push through the Fortnite shit when it keeps cutting in and out?
No.
And just tell
I don't know
everyone
if it's still
else
cutting in and out.
to refresh their browser every
Is the
time it
thing.
happens?
I don't actually know if we're still... If anything's working.
Come on, Twitch has got enough money behind them by now that
I
they
know,
can just
fix this.
buy a couple more servers when Fortnite releases
Just
a new server.
rent a few just for Fortnite.
Yeah. Can we have Can Twitch do a spin-off series where they just do like Fortnite, PUBG, Minecraft, like the popular shit, and leave all the speed runners and the just chattings and
That's the people
exercise
who
people,
you know,
to
don't have any success.
yeah.
Give us a platform that won't fuck up just because, like, 40,000...
I mean, they
400,000
tried
people are on
to
it.
with Mixer, but then that just got
No, that wasn't
transferred
Twitch,
to well, no, I'm not
Facebook.
saying that the Twitch tried. I'm saying somebody tried with Mixer, and it got transferred to Facebook.
It's like Microsoft, I think.
Microsoft,
Hmm.
they're in dealios with Facebook, or do they just sell it
I
to
think
Facebook?
it's a deal.
Oh. I don't know.
Well, let's open up a new private window again and let's see
Oh well.
how it's going. What up, Mess Man, if you're here?
We should just put something in the VHS player anyway that doesn't matter. Do we have anything that's like doesn't matter? I think everything that doesn't matter will be.
Oh, well, James is here.
Hey!
We're just chilling here for a bit because
Twitch is overrun by Fortniters and making.
there's a lot of
everything
10-year-olds watching Twitch right now.
broken.
A lot of weenie kids need their Fortnite fix, so
They're watching the boob jiggle mechanics, right? That's what it is.
can't believe they got in trouble.
Talking
for
about Fortnite, actually, the girl the presenter lady that's on this video, I haven't talked about what she does now, but I was watching her flossing the other day. And I mean the other day as in she only did it the other day with a kid and somebody else. Oh, she's still going. She's actually won Emmys and awards for the presenting that she does. But she was flossing. I'm like,
that means it's partially her fault.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I should have recorded that video onto my phone tape and put that in to say, hey, look, she's flossing, and then we could have had a Fortnite tie-in. But
So far, so good. Man, but the intro is probably cut out. Hang on.
you can rewind?
Nope.
Oh. No rewinding live
Well,
stuff.
I mean, I suppose we could just redo the goddamn intro, but
No, I mean, like, for you to see what hasn't dropped
oh
out.
yeah, I can. Okay, so how many different VODs do we have here? Oh no, it says we've been live for 22 minutes.
I think it's got one of those things where if it cuts out, it'll just pause it for a second. So you might be watching and it'll have a couple of like jumps.
It might not even do that. It might literally just be us sitting here
That's fine.
complaining about how Fortnite is stupid.
And broken. Huh? That's us. Oh boy.
Yeah, I think it's working.
Working?
It's actually recording the whole thing. So let's get started on the episode.
You want to get started on the proper
Yeah, let's
episode?
get
Do you
the
want
tape.
to do the song again, or
Nope.
no? You just want to get to the tape? Okay.
You
So,
missed the intro, but you would have missed the start of the tape
just
too.
play it, man.
But for
1, 2, 3, 4. We can leave the mic on and we can comment over the intro.
Okay.
Come on, do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
because
that's
I love
my
it.
hand. That's my hand again.
Oh, we're gonna.
And that's my TV.
Oh, we're gonna do this.
And
Is
my
the.
PCR. We can't hear the song.
Oh yeah, I don't have my headphones on, and you don't have it playing through the headphones. I never have my headphones on until we start playing the tape because I don't need them on. You need to because you need to monitor. But there's that guy who we're gonna go do some meditation with soon.
Yeah.
Because lockdown's over. I need to start as soon as Christmas is over. I'm gonna start contacting everyone again about BHS. On a BHS. Start contacting everyone about catching up. We'll go do the bouncing ball thing. We'll go have a historical tour near Chris's house. We'll get some meditation done. I'll re-talk to Trampoline Girl because we didn't talk to her that one time.
Yeah, true. I feel bad about that still.
Yeah. I hope she's not angry. I don't think she will be.
Probably forgotten all about it by now.
Yeah. I'll just make sure to make that I'm recording when I do ring her up. So if she is angry...
Oh look, we're apparently live again.
Yay! We're doing it! We're doing it!
If this cuts out at any point, just type in chat that we're not live anymore. Just let
Yeah,
us
we need to know because...
We don't need to know, but I would like to know.
I would like to know. Are we going to watch the parachute thing for Christmas?
We want. I don't give a shit.
We'll see how long the Cyberzone videos for. We've got like freaking 10 of them, for Christ's sake. I keep buying them on eBay.
They're
I want to set
probably
up an
quite
eBay
short,
order.
so
For 5 minutes.
yeah. So it's probably going to be a short episode unless we can think of things to fill it with.
No, absolutely not. I've got plenty to fill with. I've got so many home tapes. And, oh, I didn't put that on silent.
Oh wow! Welcome to Obscure Tape Time.
Yeah, we're actually doing it.
We've banned it already. Put the tape in.
No, I can't put the tape in, so we're going to talk about the tape.
You already did!
They weren't here, so the tape is from my family.
You've already talked about it, so put it in
pirated
and we'll like... Because otherwise we're running super late because of Fortnite.
It's only 7 minutes late to what we usually do. We went early and then went late.
Yeah, but this is a tape that goes for our normal runtime.
That's right,
Just
it
the
is.
tape.
Yes, okay, so, yeah, you can press play, that's fine. But basically, this is 4 different stamping videos on one tape that my family pirated because they were into stamping. They used to make me Christmas cards with it. So, the 2 people that are on it are Fran Seaford, who's the CEO and owner of Stampendous. For 35 years, she bought a bunch of random custom stamps and said, hey, I want to like sell these, and they're still going today. You can look them up; they're still selling stamps.
Cool.
And lots of
Maybe we
glittery
should buy
stuff.
some.
Yeah, we probably should. And the other person who's on the tape is Terry Olouette. And
Olouette.
she is a MILF.
Hello everyone.
100%.
I'm Terry Olet.
There she is. I'm her friend on Facebook.
Aw.
I was chatting with her, and I sent her a picture of the actual cover because I found that, and she's like, "That's a blast from the past." I sent her a couple of messages. I could probably get a Zoom interview with her eventually, but for now, I just talked to her for a little bit. But she started off as a newscaster. She used to tell the news and stuff, like one of those, probably the fluff stories sort of thing, like puppy dogs and dancing or whatever. But she's actually won 2 Emmy Awards for her TV personality presenting. She's done all sorts of things, but now that she's old, she's gone back to what she started with this stamp video. This isn't just because she was hired. She's actually a craft enthusiast. She has a website called Super Simple with Terry O. I linked it in our Discord, and basically she just blogs about crafts that you can do at home, whether it's cooking, exercise, making cards, all this sort of stuff. Look at all those cards.
It's so beautiful.
So beautiful.
Wouldn't you like to learn how to stamp like that? Well, you can. We're going to show you some wonderful ideas.
So,
and
I've noticed something,
techniques,
and
then turn you loose
a lot
with
of
your
men
imagination.
get more attractive
But
as they
first, I'd
age.
like to
Like, they're
introduce
more
my
attractive when they're
friend
older than they are when
Fran
they're
has
younger.
been
What do you mean by that?
over
Like,
12
what age are we
years.
talking? Between like...
Ooh, I don't know,
Inspiration behind fun
between
stamps
30 and
or
40, a lot of
No,
men.
I agree with that. I think that a lot of like 20-year-olds look like rats.
Yep, absolutely. And women are a lot of the time, at least in my opinion, the other way around.
No, I don't agree with that necessarily.
Not necessarily, that's what I'm saying.
I think it's...
She, Terry, I think she's hotter now than she was when she was in this stamping video. Not her, not Fran.
So that I could design
Although even Fran, it's just
and
bad 80s, I
instead of
suppose.
selling that many of the artwork for the cards,
We are still live, right?
I hope so.
And decided I'd just teach people how to make their own cards.
Well, that sounds great. Boy, this has developed
Are we?
into quite a business
Miss
for
Man?
you.
It really has. It's
James.
gone far beyond
Hey,
anything
thank
I
you.
ever imagined.
Nice.
And
It's
still very
working!
rewarding.
It's
It looks
working!
like you really enjoy it.
I do.
Well, okay,
That's the fun
stop
part.
worrying about that and start paying attention.
Hopefully Poots gets to watch some stamping.
I mean, we're going to be watching stamping for the next 3 hours, so yeah, as I was saying, this is 4 different videos that's been split up, but the whole time they're sitting at the same table with the same clothes on. They filmed all 4 videos in one shot, so when they're edited
easy.
together, it seems like one video.
They probably only got paid for one
Most of the
video.
stamps that I used on that one are all in the
I
one
should ask her
set.
about that.
And they all work together, and you can use them in a lot of different ways. I've got one of the sets open over here, and I'll show you how they
So when
look
you think about
inside. They're
stamping,
called
what do you do with a
break-apart
stamp?
Because you get
You
the whole
stamp it.
set
You go like this
as if it were
into the ink,
one big
and then you
block,
go like this
but they pull
onto the
apart.
paper.
Depends on the
And
stamp.
There's also
I was
a whole
watching
set of stickers
a little bit
that
while it
are
was backing
applied
up,
to the back.
and they
The
had
dent
coloured
stone
pen,
creates its
coloured
own
text is
handle.
now colouring in the little bits of the stamp.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is
And it's
really
that,
neat.
what
else
you
is
know
on
about
it?
this?
Yeah, I knew about that.
Oh, wow.
I did that in primary school.
Pete's a crafty
And
fucker.
It has tips about putting the
I didn't
stickers
invent
on,
it.
how to
My
get a
friends were the
impression,
first ones
how
to
take
do it, and I was
care of
like, that's
it.
cool,
And
and I was
just
really
putting
bad
it all
at
in
it.
color
Yeah,
was
but I've
really
never
fun.
bothered to even learn. Like, as I said, my aunts did this all the time. I had no idea. I'm looking at it
Ways
going,
to combine the same images.
Oh, I can imagine
been
all
to
the
the
different
stamp
kinds
shop.
of things I could do with that. Is this difficult to buy
Yeah.
stamps?
I need to get a hold of one of your records.
you don't have a caution repetitive?
I don't.
You have any left over under your bed, James?
Well,
I'll
it's
quite
really
happily
quite a
pay
bit.
you
Get quite a lot
an
of stamps in a
inflated
package
price
like
for
that.
them.
How many are in there?
This
I've
set,
got
I
one,
think,
though.
has
I was gonna take
about
it to
17 in
record
and
night
you
at,
get the whole set
Valhalla.
for what you might pay for one or two of a different style of stamp.
We
These
bite.
top quality stamps are a lot more durable than the ones in the sets. And if you take a close look at them, you can see how
Yeah,
the
'cause
wood
they got
handle
wood.
gives you a lot better grip. And
Ah.
the design
I'd like her
Perfect
to-
for children.
I'd like her to deal with my wood
No,
handle.
they're
which will
gone!
give you a nice impression.
That's
I've
fine.
seen a lot of
All of
different
them? Maybe we
types
can
of
talk to
stamps,
some of
red
those
rubber
kids
and
in
some gray
Germany
rubber.
who
What is
bought
the
them all up.
difference between them?
Because that's where he did
The
most
gray
of these
rubber
selling.
Yeah, I
is the
remember
top
that.
quality one. I prefer it mostly because of the new.
I still have one.
when
And I know you've still got at least one.
Jesus.
The gray rubber is
On
very
your
absorbent
wall.
and it's easy to work with.
$100.
Oh, I see. Next,
Did he do
let's
a French
consider
wrap over the
variety
top?
of ways we can ink our stamps.
I might just drink until I pass
Frank,
out.
where
That's
do we
fine.
begin?
Yeah, bring
Stamp
over
pads
more
are
than one
the
can.
easiest and the most familiar.
The other
Used to
pack
be
is a
such
higher
few
percentage if
colors
you
to
want to get
choose
those.
from, and now the range
There's 6
is
instead of 4.
wonderful. And
That'll be for
I'll
when
start
we
here
are
with,
really done. That's when we're just. Ugh.
some of the rose
Yeah.
stamps that we were looking at.
I mean,
earlier.
as I said, this is 2 hours and they're
Press
sitting
it
in
on
the
the
exact
pad
same
a couple of
positions.
times.
Same
3 hours, you
clothes.
said.
Make sure you're
Yeah,
getting a nice
what did I say?
You said 2.
ink on there.
2 hours,
So you get a
45
nice
something.
impression.
Yeah, it's closer to
That's
3.
beautiful,
Yeah.
so crisp and clear.
Yay!
Get more.
Yeah, and I'll just keep
Well, we
adding
still
different
have the
colors.
beer
You
can as
mean
well.
from across the road? Oh, you haven't drank all the beer
Now on
can.
burgundy
I would have thought you
pad.
would have drank all the beer
No, I
can.
thought it was for this, so I.
Oh,
Watch it.
well, thank you. but
Could
no.
you bring us in the
Adding all
what's
of
left of
the
this should be the 4-pack or the 2-pack left of the Pirate Life?
Yeah, Pirate Life is nice. We'll just keep drinking that until we go for a new one.
You can make as many impressions
If you wouldn't
as
mind,
want.
Tori. That would be nice.
You can even go off the paper.
She
if you
stamped
want.
them.
That's okay to do.
No, the table!
Oh.
Clean it before it
Now,
stains!
this stamp has more of a
Sam made
shape to it.
her
This
mum
one was
a
more
birthday
of an
cake,
outline
and she
design.
decided to make the
You'll
icing
see how we
purple,
get
so
a
she
different
mixed red and
look
blue
from
together.
this
But she put too much
try
of
another
both colours,
color.
and she got
And
some
on
of
this
that
one again,
icing
I'll start-
on
I'm gonna start with my
the
lighter color,
marble
and I don't
top,
really need to even clean
and it
the
stained the
stamps off
marble
and
top.
clean
It's done.
as
You
much.
can't get that off.
And on the
Whoops.
solid area ones, you want to make sure you're getting.
Thank
enough
you.
cover.
Oh, nope.
So this is still a little bit sketchy.
Bye, puppies.
That one would use up a lot more ink than the other one, wouldn't it?
It does, but it gives you a nice
Oh,
impression.
yeah, that's
Whoa!
stamps.
Look at that
Look how
colour.
bright it is. Oh man, look how saturated it looks on the...
Oh no! Your VCR, man,
Bold
it's so
coloring is a lot
oversaturated
more
compared to
fun.
mine. Mine does it at
Then
a
I have
lower
a separate
saturation. I don't know
one
why.
stamp.
It's just one of those things. Different VCR.
Maybe there's some
brands.
settings I can play with.
On the actual VCR.
Maybe that's a fun
randomly,
segment to do
wherever
right
you
here.
feel like they,
Yeah, this way
While
you're-
it's
you're-
playing,
While it's
press the
playing, of
settings
course.
button.
I like that.
Won't that come through on your backup though?
Yeah, it would.
I've already got it backed up. It's fine.
Helps to have a piece of paper under there to do
My video actually goes for 3 and a bit hours because I fell asleep.
You usually make a more interesting.
Okay,
pattern
nope.
that way.
That's a
But
whole
you can
menu.
see how it's unusual, maybe that other color, but it adds to the whole picture of it. And this is
I think the
all-
output's coming to the TV, so it could be a TV issue
that
as
just
well.
took you just
Okay.
a few seconds to do.
In fact,
Now,
it
what
probably
about
is now that I
some
think
of the
about it.
rainbow pads?
It's probably optimized for
A couple different colors.
when I was
on
hosting
one
tournaments and
ink
stuff.
pad, which I think is really neat. How do they work?
Yeah, it makes it a quick way to get several colors, and I'll open.
I
some
liked
of
having
these.
lots of
This one
saturation and
is the
contrasts and
electric
stuff when I was playing
pad, and
Melee.
We've got the pink and purple and turquoise.
I like it that the
Fun
presenter
colours.
lady,
Yeah.
who taught
And this one with
Terry,
the primary colors, you can
she
see
sounds
that
like
it's
she's
all three
reading,
in the one pad.
like off a
And those
script and not
dividers that are in
actually
there to
interested.
start with
But
can be
it
pulled
turns out when she's older,
and
she
begin
is
stamping.
interested.
And the colors that blend a little
Look
bit
at that
and
shit, I
it's
want
It's a
those.
magical rainbow sponge. We'll
This
see
one
that
I
next
think
craft
it's some orange
episode.
and green.
Some magical
okay.
rainbow
Yeah.
sponge stuff.
And
But yeah,
try
that is
something
cool.
with, this one here.
Those stamps look
Okay.
I pulled the
fun.
little dividers out.
I'm still
of it.
upset I couldn't get a hold of that,
And here's a large
what was it, that video
stamp
that I sent you the
image,
link
and you'll
to.
be able to get the
Other
wide
the image
spectrum
of the guy
it.
talking about. He wanted to trade something for it.
Oh,
You're gonna
you didn't
use all
get
three
that?
colors at the same
I can message the guy
time.
again, but I don't think he's gonna.
Well, yeah, similarly, the taxidermy video was sold on eBay by the time I had money to buy it.
Yeah.
Apparently people still buy up VHS. What's up with that?
Because there's other collectors out there. It's not just
Did I
you and
tell you
I.
I went and visited the lady with the dancing videos again?
Oh, no, you didn't say you went back to her, no.
Yeah, I got some new videos from her.
Oh.
Yeah, well, she
And
posted to me all the videos in her collection. It was like John Farnham in concert and all this shit. And I'm like, I don't want those things. But then I found her post of it on Gumtree again. And I did, and it was all home videos.
Oh.
So they might have ads and shit on them.
Yeah.
And I just, and she said she wanted $30 for the lot, and she was going to sell them to me for like $2 or $3 each because I wanted a couple of the exercise videos.
Yeah.
And I just gave her an offer for $15 for the lot, and she's like, "Yeah, go on." And I turned up, I'm like, "Oh, it's you again! I'm here again!" So now I've got a whole more bigger pile of her videos.
Oh, well, that's exciting. Now you have something.
Which
else
our first
that I
ad
find
segment that we ever
really
did was from
interesting.
one of her videos.
Color cubes.
Yeah,
How
they-
do these work?
I wonder
Yeah,
if
the
they're all
color
like
cubes
from the same time period or whether they're like from all over.
Than an ink. And
I want more
thicker,
like,
and they're
I know it's going to
more
be impossible to
color.
find, but I want more like
And they're
80s
working a little
ads.
bit
Or
different way.
70s.
I'm gonna show you-
I don't think there would be much in the way of 70s.
I feel like
'cause
whatever
home
ads that you've
recordings
got from
probably
your
more.
80s video were ads from the 70s that played in the 80s.
Some of them, they're late 80s ads though.
Are they?
Yeah.
They
I'm gonna
just
take one of
feel
the large
older.
We worked it out
strips
that
here.
it was, I
The
think,
lady
either
decided to
87,
show how,
88 or
even though
89.
they're real
It feels
little
older.
pads, so to speak, you can use them on
That's
a
only
large
because we've come
image.
so far
And
since
the
then though.
unique thing about them as well is that the foam area
Free to air
is
changed a
raised,
lot in the 90s.
and I can take it to the stamp this way.
No, you're just kind of
So-
doing it in the opposite.
She's stamping the
You're
stamp.
applying the ink
It's
now
genius.
to the
Right.
stamp.
Right. So
She's
I can
gonna
put
create a black
one
hole.
over here on the star, and maybe I'll do one of the other letters up here in yellow.
You can see how vibrant these
Alright, you know what I'm
colors
gonna
are,
do?
too, right away.
While this is
What?
happening, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go find that guy before I
Now,
forget.
okay
It's
if you
10
do
minutes
your-
in and you're already bored of stamps.
Oh yeah.
We
Yeah, it
got
really
hours
doesn't
to
turn
go.
anything, and the colors will blend and mix together a certain amount. Just kinda
Right,
like getting
I'm trying to pay
peanut butter
attention.
in your chocolate or something.
Oh, I'm paying attention.
Most people
What?
don't mind.
I'm just scrolling through as
That's the
well.
whole idea, right? Is to
Yeah.
make them blend together nicely.
That's the whole idea, right?
Oh, that's a beautiful color there. These are all such soft.
Well, I know what to get
smooth
Tori for
baby
Christmas.
colors. They're perfect for
Yeah,
something like
these
this.
Stampy
all colors
stamps.
together are a lot of fun.
And this is kind of a
I'll see if I can
this
get
is
a
kind of
Halloween
bluish
pack or
color that
something.
you're using.
It's a lavender. It has a blue
How many weeks ago was it?
to it. And as long as I get all of
She
the
said
rings
purplish,
in
and then the
there,
lady who owns the colors
I'll
and
get
the
a nice
stamp
impression
company's
of
like, no, it's lavender.
It's lavender.
And it just kind of goes where it needs to automatically. You don't have to worry about getting it in the nooks and crannies because that's not what you want.
Right, just the raised aerial print. So let me try this other paper here.
Well, this is an interesting piece of
Nooks
paper.
and crannies.
It's long and it's
Okay,
got
this
some
is the
folds in
thread.
it.
Raised
You'd be
area.
able to do
I'm going to be
something
more
special with
interested
this.
when I
What
get
kind
to
of
the
paper
embossing
is
because
this?
that's
This
actually
isn't
cool.
as glossy as the paper
Here we
we
go,
were
yeah.
using earlier.
So he had a
And the
VHS
color
titled
tubes
Bill's
are
60th
slower drying.
birthday.
They don't really dry
And I
on
want it.
slick.
Oh, by the way, I told you Elaine was going to
So I
send me a
switched
bunch
to
of
this
stuff,
paper
right?
that takes this
At the
Yeah.
moment, he's
better.
filming his
And
newest
I'll
game,
just position it
Kimulator
on
3.
this end.
Um,
And
but
as long as I press it down.
he's
Now,
just
with a
been
big
banned on
stamp like
Steam.
this, it may help
Oh.
give some
His
hand
whole
pressure all the
catalog
way
is
around.
gone.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that to me
Rather than
actually.
pressing it enough.
so he's having a bit of a hard time, but he will be getting me that box. It just
There
won't happen
is.
before Christmas.
Beautiful.
And it'll
Wait,
happen
now
next
these
year. But
blend
we'll be
in
getting
real
that video
nice.
that
I
he
wasn't
found in the video
sure how that was going
reportery
to work,
thing.
but I see what
But
you mean about
yeah,
the
his
colors.
whole life has
Mhm.
gone to shit because he was studying
But it works
uh,
fine on there. Here's one of the
trees
cards.
or something,
Because it
you
has
know,
the three
economics,
panels,
Yeah.
whatever
I've
that
taken it
whatever
and
that's called.
folded
And
one
he
back
quit
to seal
so that he
the
can
photo
make
in.
full motion
Oh.
video games and stuff because he was
no.
enjoying it.
And now you have a
And he
very
had so many
nice
on Steam and they were
card.
selling well.
Fran, I noticed
And his
that
last
another
one that I
option
was
you
a
have
part
in
of, I
inking
was
your
like,
stamps is using
I was a main
markers.
character in
Is
it,
there a
but two different
special
main
type of
characters
marker
and
that
a
you have to
different
use?
cutaway
The
segment.
markers need to be
Got banned
waterproof.
on Steam and he's
the
like,
kind
oh,
that
we'll
we
have to put
prefer
that
are
somewhere
the
else.
brush
And
art
then he
markers
went to
from
release
Mark.
Kimulator 3, which he's already
And they're
done the
some
other
of
two
the
on
wettest and
Steam.
brightest
And
colors
they've
that we
gone,
found.
you know what, we
Big
looked at your
tips
library and
on
you're a troll.
make it real
Fuck
quick
off.
and easy
And
to
he's like,
color.
no, I'm not, I'm
So
just
let me show
bad.
you, how
He's
you
like a
can
Tommy
ink
Wiseau
and
of
get some
video
very
games.
specific
No, he's
placement
not.
of
No,
color
he's
on
trying
it.
hard though. He's
I usually
lame though.
start
If he was
with
Tommy
my
Wiseau, he would be
colors,
taking himself very
and then I can
seriously.
keep adding
Mhm.
all these different
But
colors.
He does.
He no, but he
knows
knows what
that
he's
he's
doing
a-
is silly.
Yeah,
Whereas Tommy
I
Wiseau
guess.
thinks that
Well, now you can
Yeah.
put
he was making a
exactly where you
masterpiece.
want
I
this.
guess there is
That's
that.
the
Yeah, they
difference.
totally banned him. What, you've been watching those particular videos? Every time I make a sale, I blow a balloon and all that sort of shit. Yeah, they've totally banned. He's not on Steam anymore. All his games got ripped off of Steam. They're just completely not there. You can't sell them anymore. But apparently, he's doing it as a Amazon Prime release
I
where you
wonder if this
can
is
have
going
like
to turn out to be as bright as it looks. It looks really
press the
bright
button
and
now or
vibrant.
whatever, which is weird.
Does Prime Gaming? He should look into that.
Oh.
I'll
That
talk
is
to him about it.
really
beautiful.
wet. It's like
I don't know
when
much
they're
about
brand
it,
new.
but
Yeah.
Now, do they stay wet for a long
Sucks,
time?
man.
They do. Yeah, it makes it easy. I have a little marker holder, and the idea is that if the cat
Man, that
moves,
does look really
it's
nice.
easy to switch colors.
Rainbow
and just
sponges,
keep
man.
going on
Woo!
different ones.
Woo!
It holds all 24 like you have in a big set.
Did you ever see something so pretty?
that's for later.
You can do
That's
it
for
with
last
one
next time,
hand.
next
You
craft
don't have to
episode.
worry
I'm
about
pretty
taking
sure we're gonna
caps
do
off
craft
and putting
episode
them back
again
on.
very
It's
soon.
really
Just
handy.
like the Jesus episode. We'll do another one soon.
We're gonna have like
rather than later.
18 Jesus episodes.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You know,
You know why?
because there's lots of
ink
Jesus
on
shit
this
out there,
one.
It's
and
because-
James had a lot.
Could you
It's
use that
because
one again, then?
God is so
You'll
big.
get a lighter
That's why.
impression. And let me show you with
Sorry,
this
something
one
in my
here.
throat.
Oh, okay.
And we'll see how far it goes.
God's huge dong.
Boy, that color is just beautiful.
Don't you
Let's
dare
see
say
how
that to
bright it's going
Colin.
to be.
Yeah, so if I stamp, okay, that's my first.
I doubt I'll ever
Sometimes
talk
you
to
can
Colin,
moisten
honestly.
again by just sort of huffing on it. And get a
You what?
second impression. And this one can look like, you know, making the balloons fade off.
Sorry, that just. I watched this.
Oh, that's
So-
Have you ever seen that video of the kid
that
trying to
was
blow
all
out his
just one
birthday
color?
candle and he doesn't know how to blow?
Yeah, and then these
He
little
goes-
bookmarks are fun. We have tassels, and you can just thread it through here like this.
Just huff on it.
And looking it over. There you've got a very nice finished piece, and some of the designs fill the whole bookmark.
Mm-hmm.
Moses
During
didn't
one
see God's butt. He
stamp,
saw an
you made
alien
piece
in a
and
burning
pressed
bush.
it, make a little gift out of it.
Mm.
That would be a great little gift. Now, you have some other types of markers I've noticed.
I got some new headphones, by the
These
way.
are the two-tip markers.
Are they better than my
And
stare
a
high
range
is?
of pastel
I don't think
colors
they'd be
is what
better,
gives
but I
them
mean,
the ones that I
They
have
cost
over
like
here.
$28 bucks.
Okay, these are
Yeah.
But I had this Xbox controller, and it lasted.
Right.
It only
When
broke
we
recently,
stamped this earlier,
and it
we
lasted
had
me about
just the
11 years,
outline.
10, 11
That
years. It
kind of
lasted me
line
before like
stamp.
it
A lot of
died,
fun
and
to
like it
go
was
back
gradually
and
dying over the
highlight
course of
things
having to
with
move
the
house
tip.
and that sort of thing a few times.
And
But
I'll use some of the
this is the
green
same
line
brand.
here.
Oh, I see. So these are
And it's like
matching
way
those
cheaper than
markers
everything
you
else,
already
and the
did.
sound quality is actually really
And then I
nice. And I'm
also
like,
have
this is
the
great.
lighter shades
I
that
always
can
need
switch
to buy this
different colors.
brand.
They're not as wet as
What
those,
brand is it?
It's
which
just the
makes
EB
it
Games
nice. I
one.
can
They're
still
like
read all the
exclusive
lines
brand.
through there.
Whoa.
Yeah,
And
if it says
it's
EB Games
nice
exclusive and it
to
just has
see
their like at play or
this one here.
what is it? It says over there.
I can
That's
add
the box
some
for them.
Oh.
shadow.
The other thing I liked
L
was
series.
the
They should bring out their own
It's
version
a
of
real
a
nice
Stream Deck.
effect.
Why do
they
they
will
call them
eventually, I
Q-tips?
imagine. But like
We do have
it,
two
instead of like
tips
having
to
a
it.
like
This tip
a
is a
microphone
small
that's just
brush.
always there,
You can
And
unplug it.
it's unplugged. That's what's holding the camera on the angle right
You
now.
have the option of using either one, and they're always matching the rest of the
Oh,
color.
I want to unplug. I need a new
What
peripheral.
would you
That
use one
might
of
be a
those
good idea,
fine tipped
actually.
ends for? You mentioned earlier making
Yeah,
corrections.
this is actually
Right,
like
that's
Is
one
it
way.
USB or
Another
is it
is to
no,
make
no,
AUX?
it's AUX.
Nice.
or do any kind
I
of
wouldn't get a
writing,
USB one. I
drawing,
thought for the longest time I would, but then I was like, I need all the ports.
Yeah, exactly. I want to change over back to AUX because my USB ports are stuffed. I bought that card. It doesn't even work.
where they have a place to sign it on the back. And on this one, I've stamped it already.
Moses saw God's
But now I'll
back because
go
the
in
front
with
side
my
would kill
fine
him.
tip and I
Well,
can,
in the
the
Bible.
whole signature in here.
Prove it!
Dated.
Now you have to quote the
These are
exact
really
passage
special
from the Bible.
patches, isn't it?
Make something that people
Oh. I never went to any sort of religious
Fran, it
schools.
seems
I
there
just
are just
hung
as
out
many
with my
choices
friends
for
who went
paper
to
that there were
religion
for
things.
inks. Does it matter what type of paper
Brandon's
you
parents wanted me to
You
go
can
with
use
them
all
to Sunday
different
school.
kinds.
Did you
We
go?
found
Nope.
that some of the nicest to
I would've,
stamp on
just
are the
because I
ones
thought
that
it
have the
would be funny.
glossy surface.
Oh, it would have been
to
interesting, but
And I
Brandon
laid
was
out a
super against me
variety of
going.
shapes
Oh.
and things that
You
are
weren't
available.
you embarrassing
And
him
they're
in
glossy
front of
on
him?
Nope.
one side
No, he
and
did.
the
He never
back side
went.
is
Brandon
more
never
matte
went, but he
finish.
just
And it's a nice
wasn't really
way.
okay
It
with
holds up
that.
well, and you can decorate and do
I was
sponging.
like, fair enough.
Yeah, but now
stamping
he
and
gets
all sorts
dirty
of
and
things on
shoots
it.
Yeah.
wild
We used
pigs
some
with
of the
arrows.
bookmarks earlier, and
Right, I
they
remember.
come
Living the
with all
dream.
different
Yeah.
pastel colors.
Bacon every day.
Colors, ooh, pastels are really pretty.
Yeah.
Now, does it matter what side you stamp on? I've noticed that these are all stamped on the glossy side.
You'll
It looks
get a
really
nice,
nice.
yeah, you get a real crisp impression on this surface of paper.
You gotta let it dry if you stamp on the glossy
Oh,
side,
yeah.
because otherwise you'll.
Also have a lot
I've
of
done it
other
before. I've got
options.
all
These
the
other
ink on my
bookmarks.
hands.
I'm a left-hander.
Yeah,
I'm used to having ink on my hands.
Cards.
Right, I
And it's just a
remember.
soft
I've grown up with
finish
just an
that's
ink
a
spot
white.
all the way
There's
down here.
also
You should get it
the
tattooed so it never
recycled
happens
paper,
again.
which is a lot
It's
of
not a bad
fun.
idea,
It
really.
looks like it's gonna give more of a quaint look to it,
Yeah.
and you can do some real pretty.
Now,
Put the
those
stamps up a
colors
little. They're
decorate
barely hitting the
They
yellow.
cut that way already, don't
Right, the flaps are already cut that way. You can see
Except
them
for
over
her.
here, and they're all that way, and they match, and you can kind of mix and match the different colors. The range of pastels are parchment paper, and we call these our blush tones,
Pascals.
and
They're delicious.
these are the jewel tone ones, and they're real dark, but on the back it's a reverse to a white or a speckled, kind of different color, so that you can.
you? You can see that even by
On there.
stamping on the dark paper, it still shows up.
These are the color cubes that we use.
What are you showing me?
Really?
We looked at only the pastel colors. There's also gold and silver.
Oh, that's
in
beautiful
range.
on that color paper.
Nice. You can see some of the things that we've decorated just to give you an idea.
Well, there's just so much to choose from here. What if I can't decide?
Yeah.
And I can't.
We have a sampler that'll sort of introduce
Ooh, that's
someone to
nice.
a little bit of everything.
Fixed it.
in there. And this other sampler has the different
I'm just
windows
looking over at it like,
and
oh, that's not good. That's
Let's
not
review
good.
the ABCs of stamping. We've looked at stamps, ink,
Oh.
and paper. Now let's learn how to
What did
properly
Noni
care
used
for
to say in the other video we
Fran,
watched?
How do we take care of them?
Let's revise. Let's
Cleaning them
review.
is one of the most important things, and with proper cleaning and care, they really do last generations.
I don't think I wrote it down.
A lot
This
of
was before I
times
had this
people
cool
would just
book,
blot them off,
which I've just put
on
the bureau
paper.
over.
And if
Oh,
you
well.
weren't changing
That's
colors,
good. I like
on
it.
a leaf,
It's character.
it really wouldn't
Yeah.
matter. But if you get into something like this, where you used a lot more color, you can see how much color is still left on the stamp. It helps to have some other ways
I think I would
of
rather
cleaning
just
it.
watch them make
And
cool pictures.
One of the important things
Them talking about the
rubber
techniques
is
and
it's
stuff, it's like,
absorbent when
okay.
you start with, so that it
Always
takes
be
the ink.
stamping.
And to keep it that way, you want to keep it away from extreme heat or cold. and you might store them inside a box or something.
I'm stealing that.
Nice.
I'm gonna make a shirt out of that.
You laughed too
We
much at
also
that.
have if
Are you gonna take a?
and
You should
so
do the steal their Fun
sometimes
Stamps
it's not
logo,
the
but from the
candy
VHS, it can't be
there
like
are also other cleaners
properly
that
copyrighted from it.
cleaners need
Chuck
to
that
be
on with the
something
always
that
be
is not oil or
stamping with the C.
So you got to be really careful what you use because it could damage the rubber, couldn't it?
with extensive use. So the
Yeah,
important thing, we
you don't
have
want to damage
this
the
one
rubber.
cleaner, which is
We all know
halogen,
that if
and
you
it
add
has
alcohol to rubber, it
a nice
can
little scrub
destroy the
top.
latex.
And so it makes it very easy. You can take it and actually, scrub off the stamp this way, and then, blot
That's
it
how
off.
mistakes happen.
We'll get a
Do it on the table?
No, that's her like
No, that's for the
sketch
water
pad.
I was gonna say, Jesus Christ, lady, you're
All of it.
mad. You've gone mad.
I have a particular board that I use when I'm super gluing things, so that super glue doesn't get anywhere. Banshee ripped the top off his tail and off his nail, and like the flesh was exposed. And I know that if I just put a bit of super glue on it, will stop him from licking it, so it can heal. I forgot to grab the board underneath, and a bit of super glue dripped from his nail onto my couch, and my couch caught fire. It's made of something that reacts to super glue that it got real hot and started melting.
Wow.
Like that's my new couch, and it's got a dot on it now because like that's where it was like burning from super glue. Careful with super glue.
That sounds like a really shitty material to make a couch out
I
of.
know, right? We paid a lot of money for that cool couch, and I like that cool couch, but the material seems to be that material they used to make Christmas trees out of. Remember that ad where they used to catch the Christmas tree on fire? Yeah. It's made out of that material they used to make
By the time I get down to the bottom, I'm clean and dry.
tracksuit pants out of for kids. Because they always used to catch fire too, kids.
Available.
Now, what if you're somebody like me who is probably
one time
gonna
I got
end
super
up
glue in
with
my eye.
paint all over the place.
Ooh,
You
how was
don't have
that?
any on your hands,
sucked.
but I know
Yeah,
that I
it
would.
sounds like
How do
it.
you
And online I read that
Well,
like
if you get some
you have to be
marking
careful
stuff
because if
on
it
your
glues your
finger,
eyes shut, you're in
it
trouble.
helps to have one of the
So I sat there like
hand
this
cleaner
for like
boxes.
ages, going ah.
Kind of like a pumice stone.
And then
Usually
I just
I'm
left
using
it, and
under
like
the
it took a
sink.
couple weeks, but eventually
But I
it
can-
went away.
It's
Blinking hurt.
Yeah,
I love it how when you
hard.
super glue
And
things,
once it
you don't
gets
get
wet,
any on your
it brings out
fingers,
the
and you
lather,
just
and it
put
even
a
has
dab
the
on what
lather
you need
lines
to
and
do,
stuff in
and
it.
you put it
And I
on,
can
and
just
it works
take it and
perfectly.
scrub
But then later, you're like, how'd I get all
and
this
then
super
take
glue
off,
on my
you know,
fingers?
most
Like,
things
where does it
much
come
quicker
from?
than
It's
waiting
all there,
for
you
it
can
to
pick
wear
it off, and you're like, I didn't get any on me. What the heck?
Well, I can tell you how it ended up in my eye. I was building a Gundam model, and I ran out of hobby glue, so I used some super glue. And as soon as I clicked the parts together, it went straight into my eye. And I was like,
Since
oh
when
no!
did you ever make Gundam that requires super glue, sandpaper, and clippers? You make the ones that are just Lego.
Always? I've always got both kinds.
The cheap kinds are my favorite. I love filling in the cracks and sanding them down and
They don't make enough of those in the other styles. They need to like... Because it's only the original, like, 10
Yeah.
11.
Absolutely. I would love it if they brought out the new Gundams as old kits. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Because they're the kits I like doing. I like sitting there and sanding them with a nail file for 3 hours while watching Gundam. That was the best thing about when we used to build Gundam, was just me sitting there sanding it down and being meticulous. So that was the first video.
Huh.
We watched the first one of the 4. How good's that?
So the other ones are longer then.
Yeah, I guess. Strips of cotton and super glue to make fire.
Huh.
So it's a cotton couch that I've got, and then super glue reacts with it apparently. But yeah, we made it through the first video, and now, so this isn't the actual end of the first video. We got this bit, which is sped up, where they color it in, and they show you like previews of the next video.
And then we get to see the next video.
Yeah, we get all 4 of them. But again, they filmed them all in one go, which means it doesn't even look like we've got a different video.
Good.
Yeah, we got the whole set. Which I'm kind of hoping with the basket one that I can find more of those for next time we do craft. Even though I think the magical stamp lady will probably be enough. What did she just do then? We didn't learn
stuck something
that.
down. She cheated.
We didn't learn that. What? Oh, so okay, so she stamped it once on the paper and then stamped it again on a different bit of paper, cut it out and put it there so that when she stamped the fence on it wouldn't go over the flowers. We didn't learn that. Yeah.
That's a bit excessive to me.
Like, seriously, these advanced techniques is not what we just learned. So what's the So that was fun stamps, the ABCs of stamping.
Yes.
That was the first video, which
Always
is kind
be
of
stamping.
ending. Always be stamping. Stamping. And then the second video is going to be called Artistic Stamping.
Ooh.
So that's what this
Autistic stamping.
Yeah,
Sounds great.
and then
artistic.
then techniques, and then special effects stamping. That's what I'm excited for, because I always enjoyed watching my aunts do the embossing and stuff. Which basically there's a type of ink where if you blow powder onto it and then heat it up, it will expand, and it will be like, so when you touch the ink, you can kind of feel it. For blind people, so they can read, right?
I guess so.
Braille. Stamping those brails. Oh, she got a bird bath in her garden.
Cool, I suppose.
I mean, fuck, sure, why not? She's using different shades of reds in the flowers to give it that kind of raised look. Are you getting ideas for Christmas cards to send to people?
I haven't done Christmas cards since I was a kid.
I don't think I've ever done Christmas cards. She
And
just
even-
made a path!
Even back then, I used to only really do things where it was like, you know, I would draw a comic.
But that's way better than buying a
Then
bullshit
usually,
card.
I would buy a card and draw a comic in it.
That's still cool.
But then, like, I would
I
always
get
it'd always be
Christmas cards.
stupid things happening. Like, it would always be like, you know, a guy is on the moon and his like rocket ship has exploded, and he's like,
That's
"Oh no, I'll
really
never
cool.
get home." But Merry Christmas! I'm
like
about to die.
I like it a lot. The thing is, whenever I get Christmas cards from people, Sam like wants to put them like next to the Christmas stuff, and I just automatically just throw them in the trash.
Yeah.
I don't even bother because there's no love in it. They're just written names inside of a card they bought. If it came with a comic, that would be interesting to me. But otherwise, I'm just like, I don't give a shit.
Oh, the fence is back.
Oh, now we have to open the gate to get through the arch. Now what are you doing? What's with all this?
Just cheating.
Yeah, she's painting. She's got real artistic ability. That's not right.
You're not supposed to do that when you do stamps. And
Yeah, you meant to rely on someone else's. Okay, see what she's doing here, where she's moving the paper to cut all those wiggly things?
Yeah.
My aunt used to have these scissors that would do it automatically. The scissors were actually wiggled. You had like different shaped scissors to make different edging on the paper.
Just seems a bit excessive to me. That's
The
all.
whole thing is excessive, but that's just, I mean...
It's fun though, right? The
Yeah.
whole point is if you're having a good time, why not do it?
That's right. It's kind of like your little Gundam models. I mean, people probably think that's excessive when you can just buy a toy.
This is true. What are you doing now? Come on.
Who? What? What's going on?
The stamps.
Oh, she's colouring in the flowers, making an arch.
On
So
the
that
back?
when yeah, so when you open it, now it's going to be a card where you can open it.
Oh, goodness me.
She has to redo everything that she did and try to
Goodness
remember
me.
what she did. It's the back end. It's the butthole. So now she can fold it. You see, we didn't learn any of this, but this is what she's doing.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
How about this?
Friendship!
In
Aww.
a well-intended garden. There you go. Merry Christmas.
Has anyone you've ever known
Ooh.
made a card for somebody that
Absolutely.
is like, I'm grateful for your friendship?
Yeah.
If you've seen the first video in this
It's my
series,
aunts, because they watched this
the
video and did it.
You've already met friends.
I saw, oh, by the way,
of fun stamps. Or
this is one of those,
Stampendous.
you know those cosmic things
Today's
that happen
video will
where
teach
you're
you how
like,
to see
there's no God, but
how
like,
to
this is
stamp.
really weird.
As you increase your
Right.
skills of
I saw
perception,
Tracy yesterday at the
your
booze
skill
shop
will
dear.
when I was buying booze
Only
for this
connection.
episode.
Perhaps you have seen examples.
And I'm
of
like,
this and how
I just said,
dramatically a
hi,
person's
and she's like, hi,
drawing
and I thought to myself,
when they learn
should
how
I stop
to
and
use
talk to her about the fact that we're
intuitive
watching
with
her
the
stamp
right side
videos
of the
tomorrow?
brain.
No,
In
fuck
this
it.
same way, an intuitive approach to stamping
Like Mortal
will
Kombat
help you
2.
discover
Friendshipality.
your own imagination.
Babality.
Babality? Dude.
The painter draws with his eyes, not with his hands. And the stamper stamps with his stamps, not with his
Who said that? Who are we
Stamps.
quoting? Oh, there we go.
seeing clearly.
Maurice Grosser.
James, look up Maurice Grosso. It's spelt in the French way of O, which
Grosso,
is E-T.
No, it's ER.
E-R?
Grosso.
Grosso.
Yeah.
Hey, look! She just stamped that.
Whoa!
But that's the
a
real
cool
version.
looking stamp.
I like the trellis. Can we have
Whoa!
more
Can I have
trellis?
that
It
stamp?
looks like the set from Stairway to Stardom.
Can I have that stamp?
Is that a birdhouse or a bee house?
Or both?
Or birds and
Birds
bees?
in the bee's house.
They're making all the sets.
Gotta do something with it.
My mama told her all about that. And then she showed me that she had a period.
Cool.
No, not really. She didn't tell me anything. She was a terrible mama.
When I first realized that somebody broke in my house and stole my Imodium, I shit myself.
What's an Imodium?
Is that not that shit you take to stop you from...
Shooting yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a joke?
It's all... No, if it says not scones at the front, it's a joke.
Every time Not Scones comes in,
As an artist,
not even paying attention to what we're doing, just trying to make us react to their comments.
create with your hands.
He's been coming into my stream since I started doing that.
Yeah, but does he ever watch it? Or does he just type shit
Well,
to you?
he clicks on streams he's interested in.
He's not interested in stamping.
He might be.
3 years!
9 months, 5 days, and 6 hours.
Yeah,
to
but
be
did you?
exact.
But what did you actually watch?
Some
Can
of you
you
might look
can you
for
tell me
blank
what we watched on the
papers and just
VHS
not
time
know where
last
to
week?
begin.
You were
By
here,
learning some
but can you
basic
tell me what
design
videos we watched?
The way I describe not
Can you
scones is...
tell me what videos
Not
we watched?
scones, no.
Neither can I.
What was last week?
design concepts.
Oh,
Bread.
Food bread, because we
We
got
watched the
banned.
sharp.
I wouldn't have remembered if we hadn't got blocked.
That's right. Making bread out of nothing, but
Yes, but Not Scones does this thing.
shouldn't sing that. We'll get blocked.
Not Scones shows up,
Great.
says a
Helps
joke,
us understand
and then moves on
Great.
to
What
another
do you
stream
have
to say
first?
another joke. It's brilliant. It's
It's
brilliant.
But
It's
check
like
it
a
out.
bot that's not actually a bot.
They're both wearing the same clothes and sitting at the same table.
Yeah.
And it's the next
It's
video.
episode 2 now.
Yeah, they filmed the whole thing in one go.
Right.
This style of rose and leaf pattern are more of the line.
So thank you, Not
outward
Scones,
And like a
Thank
line
you.
drawing.
for all the jokes.
And
I want
these
some more
others are more
jokes,
of a
but I want
shape.
puns
There's
better.
it looks much
Sometimes they're
smaller
puns,
overall, but it
sometimes
gives
they're
you a
jokes,
solid, bold
And it's always the
shape.
Meat Boy emote.
And
I like
other
Meat
designs
Boy.
may have
I
a combination.
Anytime anyone else
like
uses
it.
that emote, I'm like,
And
that's not your
so
emote.
those are
That belongs
choices
to
that
Not
you make
Scones.
in what stamps you select, and you really
So what's
have
not
that
a scone
predetermined
anyway?
for
Is it
you.
a Yorkshire
And
pudding
so
or a
the things
biscuit?
that you can
It could be a
concentrate on
biscuit,
as a
you're
stamp
right.
Are what values you give it by the colors that you
Which
Every
is a
time-
scone.
ink in,
Every,
all of
yeah,
those
exactly.
choices.
It's a
And
non-sweet
composition,
scone
how
that
you
you wipe up
combine
gravy
all of
with.
the elements.
Every
But
time Sam and
why
I
is the
watch
gravy white?
That'll make
Like,
it a
what
lot
do they put in that
Oh,
gravy?
white
So we
gravy.
need to be
Yeah,
aware
it's
of
always
those
white gravy.
choices.
Is it
White
like
gravy is a
Yeah,
Is it a
you
buttery
can
shit,
make
or
it
is
more
it-
various
it's a
things.
little bit
Okay,
cheesy, but it's
great.
mostly just
I'll
a
move that
plain
away.
roux without
Alright.
flavor.
And
Ugh.
what I've stamped
Yeah.
here is a
Why would I
color
not
chart
want
that
flavor
can
in my
help
gravy if I'm
explain
eating a
some
bland
I think it's a
scone?
pepper
of
roux.
colors. That'll help a little bit. And on values,
But basically, it's
values just mean
it's
a
just thick
lighter
water.
dark
Yeah.
of a color.
Why would I want to
And
dip
a
a
yellow would be a light
less
value
delicious
as
scone
compared
into a
to the
less
purples
delicious
and
gravy?
dark
Like,
colors down here.
because you're American.
So the wheel
Because you're
helps us
American.
understand the relation
And it's
of
Thanksgiving,
different
that's
colors.
why.
And the most basic
I'm sure their
thing
mac and
is you have
cheese is
your
good.
Primary colors. You have yellow
It's
and
not.
red and blue. And
No,
that
because they use
triangle
American
will
cheese, and I
remind
know
you
you
Hey,
like
hey, American cheese goes
And
into pasta really
colors that
good.
fall
Only 'cause it's
in
got a low
between
melting
those
temperature.
It
these
melts.
other lines
It becomes so
indicate will
gooey
give you
and
the
yum.
And it's
orange,
got no oil, so
green,
it
and
doesn't
purple.
break, so you don't have to be
And
so
let me
careful
show
with
some
it.
examples
Yeah.
of some of
I actually
these things
broke
as we go
the,
along. It'll help them make sense.
Okay,
Bechamel
good.
on the
A
lasagna I
lot of
gave you,
people,
but
when they start stamping,
It's still
they
delicious,
just
but
use
it's,
rainbow colors and
cheese.
use a little bit of
Croquettes,
everything
Wednesday
that they
Day.
have.
it's cheese on the
Melting.
moon.
It makes it very
Wednesday
fun
Day.
and colorful.
Moon cheese is not Wensleydale.
look to it. When we did this one earlier, we
Have to make that
rainbow
distinction.
colors.
Corey, if you're gonna have a
And so
slice
the
of my
colors are
lasagna, be
nice and
careful.
bright.
See,
But
the
to
thing
put
is,
some
the
It
reason-
even made me sweat.
The reason we can
Let's look
deduce
at-
that Wensleydale
If you
and
were to
moon cheese are
limit
different
yourself
is
to certain
because
color combinations, it would
Wallace
push
is
you to
obsessed with
try some
Wensleydale.
rainbow things.
Right.
when
So
he goes
here's
to the
one where
moon,
I only use the
he
primary
tries it,
colors.
and he does
And
not
you
immediately
can
say,
see how
"Ooh,
that-
delicious Wensleydale," just like it. But also, in one of the later ones, there's a newspaper thing saying that the moon cheese
Now, if
business
I
is
add to the
like the trade
primaries,
is
the other
like
secondary
flourishing.
colors, this is where you're seeing the whole spectrum.
Otherwise, it would just say Wensleydale or Moon Wensleydale.
Thing on there
Do you remember when it used to be harder
So
to
this
get to the
is-
moon?
one way to do it. And now we've combined a lot of different things. I'll point out.
How are we going to get to the
marked
moon, Max?
This range of
We're gonna
colors would
drive,
be considered
Sam.
warm colors, and the whole
Drive,
range over
easy.
here would be considered your
They should have
cool
thought of that the
colors.
first time.
Max,
And
you remember
I
when it
explained
used to
a
be
little bit
harder
about
to get to the
values
moon?
being light and dark.
You did.
They're doing a
And
Rio.
So pastels
Values
would be
being
your
light and
lighter,
dark.
colors. So we've done something like this before with the baby card.
There's a
And you can see
balloon
how
color
that
chart for
same
stamps.
balloon stamp looks very
Can we
different
get a poster of
with
that
a different
here?
color selection.
I still got to bring
Oh,
over
I
some
see.
blue
It's
tack and
compared
stick
to
something
this
there.
one.
I swear it's going to be
Looks like a
nice
satanic
and
symbol.
everything.
With the primary color.
Yeah!
What's that guy's name? We better call
this will
him.
give you a lot more mileage out of your
Ask him
stamps.
what he
Vary
thinks
the
of this
color
tape.
combinations.
And they
I
look
don't know.
completely
James would know his
different.
name.
They look
I
like
forgot
different
about him
stamps.
like instantly. I hated his
Something
name.
like Fuckstick Von Wankstein or something.
And other times, if you
I don't know.
stick to just
It's a
one color,
phony baloney
that's
gospel,
referred
I
to
know
as
that much.
monochromatic.
Jeff Godwin.
I
Yeah,
did
that's
some
his name.
samples
Jeff
here
Godwin.
where I've
Jeff
got just
Fuckwit.
greens
Yeah, with these phony
or
baloney
different
Satan balloons.
purple colors.
That's
and
a phony
even this with
baloney
just the
gospel.
magentas. I can get a
Phony
very beautiful
baloney
piece,
gospel.
and if I get tired
That's
of
why we have the
everything
book.
looking
Just
alike,
like
I can
vaccines.
switch to a little bit
It's a phony
simpler
baloney.
approach with the
TED
monochromatic and
Talk.
still get a very beautiful example, and you start thinking a little bit more about your design and what you're doing with it
Right.
than just grabbing all the colors at once. So
That's beautiful.
another term
It's
that
beautiful.
That's
is
beautiful.
called complementary.
Just like, I wish I
means
could do that.
colors are
Well, she
on
does.
Well, you
wish.
can!
And she
Because
does.
you can stamp!
color chart.
Yeah.
So that gives you a primary with a secondary color. And those two, by being the most
That's my
contrast
balloon
to each
circle
other,
of
will give you some
protection.
very
That's going to
nice,
protect me from the evil
examples.
balloon
And
doers.
on this one here, for example, we've got the orange and blue. And that gives us an interesting sort of a scenic look.
So it's just a
On
thing to
this
tell you
one,
what
if
colours
I
go
limit
together.
myself to the red and green,
Yeah.
I always think of
But
Christmas.
I like
you may have
mixing
other things
purples
as
and
well in
greens.
those colors. And
Like
then
dark
this was a
greens
real
and dark
fun one. I
purples.
had
We
really
call it the
never
green
even thought of putting
or
the
green
yellow and
apple.
purples together.
Right,
Grapple
I wouldn't
maybe?
So
either.
I thought, let's do something for
My
complementary.
favorite color
Oh,
is
Grenell,
like a
maybe?
purpley
It's kind of
orange.
fun
Purpley
thing to
orange.
develop with the whole-
You know,
The color
sometimes
of magic.
Oh, that is
sometimes I see
So
colours
one
and
of
I'm
the
like,
other things
I can
is
see a bit of
balance.
purple and orange in that.
And again, don't worry
And I'm like,
about
that doesn't make
a lot of
sense.
this is just different combinations.
Ah! Did you have that thing where you can imagine impossible things? Like, I can imagine purpley orange.
Pure side by side
And
effort.
it's indescribable. Like,
Cards. So on these samples, this one, for example,
Oh,
is,
he
you know,
must be
just using
magical.
some of
He
the
must be
ones in
a
this
seventh
range.
son of a seventh
Well, hold
son
on,
or
hold on.
something.
You're right, it
Hold on,
just
let's try
grows,
something.
doesn't
You're
it?
gonna
Colors.
Google
You
purpley
can mix
orange?
no,
this
I'm just
into
going to make
this,
purpley
into
orange
this.
and paint on
Make
it
it.
right now.
All right,
Because
but
what
tell me
happens
the
quite
the
often
color
is if
code.
you mix
You're gonna put the purple
your warm
down,
and
Purple
cold
down,
colors
and then we add a
together
new
with
layer.
and
markers
put it
right on the
orange,
rubber.
like
They begin
a-
to
an
muddy up
orange,
and get
then
brown
this fade it
colors.
out.
And
We just
so
fade it
to
out,
keep them
yeah.
fresh, you can kind of use the yellow as a
It's pink.
transition.
There you go.
color
It's pink.
between
Pink
the-
is
Pink is
purple orange.
And so this is another one where I
See,
work
you can
with
see
the
both,
colors
like, in that
within
particular
A little
pink.
bit apricot.
bands on
You
each
can kind of see that there is
That's
both
you.
purple
Oh,
and
yes,
orange
you
in
can
I
see
there.
it.
understand what
Right
you're
there.
saying, but I
It's
think my
subtle,
brain doesn't
but you can see
process it the same way as
So
you.
there you go. You've officially seen purpley orange.
That's right.
You know that it exists,
see,
and
this
it's called
doesn't
pink.
look like it would, but when you're
Also
looking
known as
at the
bright
picture
red.
chart-
No, it was salmon.
Yeah, it makes it interesting. And
It's not pink, It's not pink, Pete. It's salmon.
Reminder, I think,
Not
of a
gay.
lot
Does that mean I need to bring it up and I need to make the...
No homo.
I need, I need to change the purple and oranges to opposite sides of their
Stuff right here.
Great idea.
of their spectrums.
Yeah, and see what is homo.
Because here's the thing, you once told me that there's no such thing as purple, right?
Well,
By that logic, there's no such thing as red.
So you might
The red purple is called magenta, and the blue purple is called violet. They're two different colors, and everyone calls them both purple. There is a such thing as purple, but they're two different sides of the color spectrum.
There are vague names for colors.
Yeah, exactly. It's a vague.
It's red is
But
like
purple is the
how many
most-
different shades and like completely different
The
looking.
thing about the
forms
shades of red
are
is
there?
you kind of get close to the orange and the yellow, and you go over the other side. You go.
Well, then
close
how
to
about
the
green?
pink
How about I say
and stuff.
green? Then?
That goes close to the yellow on one side when it comes lime green. It goes close to the blue when it's like a dark green.
So
it's
instead of having specific names like
Yeah.
violet and magenta, we just get.
But the thing I'm trying to say with the no such thing as purple thing is a lot of the different variations of green are still within that green spectrum. But with purple, it exists on either side of the
Yeah,
spectrum.
green does too. It's just we don't pay attention to it because there's the darker and there's the lighter. That's
Yeah, but
basically the way it is.
Different sides of
There's
its
more
spectrum.
yellow, or there's more blue, or there's more red.
Yeah, but the spectrum, it goes Roy G. Biv.
Yeah.
So that
So
it
don't
actually,
be
it's one of those
going
things where the
off, you know,
purple
the
loops
edges
on
or
either
the
side of
things
all
like
the others.
that.
So the green is the
And
more
some
yellow,
other
more
symmetrical
blue, but that's
patterns
still
that
in
you can
its
do that
spectrum, whereas purple
gonna
is
look
the
very different with
extreme
every different
spectrum of
stamp you
blue and the
select.
extreme
But
spectrum
here's
of red,
some
which is
things where
either
again,
side.
But you
Just
can
because
stretch
you
green out
move
as far as you want, though. So you can stretch it as far as
all
purple is
straight and
going.
even.
Yeah, but it's still
But
it's
by leaving some
thing.
nice
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's
you
split up.
created a very interesting
Just like
pattern.
green, therefore,
But
should
green
be as
isn't
well.
split.
You
It's
can add border
anyway. Never mind.
designs, and- or you
It's
can
fine.
turn
I don't
the whole
care.
thing at an
It's the
angle.
same
It's a light-
logic.
More
I guess.
interesting pattern that way.
Boy, this is really interesting how you just, put maybe like you stamp 4 times across, and the white space on here gives that card a very unique look.
Yeah,
Who's
very
Jennifer?
simple, but a nice style.
My mum.
And also, you can
They're
go
making this
from
for
doing
her.
things in
Oh.
rows to
It's all for
making
you,
more of a
Jennifer.
circular
It's all for
pattern.
my mum. That's
And
really
you'll
sweet.
discover patterns with each different stamp and turn them different
I mean, if
ways
you
and
look
keep
hard
playing
enough into
with one to
anything, you'll
discover
discover
the patterns
patterns.
it makes before you move on to another one.
Right.
And you'll learn the most about your different
Really?
stamps that way.
Is no
Another
pattern a
circular
pattern?
Patterning that you
Patent,
can do
patent,
what is
patent.
If there is just absolutely no pattern to something, is that a pattern?
And
Oh, this looks
Of
like it'd
not
be hard
having a
to
pattern.
do.
I guess. If it does it
basically, if you
repetitively.
start from the middle,
There you
here's a
go.
card
Right?
where I just did a dozen rows.
Random. That's a
And I
pattern.
was just working off
Non
of a stamp pad.
sequoia.
But the idea that will help is if you think of it like a clock.
Great
So if you
idea.
started at 12
What?
o'clock and then
I
stamped
love
at
thinking
3,
about things
6,
like a
and
clock.
9, it would help you get your parameters.
My love
and
for
keep
you
the
is
circle
ticking
idea
clock.
going. You can come
Exactly.
back if you wanted to change colors then on 1, 4, 7 or something. You'd know exactly where you were.
Oh, it's
on the
all come back to
card.
I know
math
that when I
again.
tried to do this before, I ended up with
That's
a
why I don't
square in the
understand
middle.
this, because it's math.
You're laughing. I know it looks funny,
Actually,
but this is a good idea.
yeah, and every different design, stamp design will give you a different.
I know it looks
radial
funny,
pattern.
but this is a
And so
good
some of
idea.
these I
Music
just
is math,
discovered,
but I'd rather not
like
know
this
about the
one here.
mathematical side
I
to
did
it.
5, and it creates a.
Well, then how are you
pentagon.
ever
Especially
gonna play
sexy
in
when
it?
there's a
Shape in
saxophone
Star in
involved.
the center.
6/12
Right,
timing.
there's your negative space.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to.
Yeah, see, you're
I'm not in a
professional.
band for that
I'm
reason.
getting it. That now, what is the stamp on this one? Is it just this flower?
It's just the one little violet.
I think one of our songs were
Now look at
3/6,
what
but
one
we never
stamp
actually
created.
recorded it.
It's
Right, and
unbelievable.
here's
Well, you
your
should've.
change of
Yeah.
colors and values. Make it look.
Now you need to
different
make the
every time.
acoustic
You've
version.
combined all of those elements into one. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
a lot of the word stamps create very interesting patterns that just become an abstract pattern.
Just
It
get a
doesn't
gig
look
at
like the
Valhalla,
word
and we'll
anymore,
do an
and you can
acoustic
barely
set.
read
Just
it
play
that
one
says
year past.
hooray in there, but this one almost created a pinwheel.
wanna?
Now, most people would
I was
be
actually
afraid to do that
thinking
because
about
they don't
talking
want
to both Chelsea and
ruin
Nathan
the word
and
because you wouldn't be able to read it. But
Jonathan
in this
Morrison
case,
and go
it's a
over
very
to
interesting
North
design,
Carolina
but
High
you can
School
still
one
tell what it says.
If you're
lunchtime
studying the pattern of a
and play
design,
Haunt
play
and
with it
film
on
it
scrap paper, just off of a stamp pad.
as a
so it's
reunion
quick,
sort of thing.
and keep
And you can
turning
Let's
it
make
different
Haunt the
ways
movie.
and experiment with it.
The,
Right.
the major motion picture.
Versatile. I was
Major
playing with it as
motion
an example of
picture.
how
I'll
many
get
different
Colin
ways
McGain in on it.
could I use that
Sound-
word.
oh, he's gonna direct it,
And
right?
Yeah.
reds and greens,
I'm not directing it.
both Christmas trees that we call it.
Right.
But if you do it in
Can we find that really
now it
Italian
just looks
guy
like a filigree
to play his
pattern,
part again?
for example.
Yeah.
So I did a sheet
that would be
like this
amazing.
just to
I'm
show
sure I
you
could
the
find
range
him.
I,
of all the
I felt
different
such an
ways
asshole
of
because as
doing
soon as he
whether
opened
the
his
point
mouth,
is
I
turned
lost
in
it.
or out,
He's a refugee,
and the
by the way.
shapes it
He
creates.
fled
Yeah,
from his
where's that
country because it
negative
was
space
like
in
killing his
there?
family.
Now this is all one stamp.
Yeah, but the thickness of his accent when he
Turn it
sings
in,
was just
I get
brilliant.
entirely different.
I didn't see it coming. It just
Oh,
hit
that
me
is
all at
really
once.
gorgeous.
I was
So that'll
overwhelmed.
give you
I don't
a
know
lot
about
of
him,
different
but
ideas
Smiley,
how to get
one of the,
mileage
Out
out
of one single
stamp.
The
stamp.
foreign sounding
Okay.
butlers, I think
Now,
I could get
another-
him.
So
'Cause he-
far, most of these
he
are
talks to me
based
regularly.
on a symmetrical idea, where something is
He was
centered and all of that. The other thing that
What
you
was
would
that other
call
place that did
asymmetrical
refugees back in the
is
90s?
where it seems
In the
off
late or
balance.
early
You may have the
2000s, I suppose.
designs
Like, they're
in
everywhere.
this area.
Everywhere. It was, I don't know.
And
Going to
at
a
other
refugee
times you
school,
might
I got to
balance
see them
the
come
flowers
in
in one
waves.
area with a message, and it still creates a different kind of balance.
Right.
I'm gonna go take my
This is
first pee
another-
break.
Oh yeah?
Here.
The first of probably
It's
many,
interesting.
considering
You
how
just
much
kind of
booze we're
pick
drinking.
a corner, basically.
better
Or it
bring
doesn't
back
even
some
have
more.
to be
What
a
is this?
corner.
I've got a
You put it off
thing in my
center.
shoe.
Right, and this looks like your picture continues beyond the scope of your
Seeds.
card, which makes it interesting. And
Beyond
sometimes
the scope of your
you're
card.
working with a pattern and you've discovered an interesting
Is this worth a
pattern
video,
sort like I was
guys? They're
talking
just
about with the
chatting
roses.
about
I just
what
kept
she's
going
made.
to where I covered all of the edges.
How about you tell us
and
some
sometimes that
more
just gets to looking busy
things?
unless you create a
This is
focal
the
point.
artistic stamping, so we're talking
look at
about
the difference
art.
between this and the way I colored it in. Now I've created something that your eye will go to immediately,
Wow.
right on the card.
Good.
And this is basically the same design.
Right on the
You
card.
just
You can
stamped
just, you
one.
can, if you look closely, you can see that the roses are in there. It's exactly the same
Let her finish!
in there. In the same
Don't
way,
talk
this
over her.
was all pinks, and I went in and colored in this area.
With your markers, you went in and did that, right?
And this one here, if you run out of ideas, do a repeat pattern with the attention on one of them.
That's an interesting idea.
Right. And on this one, it's
I
very
could
busy,
talk
and
to
there's layers of
to
color.
Terry about it if
But
you really
because
want.
most of these colors are all monochromatic, sticking to the blues,
Obscure tape
your eye will
time.
go to the bright colors on the flowers. So that gives you some interesting things for focal point.
Great ideas.
Other ways that you can
Great
create
ideas.
an illusion of movement are actually to take a stamp.
So is this actually instructional videos or just the person who made the company Stampendous showing off her cool stamping
And
skills?
I've got the little porpoise stamp here, and I'm going to stamp it on the pad.
It's a porpoise.
And when I put it down on the paper, before I lift it, I'm going to pull it. And that'll create a look of movement, like the water's dripping off of
Yes,
it and
it
it's
looks like
coming
he's-
up out of the water.
Exactly.
And so that will be another way that you can create some
I
color.
call that
For
screwing
this one
up,
here,
but,
it
you
looks
know.
like horse races.
Yeah, it
or
looks like
something
they're
where
in
they're really
motion.
going fast.
Well, the website's still up.
Some other ones
Fun
here
Stamps
where
is still a
ice
thing.
skaters are racing or
Obscure
something.
tape time
That is-
time?
Yeah, and James was like, maybe they should watch us watch them.
That would be cool.
I'm like, I can talk to Terry. I don't know that she'd be up for that. She's kind of a busy lady. She's on holiday at the moment, you know, big four-wheel drive, traveling across the desert.
She might also be offended by how bored I am.
And so these are all
I don't know about
examples
that.
of where
I mean, this is kind
you
of
don't really
old.
stop and think
And
about it.
this is like one of the
Sky,
first things that
clouds
she
are
really
here,
did
the
before
grass
she
is
got all of her
Right.
Emmy awards
Kind
for
of
being
just
personality of the
use
whatever.
Exactly.
Hey, it also is also no slight against her. She is interesting.
ideas that you can do. And
No,
so
but it
that's
kind of
really
seems like
San Diego,
Yeah.
it
California.
kind of seems like
different
Fran
composition ideas.
is more like
that will just
instead of
push you to
teaching
try
us how to do
things you hadn't
stuff,
thought
just
of
kind of
before.
showing
Get
off the
that
fact
brain
that
in
she's really
motion.
good at
Yeah.
stamping.
Yeah.
I mean, she is the CEO of the company. She has been for the last 35 years. It makes sense.
Alright, so what are we drinking now?
This is Fathom IPA, an Indian Pale Ale from Blast Point. Is this Australian?
Creativity.
I don't know.
Combining
No, San
these
Diego,
concepts
California. You just said
will
that.
allow you
That's
to
the only part I read.
exciting
Yeah.
new
We
possibilities
got some foreign stuff.
and
Usually
help
we
you
drink
design
Australian
even
stuff, but
more
this stuff was
beautiful and elegant
mass
stamp art.
imported. This is one of the last of the barrel sort of beers, which means after these ones are gone and they're all sold out at Dan Murphy's, can't get them again.
Rip.
I keep going for those sort of things. I keep going, ooh, last of the barrel. Last week we had the limited edition feral hogs. I'm like, ooh, last.
They were crazy.
Yeah, I was looking at feral pigs again, the feral hogs, whatever, and I'm
This
like,
one has a strong smell to it.
ooh, yeah. Oh, was that the next video gone already?
Sure.
What is that? That tastes like treacle. It's like the shit at the bottom of the goo. This tastes like beer goo.
Oh, this tastes pretty good to me.
You like it? It
You
tastes-
don't?
I'll get used to it, but it tastes like burnt treacle.
I can't taste that in it, but I mean, I can taste kind of the sweetness, but not that sweet.
No, the treacle sort of has this underlying bitterness to it. It's like it's over sweet because it's over bitter at the same time. It tastes like the molasses that they put in it. Look at those Brady Bunch windows.
Hello.
Here's
my
a
name is
story
Terry O'Leary.
of a stamp named
Thank you for
Tori.
joining us for
Terry.
this third video in this series,
the technique
And she
of
was
stamping.
stamping some very special
Francie
cards.
Stampendous
She was
or
joined by
French
her
stamp.
friend
They use her
Stanford.
expertise to demonstrate
And they
a
use
variety
their
of ways
expertise
enhance
to
your
stamp
rubber
in.
stamping.
To
variety
stamp
of
some
ways.
cards.
Yay!
To stamp some cards.
Anybody can
To
press a
stamp some
stamp to a piece of
cards.
paper. But developing a technique is what allows you to become an artist. Fran, how about if you show us some of the techniques you use?
Okay, this
Again,
is where the fun part
This is the next video, and they're still sitting there.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. One of
There's
ones
only
I like
4
to start
videos.
with
These
is
last
doing
2 must be
background
long.
patterns. And
Half-hour
there are several
videos from now on.
designs
No,
which
even
Even
more.
that doesn't
because
make sense. It's gonna have to be like an hour each.
and
Maybe
using
there's a
light
fifth
colored
video
stamp
we're
pad,
missing.
I can take a stamp like
Let's have a
this
look at the.
that is just a square image. And the stamp pads, especially the pastel
sure? As long as you
colors, work
said.
real well for this.
My
A
video
remix
says-
of that
Upper
song?
left corner,
Clip it for me and I'll
just
record it.
keep stamping all the way down the page.
Just keep stamping.
Just look at
and
Wrong video.
then
I
I
know.
can go to make the
Next
next
time.
row.
Next
This
time, I'm
particular
sorry.
pattern, when I played with
We
it,
got the
discovered
boring
that
one
it
this time. Gotta
matched
get it out of
up
the way.
best at
It's
a
not that
what I call
boring,
a
it's just-
half-step
It's not what you're
interval.
into.
It's not my thing.
Line
It's not
it
your
up.
cup of tea.
If you were really into stamping, this video would be exciting.
It would tickle your pink bits.
Okay.
It would
So
tickle
now
them
the
quite
pattern-
thoroughly.
I can
and
back up
satisfyingly.
and catch
Boots was excited for this,
and
and she's
keep
not here.
going on down
Yeah,
the
she
page.
tried, and then she probably got
Looks like it's hard
you know
to do,
sick of
isn't it?
waiting because of
It's not
Fortnite cancelling
difficult
us.
really to line things up once you
Cancelling
get
us.
started. And
We
even
got
if you have
cancelled
some
by
little gaps,
Fortnite.
Your eye sort of fills it in.
We're still
anyway.
on.
With a light color
Okay.
pad.
I
this way,
will-
it's very
You
quick
can
to
watch the
cover
VOD.
the
Hopefully,
entire
this one doesn't
color.
get banned on YouTube.
Yeah, it is moving a lot quicker than I thought it would.
Yeah, and once it goes off the
Stop
edge,
it in.
stamping on the table. Your mama's gonna be upset with you.
So a background pattern can be the first
Ugh.
step of and then adding other things to it. Let me show you some of the finished
Tori did add her. She's probably
examples
busy.
over here.
Okay.
That's
Where
okay.
I
She
did
can watch
another
it
one in
anyway.
lavender. And
If
you
she
can
feels
see
like
it's
it.
the same
Well, she
pattern,
said she was
it
inspired for
takes on a
scamping.
different
It
look.
was her
Here's
idea.
some other finished cards where I went back in and added some bits of color or something in there.
If this really does go
and
for
the
another 2
other
hours, this booze is not going to
colors
last.
in there. And
You got
so
beer
here's
can.
that one
Gonna
stamp.
have to
Again,
get
I'm
the beer
getting a lot
cans
of
out.
mileage out of it. That every time I change colors.
Yeah,
I
there's
change
some
it for
Christmas
different
tie-in.
season,
You
I
see
change
that
it
tree?
for different
It was a
style
Christmas tree.
and everything.
Stoyle.
Here's one where I use
Some
this
Stoyle.
design,
Thanksgiving
and it
tie-in.
creates that little heart shape.
We are in the
in the
in-between
background.
times.
Oh, that's
And,
it's
Yet no
subtle.
Halloween. This is bullshit.
and you can do your
Halloween's the
contrast this
ultimate.
way with a light color
Yeah.
background.
Although it
And
is
do the stamping right over
December
the
now,
top,
which
and
means
once I color
I need to
this
go
in
home
and
and
bring
put
it
up my
out as my
tree.
focal point, it just added interest to have all that color in the background.
Yeah.
My tree's already up.
Look.
Here's another
I
card
noticed.
where I use
I have a
this
tree
design.
back there
and got a
somewhere.
continuous pattern
There
that
it
has the
is.
little hearts in
It's a
it.
dancing tree. When you turn him on, he sings
this
really
one's an
loudly.
example with this.
almost
You can see it
deafeningly.
under there is the background,
Let's not do
and
that.
it
Yeah, let's
matches up again in a V pattern and side to
Headphone
side.
users
Did
would
you
hate
use
us.
the rainbow pad on there?
Yeah, that's the sunset pad.
That is that
Oh.
gives it a whole different look.
Right, you come back with darker colors now on top.
You can't get
and
those
get a very
anymore.
interesting
Rainbow
effect
pads.
from it.
Why not?
And
That was an
next, I'll
80s
show
thing.
you another way that you can do
I'm
some
sure you
very
get
interesting
rainbow
background
pads, surely.
patterning.
Surely.
And
Although
I
it
did
kind
a little bit
of
of this
interests me,
ahead
like how it
using a
actually
yellow
works.
stamp
How does the
pad.
ink stay apart from each other?
And I'm going to add the next color.
Through
Let's see if I can
magic.
guess what you used on.
Witchcraft.
It gives it a very interesting
Satan.
design. But I
This
haven't
Stamping
is
really yet.
Satan.
Kleenex.
Really?
Satan
So you can take the Kleenex to your whatever different color pad, dab it
Hey,
on
no
there,
name brand
and you're gonna
associating
get some
tissues.
sort of
Come
a
on.
look from that image on there.
Now she's
Oh,
stamping
that's
without even
pretty.
stamps.
Fun?
She's
Yes.
just using trash.
Trash can be
You can keep
stamps?
moving
Trash
through the
can be
whole card
stamps.
that
Anything
way.
can be
And you can
stamps.
keep adding
Whoa!
colors,
If it happens.
whatever,
If you stamp
you know,
it.
whatever
Never
you
stamp
like.
Stamp
your
it.
fancy, huh?
Let me show you a finished
Stamp it.
card here, where we did this little Easter card, and I did the yellow.
Oh,
Is
she
this
got
all
these
with the
cards
Kleenex
from
too?
all
Finland?
Kleenex.
Oh, finished.
On this
Never
one, I
mind.
put one of the little tags down to cover up that area, and then I just worked away with the Kleenex. You can go
I have a
across the
Finnish
back
friend
of the
who's a
card.
sound
Sometimes it helps to
engineer.
actually do your
Cool.
testing
And a
over
Czech
here.
one
Oh,
too.
that's a good
And
idea.
move on to
Check
the front
one
of your
too.
card as you're sure you've got it working for you. But play with the Kleenex. You can keep
I got
getting
it the
all
first
different
time.
textures. Look at some of these
Just
examples
so you know.
where I just kept trying to look different things. Again, I put this card down. You might as well
Oh,
get your
I didn't
mileage
turn it on
out
the
of,
silent
you know,
again.
getting a 2-in-1.
It's
But
alright.
other times, just the movement of your Kleenex will keep giving you.
Well,
all
look at those
different
smartphone
patterns.
covers.
You switch colors, there's a marble effect.
Really? Is that
Are
what
they
these
official
are
ones
all
or the
done
ones
with
that you buy
Kleenex?
from
Right,
those
abstract
people in the middle of
for your little
the
lines, and it's all
supermarkets?
called like
Yes.
a faux finish. Is
Yeah.
a fancy word for it, but you can get a lot of
Man.
different techniques with
I
it.
see
with
them with
this
the
one,
minions
I
on them,
think
and I'm
that
like, that's not
it's
official.
necessarily
Yeah, it is.
like
Right.
any
With
of
some
the
of
others.
these, I was working
Official
dry
minions.
a little bit
Official
more. whereas
minions.
over
It's
here,
officially
I
a
had
minion
it
on
wet.
there, and it
Gave you
officially
the
fits the
soft
phone that it's
streaking
made
on
for.
there, so you can
That
work
seems pretty
wet or
official to
dry
me.
on it.
Oh, okay.
And Sandra Posey is one artist who has just developed a lot of beautiful techniques with all of this thing and really inspired the rest
Sandra
of us to try
Posey?
a lot of things like
Who's that?
Those are some
Quick.
beautiful
I
ideas.
don't know, is she dead?
We're doing some on-the-fly research. Who the
let's
hell
look
is
at
Sandra
some
Posey?
sponging.
Okay.
In the same way that you can get some texture with the
Shush.
Kleenex, you can also use these little sponges to get a lot of color and a little bit of
Little
texture.
sponges.
There's
No.
a set of them in the package, and I like to save one for each different color.
Sandra
You can just keep
Posey.
going that way, and without mudding up your colors, you kind of it almost becomes its own little palette on there. And
Draw.
pull out some of the samples here.
No, that's not right.
Some of the fun
That can't
things
be
with
right.
this are that you can take
Got artists. Just put
a very
artists in there
simple
as well.
card that looked a little bit
Stamp.
plain,
Put stamp in
and
there.
just
Oh,
using one of
artist.
the sponges.
Or
Stamp.
maybe
and
I
just
should
work
type
off
in
of a
lectin
stamp pad to pick up some
for
color this way. And I tested over here on my scrap paper to make sure I'm not too dark, but then I can just dab and work into
Nope.
the card as
Nope.
light or dark as I want, as
Oh.
smooth or textured.
Yeah, that
just
gives it a
try
nice
all different
soft
things.
look. I like
Stamp.
It really looks almost like airbrushing.
It
And it's
does.
just a sponge, so it's easy to control. It doesn't take any equipment at all.
And you can make it probably as light or as dark as you would
no.
like, depending on
Can't find
Yeah,
anything
and just
right now.
using several
Doing-
colors on
don't
it
have my,
overall
creep
is
cap
really
on.
fun.
Too
And
busy
on this
watching
card,
stamp videos.
I'm using it to create my whole scenic effect.
Although that
Anytime
doctor we
you
looked
add
up
some
on the
blue
fly
for
was
sky,
pretty good to just.
grass,
Oh, there he is.
and-
Oh boy, there's a video that I know the history of that we're going to watch
So,
eventually.
and on this one now you can
Oh
get
boy,
the
it's funny
sunset,
too.
You know,
Yeah, you have a rainbow of
Yeah,
colors.
I've done some research myself, but I did that. This is
pigments
research I
from
did years
either
ago.
stamp
Sounds
pads,
good. Why haven't you
color
chosen that
tubes,
as your
or even
video yet?
markers, and apply it onto the sponge that way,
Good
whichever way
question.
you
Probably
like
because I forgot that it
to get
existed
the
until
color
right
that
now.
you need.
Good. Sounds good.
That's great. And
Well,
you
next
don't
week's
have
my
to have a
choice, so
stamp
nah.
pad.
Fine, you choose. I'm
Let
down.
me show you something a little
And then we
bit
have 2
different
Christmas
that you can
episodes.
do that kind of
We might have 3 if
is
you're
something
lucky.
like
Oh,
stenciling
3 would be nice.
Yeah, just
in a way.
revisit more
And
Jesus
I
shit.
kinda
It's so
have
simple to
things
do.
in stages here,
You're right.
but I started
Religion.
with one of the
is
little
Christmas.
pastel
Because
colors.
your
It's a
choice for
lavender
next time
one,
is
but
probably
it's
going to
very
be
light. And I'm using one
the
of
pyramid
the
scheme
a
if we
little
don't already do
doily,
it, right?
Yeah.
and I can
Yeah.
put it down on the card like this.
Cool.
And
And I'm definitely choosing.
just using this
home movies
as
for
if it were my
Christmas,
little
so-
sponge. Clean it off here a
See what
little
we
bit.
do in the meantime.
I can put this down on the card and just begin stamping right through the doily,
Oh, great idea.
so that when I pull it away, there I've created the whole.
Can we do a
picture.
super cut of her saying great idea?
Fucking what?
Yeah, this
Well, I
pattern's
want a super
already
cut of her
got
saying great
flowers
idea.
color, so
Right, this is the.
It means I have to sit through all 3
It
hours
really
to do it,
enhances
though.
Oh,
things
it
to
does. It
just-
does.
I can't believe the last 2 videos are going to go for
So
that
you
long.
can see the development of
They
the
have
card
to.
from here,
240 is when it
where
stopped on my
I'm using
recording.
a couple of these little stamps. These we call our French ribbon.
And I did fall asleep
And because they're in separate
while I was
pieces,
backing it up,
you
and my
can
video is
combine
3
them
hours.
all different ways.
You know, I could not figure out what that was
Yeah,
earlier.
it
I
looks
was,
funny by itself.
I couldn't figure it out, and
Yeah.
look at what you've created with one
So you
stamp.
can kind of see a progression
With one
here
stamp.
that we've stamped on there, and then we've done a little bit more sponging around.
So when are they going to
edges,
teach us how to
perhaps.
stamp and stop
And then
looking
go
at her
back
collection of
in.
things?
Now you've got a beautiful
Seriously.
card, and
Well,
it's
if we're up to
enhanced by
episode
the
3, then it's
background.
that we're in the
Crazy.
techniques now.
That is
So
Should be.
So that
Just
makes it a lot of
beautiful.
fun. Here's another little sample where we took the same.
But this is one of those things where we pull out the original
And
video,
it does
right?
allow
And it's
you
got
to
a
hear
price
the
tag on
golden
it saying
edges.
recommended
I think
retail
this is
price
the
$30.
burgundy stamp pad. It was
Each,
very
probably.
quick.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
still not the most expensive video in our list so far.
no,
that
but
freeloader's guide.
Right.
but that's what I'm talking about. Like, they're charging way too much money for basically 2 people just hanging out.
Rosemary McLean Ware is a
I
watercolor.
mean, we're not
artist
charging.
who has
We're
a
So
free.
should we start?
And
Is
reminds
it
us
time to get a
of this
Patreon?
wonderful thing that makes watercolor
We'll do
so
Patreon
easy
special
with
episodes
the
where we
stamping. So I've got
Watch stuff
5
and don't
here,
talk over it.
and I stamped all.
But we're still in the
different
corner,
colors
so
on
it's
here.
free use,
And
fair use,
We
right?
just sit here and
If I
nod.
just add water to it, it will give me lighter values of each of these colors.
Oh,
So
she
I
spilled
just
shit
have
on
a
her
jar
stamps,
of-
and she
of
thought, nah, that's
fresh
pretty good.
water in here. And why don't I let you try it even? Here's a
Oh,
clean
can I?
sponge.
Okay.
And
Well, Patreon,
here we
we
go.
rarely upload
colors
adults
on
only
there. It just moves
episodes.
the color around on the
They don't
paper.
let
This
you
is some of the
upload
more
stuff on the
absorbent.
Patreon.
Well, yeah, but we'd find a host for it and then upload it.
Vimo or
Yeah.
You don't want it
Pornhub.
too wet, and you don't want it too dry, right?
Right.
Okay.
I don't want you too wet either.
Just pull straight down even.
Look, we got the hoisty lady doing
See, now
some
you can
stuff.
get any different
She finally
shades
gets to play
from
too.
that
She's been
dark
sitting there
color
this
if
whole
you add
time.
water.
The
Going,
last
that's a
hour
great
being like,
idea.
can I play?
I like that. Can I
Can I
play?
turn?
Can I have a turn?
Different
And
colors.
she's
Please,
like,
can I have a turn
she's
now?
like, here, you hold this
Since it's
controller.
another
It's
shade
unplugged.
of orange there.
Okay. You know, what an interesting
Good thing I have a lot of
concept to
GameCube
mix
controllers
stamping
for Jackson.
and watercolor.
Yeah.
Well, how did you get that?
Those two
I wanna know how
crates
you got
there are
that. Is
filled
that
with
because of a lot
controllers
of water?
mostly.
Just for
And
him
I
to
just don't
hold
have
while you're
enough
playing
water on
games.
my
Some
Yeah.
of these I used a big brush, but I kind of like the look that the sponge gives us too, so it just gives you a whole variety of different options. And
You should try using a
sometimes the
tampon. They
paper
hold
gets
more
a little
water.
bit wiggly if you get too much water on
Yeah,
there.
but do you
Yeah, I
want
noticed that. Is there a way you can?
to-
Ooh, it's wiggly!
And you can flatten it out too by pressing the card when you're done. Let it dry first, and then you can press
That
it under.
pink
Pressing
one
it.
has
books
not
or
turned out
something.
No,
well.
it's
Anything
not
that has
dripping.
some
It's
paper in
too-
between.
You better do the red one
Dry.
quickly
That's a
before it
good idea.
dries.
Yeah, just use the pink sponge. It's fine.
That's neat. I
It
really
doesn't matter
like
if you
that.
get.
So let me
Yeah,
show
pink
you
and
a
red
couple
together
other
ain't gonna look
things.
fine.
The cards that we had over here, when
Did
I
you have a
worked
look at the
on
link I posted, by the way?
No.
on the recycling
Oh my god, some of
paper,
the things that she's
sometimes
doing
when
these
I
days.
stamp, it doesn't
I,
come up
I
real
legitimately
bright.
want to subscribe to
really?
her
Is that because
vlogs
it's a
just to
paper?
see the things that she's
Right.
up
So
to.
let me
I
show
swear
you
she's
some
got
of it.
like
If I just take
20 people
clean
under her
brush.
posting the
And
things
in
for
fact,
her.
you want to try
Like
some?
that
I'd
kind of
love
thing
to.
where
I'm
like
having
she's
fun.
not actually the one
Okay,
doing
just
any of
give
this
them
shit.
some water in
She
there
gives them
and
the
over
idea and then they have
area.
to
You
post
might
the
want to
articles. Because she's running
the purple
Pinterest,
away from the
Tumblr,
yellow. The
Oh.
purple
like
kind
all
of
the
takes over
things.
the
Is
yellow.
that
So get just
possible?
a
and
purple
an actual
area at a
website of her
time,
own.
wet, and
And
you'll
I'm
see
sort
how
of
suddenly
thinking,
all
I
this vivid
can't
colors.
do
Oh
two
my
things at
God.
once. Like,
Yeah, but women
Most of the time-
multitask,
Stiff
men
maybe
can't.
that was
Yeah.
stamped. Suddenly now
because
looks
yeah,
like
obscure
you
tape
paint
time,
the
like
whole
most of the
thing
time I'm
and
doing my
all it's
research like the day
camouflaged.
before. Because I'm like, I'll do it when I get home. And then
In
suddenly
other
the
areas,
week's
if
gone.
you
I'm
like
like,
more precise, you can just
fuck.
stay within that inked area.
Now this
Stupid
is interesting.
week.
The two effects.
Yeah.
especially during December
I-
because
I
I'm
obviously
keeping
can
myself
use
occupied.
A lot more water here in this one.
Right.
Than
Yeah,
you
and
do.
on this one, I just stayed inside.
I'm
that area,
up to
the
day
purple
7
area.
of my 12
And the
days.
same,
Yeah, is it going
I'd
well
like
so
to
far?
clean my brush
I'll tell you
before I
what,
do
it's
the
a lot of
yellow.
hard work.
definitely.
Really?
I'll
On
bet.
Day
just
6 was the
the
hardest
paper?
because
if
it
you have
was
enough water
sexy
in there,
day.
Okay.
Yeah.
chances
So I
are
had
it's
to
clean. You might
blur
test it on
so
the paper,
much.
make sure you're clean.
Okay, I know.
And
Oh, look at that.
But I think to
sometimes you
myself,
might
there's
wait
only
for
12
one area
days.
to
6 means I'm
dry
halfway
before
through,
you
right?
the
Nope.
other area
No,
where you
because
You're
it's
not halfway through,
exponential.
you're probably like day 10 or something.
Exactly, it's exponential.
You could probably
Oh
camouflage
man,
with your wet
I said that to
brush
Sam the
and
other day.
pull
She's
that
like, "No,
color
it's
down.
exponential." I'm like, "Oh yeah,
Let me try that.
fuck."
If you went backwards,
Mm,
you'd be past halfway by now.
Did I do that right?
yeah.
That really softens it up. Should I do the rest because I did?
It'll
that
help
one?
brighten the colors.
Yeah, okay. All right. And really, you could either kind of.
And
just
I've got
dab
a lawnmower,
on it,
you dig?
or you can brush it. This kind of depends on what
Anything
you
Dab
do.
on it.
Anything you like. That's what I like about this.
See, we got an artist already here. A watercolor artist.
Oh, I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's fun.
That one with the irises really looks nice. That
My
one.
dabs are worse than Connor's dabs.
Yeah.
Connor's dabs
Let me show you a couple other
Who's
things
Connor?
because on the
He's the
ones
Donkey
we've done
Kong
so
speedrunner.
far, we're moving.
Connor
color
75.
out
Go
from
follow
the
that
paper.
motherfucker. He's great.
There's other
I
times
just like the
that
I think it's like
you
a
might go back
kindergarten
and
or
actually
primary
put
school
color in
video
what
where
it
a
was
whole bunch of
made
kids are
before.
lining up and they're
Let me show
filming
you,
them
for
all and they're all
example,
the
on
dabs.
here.
And then this one
card
kid at
I
the
had
end does this
stamped
thing
with
where he's
the dark
like,
colors, and I used some of the
because he doesn't quite
pastel
understand the
markers,
spatial
and I went back
thing.
and colored in.
That's
But even
cute.
that,
He's
these were
cute
the
and
lightest
he fucking
markers I
sucks.
had, and it still looked rather
No,
bright.
he's just practicing his
If I wanted
Sentai
a real
moves.
light wash,
You gotta
like we had
update
in
me
this
when I
one,
get back. What
one of the
happened?
few ways to get
Okay.
is to use
We've got to
this
pay
wet brush
close
technique.
attention to
So
this.
let's try this. Let me
Alright,
borrow
what's
the brush
happening?
back. What I've done is I've used
What's
this
happening
little
is-
palette, and I've taken some of the markers and just scribbled
Oh, they're
in
scribbling?
the palette.
Oh, is that
Okay.
going to be enough?
Why?
Let's try it. Let's
Okay.
see. And I've
would
already
know.
put a bunch of other colors in here.
Here's one she prepared earlier.
Now I just have my wet
Right.
brush, and I put some of this pink in here earlier, and you can see I have a lot more control of the light or dark. And if I wet
What the
this whole rose area,
I can't see
And-
shit in there.
then if I want it darker, let's say I'm not picking up enough from there, I could also take my,
Is that
see,
your,
I think I
your
used this
two-tip?
pink. Right.
Oh, get these techniques or these
Okay.
pens.
I can also take my brush this way and get some darker shade on there. So I have a lot of different options, but in all of these, I'm putting the color in with the brush.
Right.
So
That's
that gives
beautiful.
you some nice.
You know, I'm surprised that a little bit of your marker in there will create that much color.
And some of this, even if it dries in here, you can come back and use it later. This one seems like it's dry.
Yeah,
I get my
it
wet
was.
brush in there and I find out, oh, I've got yellow in there.
Now, I notice you're not staying within the lines.
You can get a real soft effect if you want, or you can stay within lines, whatever look you want.
That is beautiful.
So-
It just seems to just flow right into the other petals
Yeah.
on each flower.
Oh, it's so pretty.
That's
Makes
beautiful.
it a lot of fun. Let's just show you a few more samples on here, but this one hardly looks stamped at all by the time you get even this much water on here.
Looks like
the
someone
grass.
painted that on it.
And other times with your patterning, just run a brush down the whole area.
Oh, now that's an interesting idea. You use the rainbow stamp on that, or two colors.
It may have, I'm not sure which, it may have been markers on there.
But you
But it
use
gives
the
you
two
the
colors,
same-
and then the way they just blend together, they're
Blend
so
all together.
soft.
They
And
blend
this
together.
one, we
So
had
soft.
seen a sample earlier that was on the chrome coat.
That's right, I remember.
This one on the more absorbent paper gives you a rather
Did you
different,
pay all the
softer
attentions?
look.
So they've done textures.
And
Well, they've worked onto that.
They've got the textures, and what they're doing is they're drawing with the textures in the palette thing,
Yeah.
and then they're putting the sponge in the palette, or the brush in the palette, so they can get just a tiny little bit of color on there. And then she realized it wasn't enough color, so she just drew on the brush.
Why not cut that bit
Now we're
out?
going to take a look at some
Well, because she
three-dimensional techniques
she
on how
saved
you
herself.
can
She
see
did.
how
I'll give her that. She's like, and if you want it darker, and then just,
collage. What do you call these?
Now,
They're
legitimately,
probably
I like this
nested
technique.
They all
Like,
fit
I think that's a
inside
good
each other
like
that
thing
way,
to
and the
be
colors
telling
are
people
fun.
exists.
They are
That you
fun.
can just
oh sure,
draw on a stamp and then
Interesting
stamp
things
it.
you did with
Yeah.
them.
Totally.
There's a
the
lot of
different
ideas
colours, that's
that you can take
cool.
your
But she was doing it on a
samples in
brush.
dimensions by
Really?
Oh.
cutting out pieces and building layers, and that's some of what we'll look at next.
Great. Let's get started.
Okay.
It's building
one of the
layers
things
like
that
an
we were
onion.
talking about is, and using your intuitive side of the brain and
You're doing that thing where you're
experiment
zooming ahead of me
and
again,
play
aren't you?
with all of this stuff.
do you
Sometimes
mean?
that first try
Drink
doesn't work
twice.
quite right.
Oh.
But
You're
I
on your
always tell
second
people,
one of
don't
these?
throw it
Yeah.
away. And
Yeah.
so I
Fair
could
enough.
have a whole envelope.
Okay.
but there was
I
still
call
some
my
left of the
recycled
other one.
envelope, and I
Really?
saved
I just
all the
filled up my
pieces.
cup.
And let's see what we've still got in here.
Oh, good.
Kinds of fun things.
I drink
What
quickly.
happens
Californian
is sometimes
beer.
that first try doesn't
Isn't it?
work quite right, but if you save the
Quite
pieces,
right.
sometimes you can put it together in a different way, and it'll give you an idea
She's
you haven't thought of
recycling.
before. And
Back
here's
in the
some
90s.
pieces that are like background patterns. that
Oh,
we
this is
talked
90s, is
about.
it?
And some of them,
Early
you
or
know,
late,
maybe
you
they
reckon?
came out looking
It's,
a little bit funny,
it's
but you can
early.
use pieces.
Cut corners or punch things out if you
Yeah,
need to.
take the little pieces that did
Yeah, this
Punch
is-
things out?
and
Well, let's not get
regroup them in a
violent. It's just a
different way.
stamp
Because you
video.
might
See
put
that
a
little
lot of
star
work
thing
into
up
something
in
like
the top
this,
right
and it's
corner
just
that
maybe
they've got
still
on the
And
big.
you've got a
overhead?
smear on the background of the
It's
paper.
actually a hole punch
so it
in the
doesn't
shape
go
of
to
a
waste.
star.
You just save it, and later you come
So you
back
can
to it.
punch things out.
And, in fact, one
And there's a
thing
whole
that's
bunch of
Yeah,
different
but still,
shapes that
just not
she's
get
got.
violent.
Yeah, I know.
You don't need to get violent.
This
Okay.
will work every time, and you can do all
Absolutely.
different
Did you ever see my haunted house, by the
The
way?
first
Yeah, you got it
step
from
is to
dusk.
Find a background pattern.
Well,
and
my
that's
mum
layer
got it for
one.
me from Dusk.
Okay.
I was going to get
Then
some
you
stuff
can
from
do
Dusk,
a
and I
second-
decided that all their
Your
stuff
second
is
layer can be
a
one of
little
these
too
doilies.
cheesy for the price they were
Okay.
asking.
And the
That's
third
fair.
layer can be
I
any
do
color
like
Though I
them.
love that because
on there.
I like it as well.
And
but
on
you
I-
Halloween I
you
put a
put it in a
candle in it and it looked
combination
fucking
of
incredible.
that simple
I wouldn't want to
project,
pay more
and
than
it'll look
$10 for
like
it
a
though.
very,
And Dusk, even on
fancy-
half
You know, I
price
would.
sale,
I
would be
see.
asking 20 or so.
I was gonna say that's like I would pay like 30 for that thing.
Really?
Yeah, that it's really nice.
That's Dusk though. You've gotten converted over. You've
No.
You've
Only
got all
that
that.
thing.
What's the jewelry called? Pandora. You've got that
Tori
in your
gets
life.
that.
Yeah, you've got that in your life.
Well, she
Tony.
doesn't anymore. Now we have a baby. Now we don't really get anything.
So we actually bought something from Dusk this Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Pick anything?
A
Is your second layer.
So I don't even know what it actually is. It a store?
It's a
That's just
store
in
that's
town or something.
It's deliberately
Okay.
expensive for people who like to buy
Doesn't matter.
candles as for
Okay.
themselves
Okay.
or for gifts.
And then our third
Basically,
layer,
it's fancy
this is
shit,
a pretty basket
Yeah.
here.
but it's really not that great of quality. But some of the stuff is alright.
Now we have
But they are an American brand, so they will get lots of Halloween stuff in. And I look at it, and it's all kind of kiddie, childish. And that stuff, like if you got one, it's cute. But like if you buy a lot of stuff from Dusk, it suddenly becomes a little bit too.
Okay.
What's it called? Kitsch?
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know
a little
what the
too
word
kitsch.
is.
It's kitsch. Kitsch is the word. But I bought something from Dusk this year because we went in and had a look at all the sales from after Halloween was like overdone and stuff. We didn't like anything from Dusk for the prices that they were asking because it's stuff that we could get elsewhere for a lot cheaper, basically, like candle holders and they're cute candles. But like if you light a candle, it's gone. I mean, Australian summer, it's just oh, I didn't light that candle. Why is it melted on my table? Because it's fucking Australian. That's why. We bought
And
a
we used a lot
apron.
of this on those boxes.
And the
'cause
apron
it
had all
builds up
bats
that
and
layer, that three-dimensional
pumpkins
layer.
on it, and
And all
it was
you need
pure
is a
black
little
but with
piece
gold
of it.
writing said like Happy Halloween, and we liked it, and we're like, because she was wearing it when she was talking to us about, because
Peel off
it's one of those stores where they
and
ask
secure
you
it, even
if
one
you
right
need
in the
help
middle
and they talk to you
on the
about their
back
stuff and
is
try
gonna
and sell
give
you
you
up.
some height.
And
Oh,
she was
just
wearing
kinda
it, and we're like,
raise it up
what about the apron? That's kind of nice. Where'd you get that? And she's like, no, we sell them here.
Boy,
I'm like,
this
how much?
strip
And
I
she's like,
could use
15
probably
bucks.
last year.
I'm like, 15 bucks for
Yeah.
good quality, full like
Tiny
denim,
piece.
black denim.
And then this would be glued.
Not just one of those cheap aprons, but a full proper one.
Right, and this would
That's a
be
good
easier
price.
flat
So we grabbed
iron.
one of those.
Easier.
And then, you know, on the back of my kitchen door, how I had the things
So there's
hanging?
all kinds
Well,
of
I've separated it,
things
so
that
now
just,
there's
you
three
know,
things
yeah,
hanging.
you
So
know,
there's
you
one
can put
spiders,
something
one
in
skulls, and
behind
then the
here,
dusk
you
one in the
can
middle.
look,
So that's
cut
what I
pieces
bought
out
from
of
Dusk.
this, or, you know, whatever
I
you
like
wanna
that.
do
Are
with
we
that.
talking about Halloween?
And all these things.
Halloween's
Well, I
better
was also
than
going to
everything
mention,
else.
you may have noticed that I've cheated.
Played
And
with all
that my
different ideas.
tinsel up here.
Oh, yeah.
pumpkins,
All
and that
my
is
tinsel.
spider.
All my tinsel, spiders,
And we
pumpkins,
have ghosts.
purple bats.
We have ghosts on the Christmas tree.
Every Christmas.
Pigs!
Oh,
She finally made it. Yeah,
You're
Tori
an
added
hour
you.
late.
You've only missed an hour. There's still 2 to
Pete,
go.
Rewind.
I see what
Uh-uh.
you mean here about layers.
I can't.
I can't do it.
Okay. The last hour and 10 minutes has been something. You need to learn your stampology.
That's okay. The
We
best
can
stuff's
catch
coming.
you up because what it hasn't really told us much so far.
No, she's
In
just
the last
showing off.
hour, she's just showing off.
Okay, so Pooh, do you want to know about the video?
So you have a stamp, and you want to know, how do people with these stamps get it so that there's like they stamp it, but there's all these different colors in the stamp? How do you do it? Well, you might think that they have this magical ink that they just dip it in. No, they color it in with a texture.
Yeah, there's no magical rainbow sponges here.
They get a marker and they color it in.
I think that's revolutionary.
It's great.
You-
I used to do that in primary school.
Yeah,
It's
but I
great.
never did, and I think I saw it happen in this video. I'm like, that's amazing.
I
They're
did that
fucking
when I was
geniuses.
like 9.
But tell you everything? Alright, we'll do a re-intro. Basically, the two people here, one of them, the lady who's showing off all her stuff instead of teaching us how to stamp, her in the blue, she is the CEO and owner of the company called Stampendous.
They get markers and they color in the actual bits of the stamp with different colors, so that when they stamp it, it's different colors.
That's what
They
you're
also
actually interested in,
and
not
the other thing they do is they get the little palette thing and they use the markers and they color in the actual parts that you normally put the paint in, and then they put their brush in there instead.
Well, I have paint pens as well from when I used to make condoms, and even
Yeah,
later
I have paint
because
pens
I like
too.
paint pens.
Paint
So
pens are
you
great.
could push them in a hole and they just bleed.
No, because that's too much color.
Yeah, I
That's
know,
what
but
she would have
that's-
said here. That's too much color.
But that's what I do when I do my little painting things.
Oh boy.
I like paint pens.
Oh, they have scissors too, and they like to cut things.
Yeah, and sometimes their scissors are shaped, so when they cut things, it comes out shaped.
And they
but
punch
yeah,
it.
Fran here in the blue, she made the company Fun Stamps, Suspenders, whatever. She bought random custom camps stamps.
save, I just
Drank
put
too
in
much
another
already.
layer.
35 years ago, and she thought this is great, and she loved stamping so much she made a whole company out of it. You can look them up.
This is another one here
Stampendous
with a little
still exists today. You can buy stamps from her. Her picture is on it. You can talk to her if you want. I mean, seriously, she's still around. And the other lady is a Emmy Award-winning TV personality that started off doing news back in the early 90s.
Do you know
when
what she
was
won the
doing
Emmys
this.
for? I don't think I asked that.
TV personality.
So just for being on TV.
She's like a morning show person.
And those
Really? So
Yeah.
was she actually like a regular host of something, or was she just a guest?
You can look her up, and she was regular host. I mean, I looked her up. As I said, I was talking to her on Facebook and having. I went through her Facebook, and she's posted clips from her shows, which have been recent. She's doing things like flossing and stuff, which is recent. She's a freaking MILF. I posted a picture of her in the Discord. She's
well, you could create.
Cool.
I'm looking at it right now. Y'all should go _Discord, assuming it works, and join the Discord if you haven't already.
So I've posted a link to her craft website, because now that she has gotten the Emmys and she's become famous or whatever, after this thing where she was in a vest with too big a hair, she's gone back to being a craft enthusiast, and now she does stamping again, but she also does things like...
yeah, she is quite beautiful.
I mean, isn't that a sexy mum? Like, I'd want to date my friend's mum if she was like
She
that.
looks like Marie Osmond.
Little bit Osmondy.
As in, like, not young Marie Osmond, but like
Yeah, I know what you're talking
10,
about.
20 years ago Marie Osmond.
Yeah.
She's got that thing going.
Yeah, but she's a
I
craft.
vibe with that. I like that.
She teaches you how to make like love heart eggs inside of toast.
Oh, isn't that
I want to do that.
Like, it's on it. I posted the link in the general chat of Discord. She teaches you
But
how
now that
to.
you've said that and Tori's watching, if I do it, she'll be like, oh, you just learned that from that lady.
Why not?
You learned that from that MILF.
Terry O
It
is a
doesn't really
cool
matter. I mean, you
lady.
I mean, you don't want to build it up.
I agree
too
with
high,
that.
obviously, but
This is
even
way
that
early in
three-layer
her career, but she
and
has
three-layer
made herself a
next to
cool
a
lady. So
two-layer.
this is interesting. We'll probably get a copyright strike for this because she's so cool.
And so
One
the
of those
easy
things
thing
where,
is
you know,
that
it's
you're
not a
stamping
dodgy little
first
Australian
and then
thing, so
cutting
we're going to
away
get copyright
the
strike.
areas.
That's it. Every time we've done non-Australian, we've gotten into trouble.
Yep, the American crashes and the UK.
Well, it was UK,
5
wasn't it? Was the
seconds of
crashes not
dread.
a UK thing?
No, that was American.
Oh, okay. I think I'm just thinking that because the commentator was British.
You want to be a stamp lady?
We should be stamp ladies, Poots.
Oh!
You and I, we'll be stamp
I
ladies.
should probably. So I explained to you everything that was in the tape, but since you're here late, I'll explain to you the actual tape. Is my aunts, both of them, were stamp ladies, and they were heavily into pirating. And this is 4 different stamp videos, all recorded onto the same pirated tape that I got off them. And basically,
The more you say that it's pirated, the more likely are that someone will watch clips through it and be like, pirated?
oh,
No.
I shouldn't
joking.
use the
I'm joking.
buzzword. No, are you really? Because I
literally
don't know.
joking.
I don't understand. So much stuff gets in trouble. But anyway,
Because it's copyrighted.
everything
It doesn't
copy-
matter whether
it
it's
should
like...
be fair use because we're commenting on it,
Technically,
right?
we're doing piracy right now.
Anyway, there are 4 different videos on this tape that goes for nearly 3 hours, but they are wearing the same clothes and sitting at the same table. They have just cut it up into different things and then sold each tape for like $30.
oh yeah.
No wonder
Yaha, fiddle-dee-dee, being a pirate is alright with me. Do what you want because a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
Yeah.
Pirates aren't that bad.
Fiddle-dee-dee. Being a pirate is
Also,
alright with me.
we are the
Do what
pirates
you
who
want.
don't do anything. You might know this one, Poots.
Yeah.
We just stay home and lie around. And if you ask us to do anything,
Okay.
we'll just tell you.
We don't do anything.
Surely you know that one, Poots.
Good idea, because you
Well, I've never sniffed
something
the
like
stink
this is
bug, and
one
I've
to
never
straight.
licked the light bulb, and I've never painted daisies on a big red rubber ball.
that line.
And I've never bathed in yogurt, and I don't look good in leggings. And I've never been to Moscow in the fall.
We're supposed to sing about piratey things. You
Oh.
just don't get it.
Well, I didn't do very good.
That's from VeggieTales, Poots. God, you know VeggieTales. I know you know VeggieTales.
Back and do some more.
I want
They made a whole movie called The Pirates Who Don't Do Anything.
I love that movie. Have you looked into whether we can watch the VeggieTales VHS
We cannot
yet?
watch the VeggieTales.
Oh, we
VHS.
have. I want to buy more.
then we can repeat
I
it.
love VeggieTales.
We have
VeggieTales and
If
Colin
we get
are two
popular,
things
we can watch
One
Colin.
of the punches-
Yeah, we can.
I'm down to watch
But
Colin.
they are two
This is
things
more the style
that
of
I've
it.
kind of looked at
Yeah.
that I've gone,
But
I
instead
hate
of just a round punch,
Christianity
these are
in
actually
general.
parts.
But these things would make me want to just appreciate it
yes.
because they're not being
And
hateful.
you
Like
can
the
do all
VeggieTales
sorts of
cartoons, they
patterns
even
across.
hate the godly message at the end themselves.
Just Bob.
And-
That's only Bob. Only Bob
Only
the tomato.
Bob, but
hates that.
even with like Colin's stuff, he kind of is just this nice guy
This
who
is
loves
also
everybody,
another kind of punch.
and like that's what
Yeah, I
Christianity is
understand
about.
punch.
Not all this hateful bullshit we see on like the Trump's
This one
media at
is-
the
it's
moment.
all-
Yeah, that's like I had an idea of maybe we should do a thing like where we just
I will be here for that if you
All
want
the-
to do OTT after dark where we watch things that we think will get copyrighted on Discord. I'll be up for that. We watch porno, we can watch VeggieTales. We should do the two together so that it would be a juxtaposition.
VeggieTales and porno together.
Yeah, so like girls fucking themselves.
No,
with
but the whole thing we could just do
cucumbers
is like
while we
just little short things, and then I can just, you know, eventually I'll put all these episodes onto
All
Cellseek
different kinds of
in my
patterns
mixtape
with
folder.
that.
I think you should
And
look
there's
into
all different
Vimo
shapes.
because they have less copyright
And that's
restrictions. That's all.
half
No,
the fun.
I'm not gonna
Doing
bother.
all these
I'm not gonna
different
bother.
I don't know
things.
anything
And
I'm not
then
opening
do
new
it in
accounts. I
different
can't be
colors.
fucked.
I'll do it.
You can
You do it.
glue them
Yeah,
back
give me the
on
files. I'll
other
do it.
cards.
Yeah, give me
Oh,
access
shit.
to the YouTube. I'll edit out the shit that gets us in trouble. I'll do it. I have so much free time in my brain
Combining
that I don't
large
actually
and
have.
small.
But
Yes.
I just get.
So the point is, we could then my idea is for After Dark, we could have special guests since we're doing it on Discord.
Oh yeah.
We could be like, hey Poots, come watch VeggieTales because you know a lot about VeggieTales. You had to grow up in that kind of a house.
Do we get video as well?
We
This one is
can
the
possibly.
star.
We can do that.
Down here.
Because I
And there's
don't
a
know what any of your
diamond and a
fans look
circle
like.
Pattern and just
I'm
any
assuming they're all
combination.
Kratom
beautiful.
Poots are beautiful. Yeah,
Actually, no, I did see Kraid and he's a little bit beautiful.
he's a hottie. Kraid's a hottie.
He's a bit of a hottie. I did see Kraid. I was because I was adding Poots, and then when I did add Poots, Kraid started typing, so I quickly right clicked on his name and had a look at his tweets. And yeah, he's a bit hot.
He's a hottie.
You can even
But he never actually typed after he did that.
Look, all I'm
It
saying
said
is,
typing, and then he decided not
all
to
I'm
say
saying
anything.
is, when Tori and I go over there and visit them sometime, if Kraid and I happen to run away, if we happen to run away and leave Tori and Poots to their own, then you
all
know.
different punch ideas. So it's kind of a nice
can't
overview
blame
of
me.
all the things that we're
Two?
looking at.
Oh, you're probably talking about
Quite a
Pete and
variety.
Tori. I'm not included.
She's talking about you and Tori. I'm the ugly one.
Before.
Yeah.
This one actually
You
is a
are.
combination of the with three of them on there, it forms the whole.
I'm not laughing because it's true.
Right, just all put together in
That's okay. You'll come out and do the
This one down
5K
here I
runs with
find
me eventually, right?
you have
Look at my fucking shoes, man.
I'm
design.
so
Right.
fucked in the head that
using the
Just eat
star
my
frame,
lasagna. That'll make you
using the
thin.
big one in the middle to create.
I have actually been eating
frame
pretty good lately.
in there,
Yeah?
and that was
Sorry
one
for
of
the
little
lasagna.
Victorian tags, just to create-
Although I will tell you something, the lasagna is made from, you know how they make meat out of vegetables?
Is there shrooms in it?
Yeah. Let me
Not
show you
actual
a
shrooms,
few
but there are
more
mushrooms
punch
in it.
things.
But we've been
That's
sitting
fine.
around too long.
Great.
Okay, if I hallucinate a little bit,
We
that's
mentioned
okay.
punching
Just a little bit.
some of
But
the
do you-
foil papers that were in the
You know how they
paper.
make veggie
You can
meat,
also
right?
punch some of
Yes.
this other kind
So
of
I picked up these
paper
meats for
that
$2
glitzy
that
kind
because
of
nobody
paper.
wanted to buy them.
That's
It's
fun.
still got
That's
actual
really
beef
nice.
in
And
it,
let's see, I
but it's
punched out
also
a bunch
made
the
of
little
celery,
parts that
onion,
have
tomato, and
Why is that a
carrots.
bad thing? That has just more flavor in
Who
it.
said bad thing? I'm just saying.
No, I'm
that's
saying
what-
why is no one buying it? That's my
Oh,
point.
yeah, exactly.
Very
So
yellow
it was.
Who is dumb enough to leave it on the
only-
shelf that long?
It's only like
patterns on there.
20 to 30% actual meat. The rest of it's veggies. And I bought it and I made it, and like, it's the best thing in the world. I'll quite happily pay $2 for 500 grams of that. That means I don't have to marinate the meat in all those veggie flavors in the first place. I just put it in and it's automatically tastes like bolognese. You'll eat that lasagna, you'll be like, this is the most regularly bolognese flavored thing I've ever tasted from my cooking. But then it'll be too hot.
Put them on.
It's gonna be
They're on.
spicy.
It's,
You're not gonna
I
have
deliberately made it a little bit too spicy because I was craving the spice and it's
Yeah.
and also red wine. It's got red wine in it.
So are
it
you on a spice kick now?
I am.
Did me being like,
And
hey, I
then-
really want spicy food,
Yeah,
put you on a spice kick?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
absolutely.
Oh boy.
I want to buy some more of those hot sauces.
And there's a lot of different
Hot
look at the
sauce.
varieties. Some of these
America.
colors. And then
But,
others are more subdued.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, some of them are fine.
Stamping.
And
Oh yeah.
This one looks different.
Glitter!
Oh, they're using glitter now? Now this is where Tori gets excited.
Tori likes the glitter.
One time she made me a birthday card that had so much fucking glitter in it.
Did she order it from that place where it was like you opened it and then there's glitter everywhere?
No,
Do I need to
thankfully.
buy Tori
No,
some
because,
glitter bombs?
because she knew that,
So that
I would be
she had
opening it
magical
in this
food?
house and she didn't want to...
You don't want glitter everywhere? Why not?
Because there's dogs.
Yeah, I put the dogs in glitter baths. I'll get Tori some glitter bath bombs and we'll wash the dogs
Yeah, you
in
can
it.
kind of smooth it from one end.
We'll wash the dogs in
And then
glitter.
after it's
I would do
on there,
it.
then you can
Yeah.
put
And if she says no, just wait till she's back at work and we'll do it anyway.
I got a glitter bath bomb once
the sparkle.
and I wiped my butthole and it had glitter in it.
That's fun.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, I'll set it back on here.
I want glitter in my butthole.
I had magical
Oh, Craig's here too!
Nice sexy man.
No, we didn't say anything nice. We're saying how ugly and disgusting you are, and we definitely didn't say that you're a beautiful man. We didn't say that you're a hottie.
I don't really often look...
No, T, we weren't saying that.
I just turn up and watch videos with you. I don't actually know you're fans, but I click.
Fans? I'm more of a fan of Craig than he
But I
is of me,
click.
that's for sure.
I clicked, and he's a sexy man. Why is he in your
So I'm gonna
chat?
fold
That's what I want to know.
the pattern in, and along the fold, I can take my scissors and clip 2 places in here that are about the same
She's making snowflakes.
distance up from the fold.
Y'all be
And then I'm
blushing.
going to take that little piece and fold it
T! No, I'm not. T! You are.
What's she doing now? She's folding a
up. Yeah,
cup.
the pattern is on the inside.
This is more shit that I used to do in primary school.
And in fact, if you want to crease something, you can just take a clean edge.
Oh, we're creasing it now, are we?
With a set
Oh,
square.
oh, we're creasing it.
And when we open
Now what
it
happened?
up this way, now you can
Ooh.
just push it out, pop it up,
Oh,
going the other direction.
Pump it up.
Shit that I used to do in primary school. This is great.
Yeah, because your primary school teachers watch these videos.
I don't remember being taught it by my teacher. I think that's just shit we all came up with. Not me, as in I did not come up with any of it. But
But now you can put that thing on it so it pops up when you open
yeah,
it.
that's what we would do. We'd make pop-up books.
Mount the separate piece on there with some glue. And the
Alright,
idea is
And then we
It's
got in trouble for
objectification.
defacing our,
it's gonna be
for our,
completely flat.
like breaking our workbooks, like cutting them up and
Oh, how
making our workbooks
wonderful.
and pop-up books and stuff.
And then this whole card can get mounted inside another card.
So yeah, great idea, I suppose, but
This
Folded,
video is
you
so
can then
long.
decorate the outside even before you put the 2 together.
this is the first time we've
So
had
that
one
gives you a
video
very
to watch the
simple
whole
way
time.
to
Next
do
time we'll
pop
probably
card.
Forest Edge,
And I'll
right?
show you an elaborate
Yeah.
one here.
I think I'll enjoy Forest Edge a bit more.
This is built on
We'll get
larger
taken
dimensions,
down, that's for sure.
but
We will,
turn it around here.
Wow, look
but it's
at
still going to be a
that.
great episode.
Oh.
So here we've got 3
This
is
is
layers.
the Arts and Crafts episode. As
But we will have a
requested.
second one because I have
See
more videos
the
enough to make another episode
at
with,
least.
with Magical Rainbow Sponge Girl, if you know who
All
she
the other
is.
pieces are
If you
cut
don't look it up.
and
Just
Don't
wait.
look it up, wait for
clean
us.
them until you get
We'll
them.
ping you before we go live. We should have done that already.
That is a lot of
Stupid
work.
Fortnite.
Yeah, so the reason the stream broke today, Poots, by the way, is because Fortnite has a new season out,
You made your process
and so
Enough said.
many people
and then you have
decided they wanted to watch Fortnite and play Fortnite and stream Fortnite that it just broke Twitch. No, it didn't crash. It just broke slightly to the point where like I couldn't be live for more than 3 or 4 seconds at a time.
And if you glue it on, or
be
you
interesting
can
to
move
watch
things
at
around
least
and do a
on
little
the
bit of
playback.
planning.
I think the playback will be fine. Just that first 20 minutes will be us sitting here going, so we're not live, huh?
Huh.
Okay, so that kind of includes a whole variety of
guess.
3D things that you can try.
Boy, that gives
Oh, they've got a
you
3D thing going?
that.
Oops. Don't move it. It's good.
Right out.
It's better that the beer goes in the beer box.
Good.
I don't give a shit. I
Friend,
can
I'd
clean
really
the floor.
like to learn some tricks about
Twitch needs
combining
assistance.
the
Yeah, they
overlapping
need to have a
images, like
Fortnite
using
server.
a
They just need to have
garden
servers for
so
Fortnite and all those big
can you show me
games.
how to do that?
Yeah, let's go
Great.
through a whole series.
Let's just
of things
ban
from
anything that
card.
gets
We'll
popular.
start with the simplest, and then we'll keep adding.
I disagree with that
Okay. great.
because
One of the
I've had a
first
lot of fun
things
with
that's a
Phasmophobia.
real easy trick
That's
is to
popular?
take a stamp,
Yeah.
color
I
on
got
the
free
functional
keys for that.
image.
How
I
cool.
know. I didn't have to pay for Phasmophobia, which is great. I would honestly pay for it. It is that kind of
I
a
might
game.
color just one little part down here.
You still haven't gotten that thing out of my creator, by the
I
way.
haven't because I haven't really. I don't.
You
social
said you
media-
wanted it when you were
Look like
over.
grass.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get it. I'll grab it.
It will disappear.
I'll grab it
if you
now.
don't.
Right,
I'll grab it
because-
now.
Yeah, do it
I mean,
now.
that's not
All right.
even what's in,
Well, that
you know,
Fortnite is. You know, I will say, as much as Fortnite is poo poo, it's quite poo poo. Tori and I, like early in our relationship, we did have a good time playing
Another
together.
way would be that
She
if
brought
I
her
wanted only
PlayStation
a
over to my
single
house, and
iris,
we would just sit
I
there.
could
Which one
color
was it?
just that
Imagine
part.
lifetimes. You wanted
When we're
that.
working
You said
with
that
the
looked
stamp pads,
interesting.
I'd be limited
Well,
to
I've got
the
it now.
whole
That's the
design.
last thing
But
gone.
markers will allow me to do just
Gone.
part.
Yeah, we did have a good time playing it together. Although
Yeah.
more recently with Phasmophobia, we have found that way.
You know
more
what I like about
interesting to
Fortnite?
play together.
Colors on here
The
for
pop
the moment.
vinyls. They're really pretty toys.
I'm sure they are, but
I might want
that's more of a
to
pop
leave.
vinyl thing, isn't it? Because there's rarely ever a
I
pop
might want
vinyl that doesn't
even
look
these
nice.
sleeves over here.
There's a Hybrid Theory one that's coming out, and I wish I could afford it, but I
Really?
can't.
As long as
A
the
Hybrid
rest of
Theory
it is
pop
clean.
vinyl.
Yeah, like you know the album cover how it has the guy with
Yeah.
the flag. It's that.
Is it? Oh, so it's
In
one of
pop
those
vinyl.
stage ones, like the guy.
No, I think it's just the guy with the
So
flag.
you're
No, but-
omitting the part
Okay,
that
so
you-
it'll be
Hang
normal
on.
$20 price.
No, it's gonna be like $30 or $40.
Well, then yeah, that's a stage one.
is
Like
to
the
begin,
what's his name? Your favorite
covering
character
up
from
different
Steve Harrington.
areas.
Steve Harrington
You know,
hitting
actually,
off
I was gonna
the
show some other
doggies.
things with this one. Here's another one.
Because that was a stage
Where-
one.
The whole image has several different elements. Some of
Talking
them,
about music
like
pop
this
vinyls,
one,
I wouldn't
maybe
mind
there's
getting myself
two.
an
This is
Eddie.
what we call the
Yeah, it's a full
cartoon
stage. That's
stand.
why.
And
Yeah.
it's easy to
I would love
color
it,
just this
but
half
I can't
or
afford
this
that
half,
shit.
if
That's
all you
it looks so
want.
cool though.
Yeah, you could just
I do
either-
like the coloring, how
or
it
you
looks
could do
like
both
it's
if you had a specific design in
spray.
mind, but you could get a lot of mileage.
Yeah.
out of something
What's it
like
called when you do that?
And then
Well,
this
it-
one,
it's the graffiti art
there are
style, but I
several
don't know what you
different
actually call it.
segments to it. If all you wanted was this segment,
Yeah.
you could color just that.
If I end up
Or
finding
you
one
can
second
I like
hand,
how you said that
someone
it's
that
poo
one.
poo and then you can't say
Take a look at,
anything.
that
No,
one
you just
card
said
you had
something.
over
Yeah,
there
I was just going
I'm
to
sorry.
say.
You can't say anything 'cause you never played it?
But you did say
It's-
something. You said it's
Look,
poo poo.
it's a bad game. I will say it is not a good game. Fortnite is a bad game.
I don't like
Tori and I
the
had fun
building
playing
mechanic.
it when it first came out, before season 1 was even a thing. So that before they had seasons, the first season was a Halloween season. I know that 'cause we kind of played into it, like into the first few weeks of it. But by the time that season had started, the metagame had already happened. And the metagame of Fortnite is you look around really fast and you just build things really quickly. So you're building like whoa, 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 floor, 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 whoa, 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 everywhere, and like you build these big towers, and it sucks.
Cover up the teacup.
Combat becomes more about who can build the biggest, funnest tower.
In fact, let me have you try this.
Yeah, he's right. It sucks. It's a shit game.
Pretty pink pad.
I don't like online
And try
versus games in
doing,
general.
you know, a whole bunch
I
of
like the idea of it because Mario 35 or whatever,
Stand
Super Mario 35 on the
this area
Switch.
as you move out
Okay,
and
and
see
Super
kind of
fun.
go up and
In fact, that was probably one of my
Walking that
favorite
straight
Nintendo
edge.
Switch
It looks like
games.
you're down inside the cup.
Is it 35 or 45? Whatever it
Okay,
is.
I get that. Alright.
You can't say we didn't have fun with it, Tori,
It
but I agree.
sucks.
It sucks. We did have fun with it, but it sucks.
It
stinks. What do you think?
Yeah.
It stinks.
It looks like they're all just coming right out. You could go back in, add. Here, try another one.
Color.
Stop it.
Okay.
Here.
Clean that off a little bit.
Yeah, Tori and I definitely had fun with it, but yeah, it's a shit game.
They're making
Oh,
love
okay. These
stamps.
are all.
Because if you watch it, like if you watch it, you have this thing. You have this thing where it's just people building these big towers and just running around, flipping their mouse around really fast, going click, 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 building these towers, and it looks terrible. It's not fun at all. I just want to shoot people.
Well,
Which is exactly what Tori said when we stopped playing it. We were like,
The
oh
thing
yeah, we
is-
just want to shoot people. This is stupid.
I think other people ruin everything because I loved
Let's say a
StarCraft
straight
when I was
edge
young.
paper doesn't always
And then
work
people
for
were
what
getting
you
so
want.
good at it that
And
it
we wanna
became a
make it
thing.
The
the
micromanagement in that game
coming out
is
of the teacup.
insane.
Yeah, they
That sounds
fucked it.
hard.
I liked the
Let's
story. I liked
start from
playing
here.
it.
That's
But I
single
hated
player though.
other
You don't
people.
have to play with other people.
That's right. I don't
Fortnite,
have
you
to
do.
play with other people.
That's
but-
the difference.
Yeah, it's good that you can do it without other people, but you just watch
Always
people
start
that
with
are
what's in
good
the
at it
background.
and play multiplayer. It's like, well, Jesus
Turn
Christ,
it a
I
little bit. You
suck.
can see the
Oh, okay.
rows.
Yeah.
And the same thing goes with like.
To be fair, I watch and play Melee, and
Okay. Now,
I'll
stick
never be good at
again
it,
on
but
our sticky note,
I
and
still
we'll
have a lot
make
of fun
another
just
kind of a mask.
playing around with the sandbox of the
I'm gonna
combo
go up to the
system.
top edge where the sticky edge, I think, is that.
So it's kind of one of those things. You get out what you put in,
Okay.
and like,
Now I can
if it
take
appeals to
this
you
and
and
cut
your
it out
style,
as
what are you
if that
doing?
were my
What are you
pattern.
doing? No, 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 no!
And
Don't
it's
cut it
the
out!
same
Don't cut it
time
out!
I
Don't
put
cut it
it
out!
in.
Crazy!
She's
You're
got-
crazy!
Cut out.
Cheese guy.
You're nuts! She's lost
Stick
her
it notes.
goddamn
On
mind.
She's
top
using
of that
sticky
rose
notes.
And cover up to keep that area
I need
clean.
to pee.
Well, here, I'll just
Okay.
Oh no.
here.
But she's putting it there so that
This is
she
too
can
much for
stamp
me.
around it, and without
It's too
putting
much.
the
I
stamp
can't. No,
onto it.
I can't do it. This is. It's
No, it's a
It's
good
too
idea.
technical. It's too technical, and it's too. She's going too far.
No, we've
taking
got another
stamping.
2 more tapes to go.
Put ink on here. And out.
Okay.
Gonna stamp right
See,
over
it's
this.
it's put there so
Okay.
that you don't get any of
say
that
so.
stamp
Here I
over the
go.
flower. So now that the flower's going to be in a teapot
Now,
and
let's
coming
lift
over
the
the
legs. That's
teapot,
the fun
now
part.
you move the sticky note.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So
There you
now-
It
go.
looks like it's just flowing
Now we
over
can
the side.
have
in there.
rose
And you
flavored
can keep
tea.
going from there and add. Let me add a few more. And sometimes you
No,
can just
you're not
buy it
using
and
the
put other
thing.
things in there. Other times you can
No,
keep
you
going
ruined
with the
it.
masks, and you could even cut out.
Ah,
flowers
she
at
ruined
a
it.
time if you wanted
It was
to.
magic, but
If
now
you're
it's
doing a whole
ruined.
arrangement and save your pieces. Other times you can even
I'll
just
save
take
your
a
pieces.
piece of the sticky paper and tear an irregular
Ooh.
edge.
I like how she
and
calls it
use that
sticky
to
paper because
cover up
post-it notes would be a
one part
brand name association sort of
while
thing.
you add another one and it looks like it's
Oh,
behind
There
it.
you go.
yeah.
And in that
Okay.
way, with any combination, you can keep going and adding more and more images until you get a whole finished result.
It's like
of
magic
it.
in a
What a
teacup.
beautiful bouquet.
And another way is that where
What
the
a
images
beautiful
overlap,
bouquet.
what you choose to color.
What a
will bring one
fantastic
forward and
URL.
push another one back as if it were behind it. So there's
So-
no need to worry a whole lot
Yeah.
about the placement, and
Yeah.
it fills in.
If you wanted to be
So-
more precise, you may want to cut it out. But for something like this, where it's just,
Right.
you know, it's just the combination of it is so beautiful.
Yeah. So there's a lot of fun options with that.
That's beautiful.
So that
A
gives
lot
you
of fun options.
Okay.
some of those
Here, you
ideas.
hold this.
And again, I just save all my little pieces so that I can use them again.
You
And
She's
save
got
them.
her own little
Yeah,
folio.
there's no need to do it twice.
Yeah, Fran, you
Oh,
save
I
everything.
recognize this from this
Right.
little card
That one we
you
used
made.
on there, and it's still. I think we used some of the Tackanote
It's
stuff
stuck
on
there.
there.
Okay, you
And
saved this then and use this
yeah.
stencil here. Okay.
And here's another bunch of them that I can just
Stenciling?
attach them to a card so that I can find them easily.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, it would take a lot of time to cut
Oh,
one of these
yeah.
out, so that's a great idea to save them.
save it. So that'll give you. You could come back to it easily if you want to do it another time.
It's not a great idea to save them.
Great.
Before long, your whole
And let's see, one
craft
more
room
thing
will
that I
be
wanted to just
chock a
give a
block
couple
full of
hints
bits of
on
random
doing some
shiny
things with the
paper that you never
alphabet.
think about
And
using.
So let's
You forget
try
about
this.
them all.
Yeah, I've wondered how, if you wanted to put your name or a name on something, how you would
I
keep
mean,
it
I got so
straight.
many bits of scrap
Yeah.
everything in
I, as a
my.
beginner, would probably have a
craft room.
tendency to go down.
Oh yeah,
design.
I got a craft room.
Yeah.
If I made a mistake, nobody could tell.
Yeah.
I used to
Well,
be
this
crafty.
set, I like to.
I'd paint
I
up
just,
Nerf guns.
use my X-Acto knife
and Gundams.
cut the whole lid off so that I can use it. To
Super
store my
organized?
alphabet.
Yeah, but how often will she,
And
despite it being
I can
super
pull
organized,
out-
will she remember what's in there and go
pull
and
out
get
any
it
of
when
the
she
letters,
needs it?
And I'll use
That's
it
the
off of
thing.
Stamp pad. I've got this
You can
one here
keep
with the
stuff,
dark
but
colors on
remembering
it.
what you've got or don't
And
got,
I
super
can find the
organized or
letters
not,
all in order that
uh,
way in my little tray.
that's the thing
And
that gets a bit
sometimes I actually
hard.
want to do a curve.
A lot of the time I
If I can
found
just
when
get
I've been
comfortable doing
crafty
it
is
by
when I
hand,
want something, I'll just
I
make it,
can
whether I've got one already
do
or
it
not,
different
I'll find out,
way
oh, I already
that I
had that.
want. I prefer a pretty close
Folders
spacing.
that
So
are
you
labeled.
kind of look at the edge
Yeah.
a little bit,
I have that sort of
see
stuff
where
in my
it's
craft.
hitting the paper.
It's terrible. I pull out drawers and everything, and I'm just
See,
like,
now
you know
you're
what?
doing the
I'll
whole
just make
thing on
new
a
stuff.
curve.
Yeah, I see that. You're just eyeing it, basically. is
Yeah,
what you're doing.
I always call it the lilt of stamping. If things are, kind of up and down, it's
The what of
obviously hand
stamping?
stamped, and it has a very fresh, personalized sort of look
Deliberately
to it.
make it overhand
And you can
stamped.
also, there's a couple of little designs in here.
I should do this show without Pete. We get off
Just keep going
topic
with
less.
Oh, isn't that adorable?
that directional kind of thing. And you might go back and put some of the irises.
One directional.
on
Oh,
the other
that would be
side.
pretty.
Harry Styles?
Okay, so that gives us a whole variety of
She's
different
full of Harry
kinds of
Styles.
masking and overlapping ideas, and you can use any combination of them.
Masking and overlapping. I learned that sort of stuff in when I went to school to learn
For those
Photoshop.
occasions when you need to align your stamps perfectly, there's a special way to do it. Fran, how do we do
Perfectly.
something like that?
Well, we have a special tool.
Is it
called
just
the
me, or
Stamp
does she have the
Liner.
same
I'll show you some
hairdo
tricks.
Okay,
as the
great.
girl from the
Gary
microwave
Dorothy
shark
was actually
video we
the
watched
first to use a
on
tool
Turkey
like
Day?
this. And the Stampeliner has rulers on it.
Look at that
along
set
the bottom
square.
edge and also
It's an
on the
actual
two corners
T.
coming into the middle, which I call the 0 point.
Oh, hey,
and
kid.
this gives you a lot of different
I
things.
needed a
It's
guest
kind of
star
like
for the
touching
episode.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah?
I see.
Why is that?
What are these here?
None.
Oh, okay.
Because this episode is so exciting, Jackson needs to see it too.
Oh, yeah.
Do that. And also the round
letter
edges,
T.
I've used it a little bit earlier. If
Hi.
I just wanted to
Is that
store
today's
some folding
letter?
Or burnishing and things
Oh,
like
there's
that.
always a different goddamn letter of the day.
Edge on it.
It's time for the letter of the day, I say, and the letter of the day is on its way. Hey!
And
Hey,
we put a lot of
hey,
instructions on it.
hey.
And let's say we were
I
trying
love
to
this
do
kid
a
so much
complex
because just TV's on. He's like, yeah, I'm
combination
gonna look
of
at that.
arrangement of images
I wanna
on
look at the
card, where
TV.
placement is
Yeah.
important so that the
Yeah,
stem
it's
is
Jackson
down inside
and
the
Obscure
base
Tape
and
Time all in
some
one
things
place.
like that. Let's break this
How you
down,
doing,
starting
kid?
from the beginning, show how we use the
Smell like
stamp
beer.
liner to-
Hi, Uncle Bert.
And let's see, I've stamped
It's nearly
a little
Christmas.
part of this
I'm not gonna
ahead.
tell you any
I've taken
bullcrap
this
about
card
Santa's,
and
but
put
I
the
bought
base
you
on
some
the
shit.
way. And we'll use
How's
some of
that?
our masking techniques to
He's
cover up
start
the base.
stinking.
So
Santa's got coronavirus.
Right.
Stinking is right. Yeah, don't let him into your house. He's been to
Get that
Zimbabwe.
part ready, and then where we need to
Does Zimbabwe have an outbreak?
We'll read
I
some of
don't
the
know. I'm
instructions
just.
on there.
I
I'll see
named
if I can
something, and the
follow
first
it.
thing that came to
And
my
we'll try
mind
it
was the
out.
last thing in the
Great.
alphabet.
See if they work.
The letter Z or
Yeah.
Z.
I'm not being
We're
like
going to
weird
place
against
a sheet of
Africa or
tracing
anything.
paper to the Stampeliner.
Hey,
I would have
buddy.
said the United States.
Zeros
I know they're terrible. I mean, the UK's not that bad off either, but I mean, not that good off either. But
Take
Yeah.
Yeah, but America's funnier to pay.
and
America's funniest home coronavirus.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going here to freshen my
Yep.
colors on here.
Do you want to do some stamps, buddy?
Not yet. I just want to look at things and
Should I grab one of your toys with my foot?
poke.
and stamp
Okay.
on the tracing paper.
Go.
Okay,
Can we stamp with your face?
put it into
That would be fun.
my 0 point. Okay,
Do you want a toy?
Now take the stamp tracing paper,
He's a bit
position
adorable.
it over the exact area.
And he knows it though,
That's
so...
the shortest neck giraffe I've ever seen.
okay.
I know, right? I thought that. I was like, why do people make these giraffe toys with no necks?
Place it all different ways.
Okay.
And let's say I'll start with the first one over
Woohoo.
this side.
Okay. So
Okay.
it says hold the
Should we
paper
try and get him
fixed
to
in.
laugh again on
That's where
screen?
we decided
Watch
it's
this.
gonna go.
Okay.
Speak.
Okay.
Check this. Hey, Jackson.
Now move the stamp
Tell
me a
line
joke.
up
You
to
ready?
the corner
Tell me a
of the
joke.
tracing paper.
Squish face.
Hold both in place.
Squish face. What's a squish face?
Moving the stamp line.
Jackson, got the squish face. Squish face.
And guide your inked stamp.
Or you can do the
Really?
kicks. The kicks. The big kickies.
Oh, this
Jackson?
is actually pretty easy.
Yeah.
This is a handy
Sorry,
little
here you
tool
go.
to have if you want to place it
He's
just
reaching.
in the right
He wants to
spot.
suck on your finger.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
I've got it inked.
It's got all sorts of
Makeup.
flavors under the
Put it
nails.
on the paper.
I don't clean them or anything. It's got all sorts. It might have lasagna flavors in there
Oh,
and some sour
Love
cream.
to.
hopefully not too much.
There we go. Oh, delicious.
Mm-mm.
Chili
And
and
let's
stuff.
see. Okay, so some other thoughts.
Is it
Following
good?
that, let's
Don't
say
you
I
dare
wanna
bite me.
continue and put
Otherwise I'll
second
flick
He's
your
got no
eyes.
teeth
there.
yet.
I can keep using
It doesn't
this
matter.
spot. I don't have
You
to
can
go back
gum.
that far again.
Gum
Yeah, the
to death.
gums
And I
do.
can then take this and decide exactly where I want the second one.
Oh, you know how to get a baby to stop biting you? You get a block of ice and you put it on their nose.
And I'd stamp
Yeah.
it. And for the third one, now I have those
Does
two
it taste
on there
good?
before
It
I
tastes
decide
like
on the next one.
coronavirus.
And now I've got
I managed to get him to
two
actually have a bit of a good, like
So
a
you
proper
never
laugh
imagine
on the
that
stream
tracing
yesterday.
paper is going
Yeah.
to be
During
at
the
that
movie,
strange an
Well,
angle.
Right.
But once you have
Get
it
that
to
flavor
look at
into you.
together,
Mm-mm.
use this
Yeah,
little
it tastes
combine.
like bench.
What does Uncle Bat
Great.
taste like?
Don't
That's
you
a
dare.
helpful
No, I
tool.
can feel that. You're biting down, you little shit.
He'll do it. He'll do it.
You get your tongue stuck. I can feel your tongue's underneath
Like
and
you
you're
do, I
biting.
can save
Yeah,
all the
you weren't even
traces
listening to
and
the
read them.
stamps. You just-
So,
Okay.
and I had
I
another
I just
one
realised I
too.
can't hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
Hi.
Big stamp.
You're drooling all over. It's
Designed
awesome.
to fit
Yeah, because I'm so
one of
delicious. Oh,
Luckily,
wow.
we have a towel in here.
And so if I want to place it perfectly on there, I
Delicious?
can use my stamp
Watch the
line.
TV. Stop paying attention
Once
to
I
my
have the
no.
tracing, I can keep moving it around until it hits that window
Gross.
just the way I want it.
Disgusting.
And then I
I
can
tell you what
slide
though,
it
your drool
underneath.
is
This
more
is where it
watery
comes
than
in handy
Banshee's.
that it's raised
Yes,
enough that
Banshee's
I
is
can
thick and like
slide it
Viscous.
underneath.
Say the word
Corner
viscous.
in.
viscous.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
word.
that
I
would
can
be
feel that.
extremely
Don't you dare
difficult to
bite
do.
down.
He's going to do it.
Get it just right.
No, you're not going to. Instead, we're going to squish your face. Squish your face.
Makes a difference.
Squish face.
And
Squish, squish. Nope, you're not in the mood.
Oh,
You're a bit tired, mate.
You want the pinky? It's the best nail of them all. That's what I use to pick my nose. It's salty.
Now, one thing that will help, I sometimes use some of the Tackanote.
It's sharp. Careful.
Something down on my scrap paper so that I can hold it in place. Let's try a round one here. And I'm
Oh, they got a round one now. They got a round one on the TV, Jackie. Look.
I have my tracing
Jackie
from
boy,
an
look.
earlier time where
What's
I
through
used
the round
this
window?
little one on the tag, and so it was
There you go. John, there you
positioned
go.
into the corner.
Alright. Yeah,
Why
that's
am I
and-
wet?
because when he drools,
It went down my
when it rains,
sleeve.
it pours.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was just stuck on my thumb. Suddenly my elbow was wet.
Keep moving it around, and then it's the tracing paper
Weirdo.
to 0 points that's the important thing.
Why is your
Yeah,
elephant
that would
upside
be
down?
hard to do.
Silly
too,
cat.
Because you have such a small area.
Silly
Right.
Jackson,
And you want it to
upside
stay in
down.
place, and we've done that to secure it.
Silly
So
Jackson,
now I can remove that.
Upside down.
upside
I
down.
can easy off of
That's a reference to our first
stamp
episode.
pad. I can ink my stamp.
Still one of the
and I'm
best.
pushing the
Oh, yeah?
corners of the wood.
Well, until
up
the end.
against
That last like half
my
hour,
stamp
45
pad.
minutes was not the best.
No, you got too drunk.
I got
to watch
Too
everything.
drunk and yeah.
We watched some cartoons.
So,
Is that
Yeah.
episode up on YouTube? So we got through the
Meconium,
with that.
Meconium survived.
down there.
But yet
The last-
bread won't.
Bread will. The intro to bread won't.
30 seconds, if that.
Insane. I'm gonna add them all to my download list,
And I just
Yeah.
started
and I'm gonna put them up
and worked my
on
way down the
Soulseek.
card.
Share them with me. I'll set up all sorts of places. I don't care about money
Yeah.
or anything like that. I just want it everywhere.
You
go
can be in
back and
charge
color in
of the
the
show
details,
outside of it being
down. And I
uploaded
wanted
to my
them real
YouTube.
close
You know what? I'd love
so
that.
it helped. And
Hell, I'd
If
even-
you get J Downloader, this program on the far left,
by
if you
using
get
the
that,
that's on there.
you can literally just add links and have them
Let's do
download over the
another
course of the day.
variation of
I'll do
that,
it.
actually. Let's say you try some things here with this stamp.
Okay.
Let's say I wanted to do
Oh,
a
wait,
whole
you want my
pattern
thingy?
of this. Now,
What's the-
sometimes
no,
I
yours
use
doesn't
into
taste
the
as good. You
card,
want this
and I
one?
can use the width
Is this
of
better?
this to keep an even left-hand margin.
Ooh, the flavors!
Let's say that I started with
hello.
this off the pad, and I just start at the top. Now for this,
Wait,
all I
wait,
need
wait,
is to
wait,
press
wait,
up
wait,
against
wait.
He doesn't
the
like
stamp.
fruit at
I'm
this
gonna
point
make it
'cause
look
it's too
like
sweet
it's
for
off
him.
the top
No fruit?
edge.
Does that mean no sour gummies?
I've got
No sour
I
gummies,
can
oh
watch
god.
that. See, I'll make them
No straps? No gay bacon?
Oh, but gay bacon.
Okay. Now these
Yeah.
edges here, so you're all lined up. So let's add to that. Let's say
Kid.
that I wanted to
Kid and
do
a
what I
half.
call kind of a shadow technique.
Yeah, you.
Okay. I made my little
Huh? You
tracing
gonna come over for
earlier,
Christmas lunch sometime soon?
And if I
Yeah.
put it on here, let's
I'd
say
love
I wanna
Christmas
do a
lunch.
drop
Would you love
shadow.
Christmas lunch?
You gotta get your mummy to tell me what I can cook her.
Just something not spicy.
Oh shit, what do I cook?
No, she can take a little bit of spice.
Oh, alright.
Right. Let me clean off.
She has this weird thing. And Tori will go with this.
Switch to the
It's
pink.
like, after he was
I'll
born,
do-
she
I'll
hadn't
do
had
the lower
spicy
one
food
here.
for so
I'll
long
do the middle one.
that, like, she had no tolerance. But then
So I
she
just put so
had,
much
like,
of
just a
shadow
little
on
bit,
it.
and recently she's been having just, like, extreme amounts of hot
White
sauce
stamp
in
on
her
it.
noodles and stuff. And she's immediately, like, 10 times better. Like, she just, her tolerance goes up and down immediately. Like, it's not like a thing where she has to work her way up.
And
It's
then I
like, oh, I've done step
tracing
1, now I can do
paper
step
for
10.
each
Okay.
Stamp. Want to say a
Careful,
prayer?
those nails are sharp.
Yeah, see that face you just made there?
That means you're biting on my nail. I can feel it. I can feel he's like hurting himself a little bit. But he's like, that's
So you
interesting
can keep
sensation.
going that
You're
way
up now.
without it
Ow.
falling.
Vomit.
Ooh,
Vomit.
wow.
And you could make it as close.
Careful.
Damn it, stop drooling everywhere, you
But
jerk.
it's delicious.
Great.
It tastes like beer.
Let's see, we've got a couple more.
Speaking of
things.
beer, I'm up to a
Let's
beer
say
can.
we did
Beer can.
You ready, Jackson?
design
You like
we
to
looked
remember
at
the sound.
earlier, And let's say I was
Can't
using
pour
more
it properly. I
of the
can, but I'm going to.
color part of the streamers on there. This would be another one that you might want to go back and
I'm going to
color
try
part of
anyways.
it. And so in the
Best
same
I can.
way, using
When
my
can we do Death
tracing,
Book?
I can go back and
Good
line it
point.
up.
I'd be down to do a death hog with him, Tori won't.
That's a
We'll get into
very
Right.
things that
It's one of those things where if we shaved any of his hair off, we'd get in trouble.
Pretty colors. I like the color
We can do that thing where we make it a mohawk without the shaving.
The problem is,
It's very bogany.
He
very,
has-
very where we live.
I have one
you
light
probably
give him
can't
a
see it
mohawk.
properly on the camera right now, but he has a bald patch just at the back here.
Oh, male
see that?
pattern, early onset
This was
balding.
a very large stamp.
No, it's just where
I
he
wanted
lies,
to
right?
color it in,
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
found when
that's
I
literally
stamped it
it.
in dark colors,
I can't
You
wait.
can see it's like actually a flat
and I went
spot.
back with lighter
on his,
colors,
like,
it kind
skull.
of muddied up.
Tori's trying to get better. Go to the
Oh, yeah.
fridge.
She's doing.
Get a mouthful of that
And I
lasagna.
stamped it in the
No,
light
No, it's frustrating because for me, if I don't have
And
spicy
stamped
food
the
for a
whole
month,
thing.
Yeah.
And
it takes
then
me
I went
ages to get back to where I was.
other
But she's just
markers
like, oh, I put too much spice in that, and she'll like take 2 mouthfuls, and be like, ooh, and then by the end she's like, ooh, yum.
Yeah.
Like, for fuck's
Filled it all
sake.
in.
You can cut it into 3/4 and have a
then
quarter, and
what I
people
did
have
is
the
come
rest. It's a
back
big
with the
piece.
dark color
I'm pretty
over
excited
it.
about eating it for lunch.
How
It's
did you
very
Might
guys-
have
well
some
made.
chippies too.
It's delicious.
Let's put this.
You know, I don't usually eat
And I
pastas
still
and
have
stuff,
my
but I
trace.
made that with a fresh egg-based
So let me do
lasagna sheets. You
I
know,
love
like,
egg-based.
yeah, like instead of the hard lasagna sheets, it was
And
it was
put the
floppy.
darker
Oh,
You know.
color to
Right.
create
It'll-
more
And it's
it'll
delicious.
give you a
Squish,
stained glass
squish,
effect
squish,
on here.
squish.
Dark
And I ate it,
glass
and it was
color.
good.
I could use
Squish.
black or a dark blue.
Squish.
Any dark color
Squish.
would work this way.
But they work better
Hey.
if you use the darker color.
Yeah, I like the contrast. That
He's
I
just
put all the
tired,
light
I think.
colors on
You
first.
tired?
So
You shouldn't
in the
be, I
same way
don't
that
think.
use
I feel like you only woke up like an hour
You don't
into
want
our
to die?
episode.
You just have a small mouthful. It'll wake you up instead of kill you.
It will wake you up.
all ink. So again, as long as all the
It's
rays
using that
Mwah.
areas.
fresh crushed chili that I got you.
Okay.
I still have a whole thing of that. Oh, not a whole thing. I have used a little
This is
bit.
intense.
That's
I put it
delicious.
I'm really
in-
afraid to do something.
I put a
like
little
this.
tiny bit in just
Okay,
about
well,
everything I
let me
cook.
get you know,
Yeah.
I'll put some.
It's not even like a hot
But I don't
pepper,
cook very
but
often
because
anymore.
it's like such a good quality.
No, it's not.
fresh
It's,
stuff.
it's flavoursome. It's not spicy.
Yeah, because it's so fresh, like the good quality and stuff, it makes things spicier than if you put the same amount of like.
Speaking of which, if I'm going to grow chilies, I need to plant them now.
You're gonna do a chocolate reaper.
Nope.
Okay, am I in the corners there?
It's just I figured like while I was trying to grow the reapers last year, I was like, what am I going to use this in?
Chili.
Okay.
Okay.
Make chili out of chili.
Cross your fingers.
Yeah.
I'll get you some kidney beans if you need them. Or some refrieds. Ooh,
Okay,
I
now
love
in
some
one
refrieds.
egg, while it's still
Stand
on
up.
without
Nope.
jiggling it, give it some
Weak
hand
legs.
pressure to make sure
You ready
that
to stand
all
up?
the ink-
Stand up.
No,
No.
weak legs.
No, no, come on, you can do it.
Weak legs.
Stand up.
Too drunk. Been sucking on Bat Prince's fingers. Too
Stand
drunk.
up.
And then you see the whole mirror effect. on
You're right.
there.
It does look like a stained glass.
Whoops. Dunk.
Yeah,
Do you want to listen?
gorgeous. Works
Yeah,
so
little.
See how
I
it
already
reacts
learned
to
about.
the-
Okay,
Yeah,
that
it's
takes
the
us
noise.
through a whole variety of different.
What is this?
Well, I could see this could be a
Oh, no,
very
you like
handy tool. to
Yeah, put on some Sex Pistols, Dad.
have. You will be able to use any
He's gotta be a
combination
punk kid
of
for
the
sure.
techniques you've learned today to enhance the beauty of your card.
Merry
and to
Christmas, I
expand
don't
your
wanna
stamping
fight with
horizons.
you tonight.
That was a much longer episode, by the way.
Yeah, we got one more.
That explains how it ended
Look
up
for
being
other
so
videos
much.
in this series. No, we
Show
got
them
them all.
one. Show part one. Show part one. Show part one. This is the story. Oh.
Today will be Fran Seifert
Hi.
of Stampendous
Hi,
Inc.
Terry.
or Fun Stamps. In the
Stupendous.
ABCs of
Stampendous.
stamping, we showed you the basics.
Yeah,
In
we did
artistic
see the basics in the
stamping, we took
ABCs.
you one step further and showed you
We
tips
did
on
watch
design
artistic stamping.
and color. In
Some
the
tips.
techniques of stamping, we
Some
showed you additional
texture
tips
tips.
and tools to expand your
Oh,
stamping
so we already
horizon.
did the 3. So this is the
Today,
last
we will
video,
third
which is going to be
show,
the
you
longest.
moron.
Special effects.
Just that. That's probably
5? Wait, are we missing one, or is it just all 4 and they didn't write down number 5? Fun Stamps presents. What are you doing? No, it doesn't go in your ear.
special effects.
Special effects.
That's not on. No, there we
Yeah,
go.
it is.
That
It's,
is.
number 4.
That's listed as number 4.
This is the last one that's on our list. So I might have more. Whoa, I didn't put it in there. You did it.
A lot of these are
moron.
sparkly.
Oh, I didn't like the taste of that.
Don't complain.
Oh, Bad Prince always picks
So that
random
they'll
leaves
look
when he
very
goes, and some of them are bitter.
Great. Okay.
So let's start with glitter glue.
I do. I
We're
grab
working on
leaves.
this
When I Is it just not something you do when you walk outside? You grab leaves?
Now the glitter glue already has a mix of
Again, they're just sitting there. This isn't worth another video. They're still there. It's
And
I mean, I do the same thing with us,
directly
but-
on my card.
Fucking baby, dude.
And you want to be sure you don't put any of these glues onto the rubber of your stamp, of course. But after you've stamped on the paper,
You're gonna see
wanna
this kid
put
grow
glues
up
on
on this stream. He's gonna get older and older and older on this stream, and eventually be like,
Is this a
Dad, I
special
don't want to
type of
hang out on
glue,
stream
or is it
anymore.
Just,
Just
any
like
glue
Aaron?
that you can buy?
No, because
There's
Aaron
a
still
lot
wants
out
to
there.
stream.
These are especially for paper. They aren't permanent on fabric.
No, thank you.
Baby, it's okay. Yeah, he's
Gray
fine.
and paper stuff.
Aren't you, bud?
Boy, that really
And-
bright
Yeah.
light, that
We're
yellow.
gonna, when you're old enough,
He's
we'll
just a bit
watch
tired.
Pokemans
You also
together
have the
and
crystal-
collect them all.
Dude, he's watching Pokemon with us when he's
It's
like,
really the most popular
his teens.
because you can
Oh, no,
put
now.
any
oh, no,
of
yeah,
Now before-
now's okay.
Before he can remember.
Before he can figure out what the fuck's going
Before
on.
he can see the
You
flies.
put it over any
Before
color.
he-
and you get a nice effect.
I'm
Look,
looking
Stamping!
at
Look at the pretty flowers, you little shite!
Who do we have as our special guest for Pokemon though?
Color
Oh,
I feel like we should have a
Just
special
a
guest
few
for
minutes
every
to
single.
Mark.
and be careful
after
not
dark.
to touch it or
Oh,
smear it
no.
until it's
Yeah, we'll sit. I'll put the marking between us.
No, for Mark, we should get all the films that he made that I'm in and have him sit down and watch those.
And Pokemon.
Instead of using the glitter
Come
glue,
on.
And
Well, the first time we
I
ever
don't
watched
wanna
it, we
do
watched
that.
it with him though. It's like,
put in a whole big
Classic.
area, and then I'm going to put some loose.
But then we would have to get Jess too.
More the sort of thing that
she'd
you
be up for
see.
it.
She would totally be up.
We
for it.
have
Could we
some
get Jess
different
and her
mixes.
husband?
This one
He's a
is
nice guy.
fine.
I
He
don't
fixes
know.
my
you,
car.
You know him. I don't. I've never met the guy.
He's
is to
beautiful,
have a
man.
Cover
You would
sheet
be
underneath
totally
to
okay with
catch
having him in your
all the
house.
loose.
I don't disagree with that. I don't think Jess would ever
Dump it all across
end up with
there.
somebody who is a piece of
It's
shit.
gonna
I
stay
think
only
she.
where the glue is.
I mean, if you want to do a special episode with them, I
Yeah,
mean,
light
he'd be
really
up for it.
catches it.
It does. All different colors. You're
Just got to find out the right episode for it.
And you can still see kind of the colors.
But you think we
underneath.
should always have a third person when we're watching porn,
When-
so we
when-
don't like
no,
whack
when we're
off
doing-
each other or something?
I mean,
what is
no,
it?
we can whack each other off anyway. It doesn't matter.
Like, what's the
You don't
point?
waste it.
Why do we need people to watch porno with?
Because it's a special episode. Make it extra special.
Extra special third person.
It's like, you know, if we're doing VeggieTales, we may as well have Poots there because she loves VeggieTales.
Can
And I
we
can take
zoom her
the
in?
blue pen in
Yeah.
the same way.
Sounds good.
And right
I'm sure
to
Poots would
message
really enjoy seeing, like, the way it would work is we would do Discord and we can have the cameras going.
And you record it all?
Just record that, yeah.
and
Good. Sounds good.
Then
I'm excited because I want the
Easy.
episode.
again.
As I said, we're doing spin-offs. We're going to do an After Dark at one point, which isn't going to be a weekly thing. It's just whenever we
No,
want.
After Dark is just whenever we can make it work.
Yep, and we're going to do the... We
Oh,
can't
isn't
have
that
this.
shiny
And we're going to do
Now that will
the
dry
spin-off
just like
aerobics thing.
Poots loves veggies too. Yeah, see, Poots in for the VeggieTales.
Right.
Yeah, VeggieTales.
Your excess
VeggieTales, VeggieTales.
Gotta be
Okay.
VeggieTales.
So all
There's
the
never
things
ever been a show like
on the
VeggieTales.
next section,
It's true.
I joke
It's funny
him
because
full
neither of
of
us grew up
glue.
any kind of like Christian-y, but we just
No,
watched the
actually,
video.
I
and
did
it
go
got
to a
stuck.
Christian primary school, although I will say, probably in grade 2 or 3, I want to say it happened. I started to see a lot of the flaws in the logic. Because they're teaching us all these like sciencey and logic things, and then they're trying to make me believe in the Bible. And I was like,
Prove it.
really?
I
I can kind of see how one thing contradicts the other.
So the whole key with this
Don't
is,
bite down.
Do it.
It's
Just
slow
bite
drying
down.
and
Really
it's
hard. Go.
on the-
I'm not going to
The
enjoy when you start
instructions
teething
on the-
properly. Because right now you're just sucking for the like exploring things. Don't stick it down too
You
far.
can kind of, like you did before, help me out. You see
I
these
mean,
instructions,
what are we going to do
read
for
them
the
off, and
anniversary of the
follow
Inside
along,
Deep Throat?
Show
and
how
we'll see
easy
how this works.
they really are. The other ones were really easy
Ow.
to follow.
Ow. Hey.
You know, the one thing I
Hey.
can explain,
Oh.
have you seen business cards that
that.
have the raised lettering to it?
Yes, I have. Those are professionally done.
Yeah, you did it
And
to
this
yourself.
Is the same process.
That's not what.
Feel the raised,
Dumbass.
idea. And this is a handcrafted.
I eat
Yeah,
veggies a lot,
what?
actually. I'm a big veggie eater.
You better stop.
So,
Drooling.
okay.
Let's
Oh,
see. Let's
don't put it
start
back.
with ink
You
stamp.
just hurt yourself.
Although I've become I will only I pretty much only eat frozen veggies. We don't buy fresh because Tori doesn't eat enough veggies to justify it.
Oh man, I only buy fresh.
I would buy fresh if Tori ate a lot. If she ate a lot
What
of
I
veggies,
do is I buy fresh, and when they go off, I put them in a casserole, and then you get it in a little Tupperware thing the next week.
Yeah.
that makes sense. But
On paper.
yeah, if Tori ate more veggies, we would probably get fresh. But there's no point if like she barely eats it. And I'm the only one who does.
Oh, I'm not a
And
harmonica.
this will dry
Ugh.
You try. Admittedly, yes, you try. But
dry by itself. itself.
I actually enjoy eating vegetables.
But it will
Well,
stay
you
wet long
don't.
enough.
So
Okay.
that's why. That's why we do the frozen thing.
Wet image area.
I won't do
Does that stay
frozen.
wet
I just
for
make
long?
fresh
Frozen
onion
onion is the
is
best
It
thing.
does. It may
I
be
cut it
15 or
myself.
20 minutes.
I cut it myself
If it's
too
left
when
by
I get it
itself
fresh. And
for
anytime I cook, I
Oh,
like if I'm cooking.
have I
something
told you my new
proper,
onion
otherwise-
hack?
You have a new pack?
And you have a new hack for onions. There is next to Coles, where your brother works, there is a bakery. Not bakery. Sorry, a veggie place.
I can see would
You know what
probably
that
No,
is?
yep.
go a long way.
They have these little things called pickling
Okay,
onions.
next,
Pickling
let's heat this up.
onions. Huh?
So I buy a whole kilo worth of those for like so freaking cheap. Stop sucking on my watch. And
Yeah,
like,
keep sucking it.
and they're like so
Lick it.
tiny,
Lick the
and I just cut them all up because they're cheap.
We have a thing that it's like a little tub that has a razor in it, and you just chop it that way. So it
Yeah, we
doesn't
have
matter.
that as well. So if you go
It's
into
easier.
that little place and look for their little pickling onions, they sell them really cheap.
If they're cheap, yeah, I'll look into that.
I mean, onions are cheaper pretty
You
much.
are drooling so much, kiddo.
He is
This is
oh, we're up to the bit with embossing.
What?
My gosh,
Wait, what is
that was
this?
like
Embossing.
Explain
So-
what we're seeing right now.
So they have this type of ink that reacts to this powder. They put the powder on and then they heat it up, and it will raise, kind of like
The ink
putting.
will.
The ink will raise, kind of like putting corn flour in things to make it thicker. Would you?
Yes.
Do not break his watch.
No, it's okay. It's waterproof. I
Okay.
can swim with it.
Almost.
Is it baby proof? Because it's waterproof.
I don't know about that. You have to.
Go and suck it. It tastes
I
like
take no responsibility for you
it
letting
tastes
him
like
suck on your watch.
salty.
He is
spendy-
making it do things.
Before we discovered
With
this,
his
we were
tongue.
using all
Yeah,
kinds
that's
of
cool.
things from
I mean,
electrical,
if I wake up with an alarm tomorrow because he licked it on, that's
That's kind
funny.
of cool, honestly.
But some of
Yeah.
them were tricky to use.
But
you
embossing
burn
is
your
cool.
fingers, and this is really the safest and the fastest. And
Can you use a
really
blow dryer, a hair blow dryer? or
it
does
won't
it
get hot enough, and it does blow the powder away.
Oh, it does.
So,
Oh, you need an actual.
Wait,
heat.
so you need to
It's a
buy
heat
an
gun.
actual stamping heat gun. That's
It's not a stamping heat gun, but it's a heat gun.
Paper,
Yes.
papers, or
Why would
You use it in other things as well, like you
Like
can
what?
Really
wood crafting. You do it. to
Okay,
burn the
so
wood.
you would have to actually be someone who is insanely into
crafting,
the
yeah.
really deep,
Yeah, and it's
deep
fast.
levels of art. Not even like the surface level stuff, but like you would have to be like 7 or 8 levels deep
That is
Yeah.
just
for it to be something worth getting.
Well, you did it. You silly.
Show you a variety of different ways.
Don't be sooky.
Important
Give him a cuddle. Give Uncle Pat a cuddle.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Stamp pads
Are you
have to
yelling
be
at
wet
me?
enough by
You better not
themselves.
be yelling.
So let's
Yeah, you
look
can
at
suck with
other
your dad's
options
fingers. Not as interesting, huh?
we have.
No, it's not.
And we started here with the
Where's that toy gone? Did he?
Let me
There
do
it
a
is.
couple of
He's
things with
yeeted it.
that.
Yeet.
Yeah, I like that
Oh,
gold
yeet.
on that
What
real
are
dark
you
paper.
doing? Don't you start crying at me and then start
No, he's just tired, I think.
and then start laughing at me. It makes me think you're not serious.
He's never
All
serious.
of them, but let's
I'm just
start
doing it
with,
for
say, this is
attention.
one
Can you
option.
suck on that?
We'll do
Because
all
my
of them
my
on the
hand,
piece
my left
here.
hand,
So you'll see
soaked.
all the inks.
Okay.
100%
one thing is
soaked.
to apply it to your
Here,
stamp
purple one.
and stamp. on
Delicious.
there.
The
It
best
tastes like
colour.
snozberries.
Another way would be to
The
use the
schnozberries
color
taste like
scheme itself
schnozberries.
and just print
You still
right
got
on
the tag
the
on
paper.
it.
Wait,
And make a
whoa,
little
this is
onion
cool.
Square kind of patterns
What's
with
she
it
doing?
that way. And
She's got a bright red thing and she's painting yellow over it, and it looks really cool when she does
let's see,
it. It's
another
going to look
way is
lame in the
also
end,
this
but
whole pad with
most of the stuff they've
embossing.
done is really cool, but the
And
idea of that,
On this one, you
just,
can also
it's one of those
take
like,
larger
unless it's gold, is that
stamps
gold
like
paint? It
this.
looked kind of shiny there. In that
It's
case, it
so
will look
shiny.
You know, one time I went to Bunnings and bought one of those like gold paint pens just so I could paint things gold.
Stamp
You
on
can
here.
get them from Office
You
Works
notice
as
I'm
well.
not-
Oh, I
That's
know.
where I get my paint
But
pens.
Bunnings was closer.
Yeah, now
That's
you
where I
can
get my
hardly
paint pens
see
for
that.
painting
It's
Gundams.
real faint.
Right.
So
And this just has a
shiny.
clear color to it, but it's there.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
what are you doing
And
with
it's
that
a
giraffe?
slow drying,
Chomper.
so it gives us
Little
time.
chomper.
Actually, I
I've
forgot.
got a
If you
Chomper
go
plush toy,
here,
by the way.
Oh,
the
right.
color scheme,
And before time
Oh, can I show
references-
you real quick
Yeah, go on.
off screen, off actual stream?
You're right.
pattern.
So my brother and I, we do a yearly competition where every
You buy
year
shit toys for
we
each
get,
other,
we get
yeah?
shit stuff for each other.
You got Thomas the Tanks 2 years
Oh
ago.
boy, no! I've one upped him this time. I think.
And
Is this
yeah.
it?
see, let's
I'm
do
making a
more
coloring
of
book
the
for
pattern.
him.
You can make your own coloring book, and
And-
you're putting yourselves as the Sandlot kids.
No,
Decoration.
You just added him into it.
And some of them you can't.
That's
I've
great.
made so many of them.
I like your brother because he says
Okay,
hello
so
to
now
me every
another
time he
option.
passes.
I've
and it's
made
like
a
at least
whole-
2 to 3 times a
So we
week.
have an applicator.
a whole album of like this. See this one?
This will give us another way of doing things here.
Don't
And I could
speed,
have
the
used
law
it
is
in
the
same
law.
way right on the
I need.
Nico
I just need to get it printed now. Officeworks is going to
Nico
do it.
says, "Don't shoplift because I work at Coles."
Damn it! I need to do that.
Yeah, you need to do that one.
I need to make that a thing.
Okay. And also this.
Maybe you can
box
put
be
my
used to
like
refresh your page.
my police shot as the coloring picture for it.
Do you have that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe we can look it up. But I've also done like
If you wanted a fine line, you can use the
A
box
word
and
search.
pen,
Print that out
and
for
you
my
can
grandma.
write a
She'd love
message
it.
in
See,
Yeah, this you
Nick
can
doesn't
see.
believe you can find his favourite words hidden in this word
And
search.
There it
He's
is.
gonna talk about you
I
like
can see
that.
You can also
Porsche.
use the glue
I put
pen
Nickelback
to slow dry.
Nickelback.
Yeah,
Look at this
Nickelback.
photograph.
No, Damadoo makes me laugh.
Go back and add a little
Who
bit
has
more.
look at this photograph as their Facebook picture? at the
Jeremy.
moment?
There's all
Jeremy
types
has it.
of
Okay.
possibilities. You've used virtually
Everything all in one.
10, 12 things
I
on
keep
there
seeing
already.
your friends pop up on
Okay,
my
so
Facebook.
now let's see
I like
See
Jeremy.
what
how
we
we
get.
do with the gold powder.
Jeremy's one of those people where like I don't talk to him anywhere near as much, considering how much I like him.
Okay,
He's young
make
hippie.
sure
That's
that
what
my
I
powder
remember.
covers.
He looks like my old.
He's
singer.
not a hippie at all.
No, I know,
He's-
but he looks like my old singer who we used to call hippie. That was his name.
he's
Okay.
like if you met him and didn't know him, you would think either A, he's a stoner, or B, he is handicapped. But he is neither of those things.
Neither of those two things, and that's his personality. It's amazing.
He is one of the most genuine people you'll ever meet.
I
I
like Jeremy.
love Jeremy
I
so
never
much.
just like
You
Jeremy.
better be sure.
Out of all your friends,
Oh, and I made a bigger
Andrew
mess than
was
usual
the
here. I think
best,
I'll
but
set
then
it.
Andrew's great,
after
yes.
after Andrew it was Jeremy.
I fucking love Andrew too. Andrew, like,
Go at it again.
recently, like some earlier this year, he kind of started messaging me and tuning into the stream and stuff. And like it was just like where have you been? And it's my fault that he hasn't been around because it was just I got depressed and stopped talking to anybody. But now that he's back, I'm like, damn it, never go away again.
Yeah, let's.
You know what I mean?
Let's all go out on New Year's and order pizza and get drunk.
I have a baby to take care of. I can't just.
We can leave it with the girls. That's
No,
what
I
girls
don't
are
want
for.
to do that.
I'll bring Sam over.
I would rather give
I'll
Tori.
drop Sam off, pick you up, go pick up Milkshake, knock over Jack's bin on the way, and
No,
get
no, no,
drunk,
no, no, no. Can I?
and get Andrew's
Can I bridge this
father
plan?
to
Can I-
pick us up.
Can I bridge this plan?
Sure.
I say we let Tori go and do whatever she wants for New Year's, right?
Oh.
And we all come here and take care of this little shit and get drunk while we do it.
I don't know about that.
I think that sounds
He needs
fantastic.
more
So you know, it
respect.
looked funny while we
No,
were
he doesn't.
going.
I mean, I'm a
Yeah,
little
Respect?
it stayed wet.
He needs respect. Hey, Jackson.
I'm a little
Jackson.
bit drunk and he's alright, so that's alright, I suppose. No,
Poopies.
not on my
Poopies.
penis.
Poopies.
Don't poop on my penis.
Poop on his penis.
Combine all of them in one, but I thought this
I'm
was
not
a good
into
way to
that.
remember them all in one piece.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah, but
point.
it sure makes
That's
it
the whole
easier.
point of having a baby is you're not into it.
Can we quote you on that? Can I
Yeah.
use that as my Sunday quote instead of something from the video?
Totally. That is
The whole point of having a baby is that you're not into it.
And
Not into it. You don't realize what you're in for, and then it just happens, and you're like, oh, I hate this.
these two pieces are on one.
It's okay for me though, because I can
And
give
the
him
pine
back.
cone is separate. So it makes it
Everyone always says that, and I'm always, every time I'm just like, no, I don't understand that. I don't understand that particular phrasing of it, because I remember taking care of my niece when she was Jackson's age, basically, like in that like 4 to like 12 months sort of range where I was like babysitting her, and it was like the whole thing was just like, oh man, this is intense. And so even back then I was just like, this is crazy. I don't even know how like I would ever last. And now I have a kid and I'm like, I don't know how I'm lasting.
That's alright, we
It's
looked
the
after your
exact same
siblings by
feeling.
taking him to see Scooby-Doo.
My sister remembers that specifically, and she loves that memory. That's one of her like things that she brings up to me the most.
I followed your
It's
sister on
going
Instagram because she wants to be a photographer.
Right. Yeah.
I don't follow many people on Instagram.
She's not bad. She's not bad. She's got talent. She just needs to practice more. That's all she needs.
That's what anyone needs for anything. What? Here.
No,
it's
no,
right
because
here.
I feel like she doesn't need to study. She just needs to practice.
Hold on. Ow, ow, ow! Does that make you happy when you cause pain? Yeah, we're all like that. It's called Schadenfreude. It's a German word.
Beautiful.
I'm in a booze.
So a lot of times,
What, all up?
No,
there
there's
another
a
one?
couple beer cans left in
You
the
can have
fridge.
that one.
gives like
Couple
a
beer
flagrant
cans left in the
effect.
fridge.
Have that one there, and I'll have a beer can later.
And they each look very different.
You got an hour
I
left.
do really like this one.
Yeah, do it.
Do we? We don't have an hour left. We got like 40 minutes left.
40 minutes left. Oh, don't do it then.
I do really, really like this beer, by the way. Oh no!
Get white on dark
spilled it.
colors.
I didn't expect it to explode like that.
Opaque white embossing
Oh,
powder.
you like that? Go.
And then I
No, like this.
That looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like that.
Jackie.
That's it. Like that. Yeah.
Come here. Come here, buddy.
Using the opaque powder.
He's tired. Come here, Jackie.
Suck it.
Are the gold, silver, copper, and the white.
Chew on it. Chew on it.
The next ones that we're going to look at are more transparent.
Yeah, you're.
No, he's exhausted.
I know you're exhausted, but we
Come
can
here.
tickle your
I'm
belly
not
and
using
get
the
you.
clear
Okay.
matter.
We're gonna throw you out the door. Just open the door and just toss.
Okay. Well, from this point,
Hey!
The next
Door
sample,
open
we're applying
and
the
yeet.
color and it's the color underneath that becomes important. because the powder
You want to suck on my finger too?
So it's just going to give
Do
it
it.
that shiny effect. Great. Okay, that sounds good. Let's try
What are you
that.
doing? It's your nap time.
Do the baby strings in. I really like these.
I used all of the little colors and inked it all
It's
out.
your nap time too.
And then I can go and make my impression here on the card again.
Good, your mouth. My mouth.
So I get a nice impression from it.
No, I'm trying to learn about stamping.
And the fun part is that it'll stay wet for us so that we can get the clear on. You know, I'm even going to use the crystal. The crystal
Ooh, that sounds pretty.
is like
Oh,
the
look, we're
clear,
doing baby
but it
stamps.
has the sparkle.
That's all
Yeah, I
taken
can
there.
see a little bit
You
of that.
too, puppy dogs.
It's the fine spark.
Time for sleep.
Very fine.
And make sure it'll stick to itself. You just want to make sure you cover the entire surface.
Chester, come on.
Awesome, guys.
You can just press that over there
Sure.
for me for a moment.
No, now I'm covered in Chester. Heat gun embossing time. Make that stuff raise right up. That's what I like to see.
What do we like to see?
Embossing.
Bossing. It's like bossing on a whole different level.
Yeah, we use
Let's
that
all
in
take a nap.
industrial
Oh, I could do it in that.
heat gun.
That's a lie. I really
Not
should.
for another half an hour.
No, I'm not allowed to nap. I'm not allowed to nap.
Because after this, we're watching 4 more
Boy,
steps.
that is quick.
The only chance I... Oh, look, baby. Too late. He's gone! He's gone! He went to
I
bed!
already made that.
I'll show you a couple other things here.
But,
And
yeah.
the rest of these are other things with the
As for
clear
naps,
and
I can't take
transparent
naps.
type
No?
powders.
I'm not allowed.
Look at the difference between
The reason for that... The reason for that
I
being...
use the green
If I take
and
naps, it could ruin what little sleeping pattern I have.
Yeah.
Pretty.
And I
And
just
this one, I use
can't.
clear on
I've worked so hard to get to where I am today.
And come so far.
down through this area.
In the end, don't even matter. I can't sing the actual song properly because if I do, we might get banned. This is where we're at. Remember the internet 10 years ago? Do you remember the internet 10 years ago? This is...
Yeah, it's like a
So many people have gotten so much success over things that would now not.
Experiment and
Kick off.
try different things.
Exactly.
You know that guy who used to push his feet around and
4
do
hour
that,
naps? Holy
do
shit.
that dance?
Do you
where
still
he
work
was-
nights though, Poots?
And
Because man, night shift without naps, I can't imagine. I can't imagine, honestly.
blue pearl.
I mean, then again, I never used to when I worked nights, but that's why I'm so fucked up now, is because
Cow chicken
I
balls
just-
all night.
I couldn't touch them. They smell like shit to me now.
It's one of my
But
favorite colors.
yeah, it was more of a thing where like I would just sleep when I was tired, and it just worked out so poorly. It worked out to a point where now
Color to it, and I wrote
my brain doesn't know when to
I
sleep.
think this is the neatest thing. Can you imagine something like this in the mail? You'd feel
It doesn't help that there was like 10 years before that where I was like, oh, whatever, I'm a kid, I don't give a shit, I'm just gonna sleep when I want.
A new one that has the pink cast. And I had
And I'm
the
saying,
color cube under there.
being a kid staying up all night,
You see how
being like, woo, yeah, party,
sheen to it.
drink wine.
It's just really fun.
Gee, this cask of red wine looks just... Oh, right, I may as well just drink that. No?
And
Does this ring a bell?
No idea.
No, fair enough.
enough.
It was only me. It was only me doing
I
it.
think this had the crystal.
I had no accomplice in the crime.
No.
And then after I did,
You know what the best cure for not having
then
enough
I went
sleep
back
at
and
night
stamped
is?
the things
Sleeping?
that you see in the
Drinking
top.
lots of absinthe in the morning before
That's
you go to school.
not true.
It's
I
true.
can confirm that's not true. I insulted my friends and then passed out in the classroom. I made really deep and hurtful jokes, and then I passed out in the middle of media class.
Good.
Right. If you overheat it, they may
To be fair, yeah, it was pretty
just a little bit. But
No,
I
see,
did that one and it
so
came
the story there is... I told this at your first wedding,
This is-
by the way.
I know.
This is a story I told at your first
I have it
wedding.
on video.
Yeah, there's a video of it.
You have
But,
heat and you can-
We got drunk one night, and I had to go to school the next day, and I just... So I guess the context is, early on in you and I knowing each other, you thought I was trying to sleep with your girlfriend, who eventually became your wife, and then is not now, and then now you're married to someone else.
on there.
Right? That's the context there, is you thought
That's
I
your
was trying...
context. I mean,
No, that is what...
There
you-
was that inclination that she was trying to sleep with everybody, and
So,
that
so, no, so,
everybody
okay, so
also
you thought it
wanted
might have
to
been the other way
sleep with
around,
her.
is that you thought she was trying to sleep with me.
She was, yeah, but like also, you know, a woman tries to have sex with you when you're 16, you're kind of like, okay, sounds
Right.
good. So that's not about your ill intention.
That does make me wonder, were there any moments where I was just oblivious and just like, can we watch the movie now?
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
basically,
I
so
doubt
you
it,
keep
but-
saying that, what you just said, but I always think of it the other way around. Like, you know, there may be that whatever, but I'm sure we can just watch movies instead.
That's right.
Right, but anyways,
I mean, I wouldn't have minded Ruben so much if he came and watched movies with us,
Great idea.
but he didn't. He was
He
an
didn't,
asshole,
no,
and
he
he
didn't.
fucked off instead,
Okay.
and fucked my wife. But you know,
Gorgeous. They're so reflective and
I
sparkling.
mean,
But anyway.
at least Monster watched Sentai with us.
Simple adhesive.
he did. He watched Sentai with us.
You know,
He didn't get it. He didn't like it.
didn't know, but it's a,
But he
it's a
watched
slightly redeeming factor that say at least you feel a little bit
tried.
bad that you'll try.
Application. So what I'm going to do
It should
is
fucking
just
feel a little bit
draw
bad, but anyway.
different things on
But yes, that was the initial thought. And so
Yeah.
eventually it just sort of became
and I'll put the little
Rob
ornaments
trying to get me
on
just
the trees.
drunk all the
I
time
can also take it
and watch bad movies. I imagine part of you was thinking like, eventually he'll be like, I can't drink anymore, I need to go, and I'm not going to watch any more of these shit movies. But I just didn't leave. And eventually
You ended up moving in
I ended up moving in.
and my wife moving out.
we
And we just watched movies.
just did nothing but watch. Well, no, we didn't do nothing. We watched a lot of movies and we drank a lot of booze. We also did a lot of cool stuff.
We went and looked at dinosaur
We went to watch
bones.
dinosaurs and we watched one of those people who does like, you know how you see those like really specific diagrams, like the pictures that people do, like the illustrations of like dinosaurs in their habitats.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. He
We
was a
watched an
paleo
actual
artist.
live demonstration of one of those
He was a
people
paleo
doing one of
artist.
those images. And it
So
was
instead of
fantastic.
just drawing a dinosaur, he did his research. He drew the bones, made sure to leave the space between the bones, then drew how he thought, because of his knowledge of muscles, that the muscles should be attached
So
to those
specific.
bones, and then drew on top of that the skin so it would look right, and then looked up when that dinosaur would have been alive, studied the flora of that time, and then drew
Everything.
the
So
right
specific, down to the
drew the right
very
fancy
tiniest
to it.
detail.
And we sat through a good 2-hour lecture.
2-3 hours of him just drawing.
Yeah, and the thing
We were
is,
the youngest people there by
yeah,
about
yeah,
30
and a whole
years.
bunch of people were there going, so why are you here? And we're just like,
Now, how long
it
can you
sounded
do
interesting.
that before you
And all
have
these
to
people were like
Yeah.
artists trying to learn real professional things, and we were just like,
We were just like,
sound
it's
interesting.
fascinating that you draw dinosaurs the way that you do. Can we please watch?
He was the guy who, if you've ever seen Australian stamps that show the Australian dinosaurs, he's the guy who made those stamps. He was
Yeah.
the artist who did
Yeah, it was that guy.
Yeah.
And because he worked very closely. There's a, I can't remember the guy's name, but there's a
Jack Horner?
paleontologist. No, another one. There's another guy.
Yeah, not Jack Hornet.
Yeah, I don't even
It's
know
the
that
other
name.
guy who discovered Leanolosaurus.
I just knew that wasn't like the name that I remember.
No, Jack Hornet's the guy who was inspired Jurassic Park.
okay,
I
then
got
no.
to see him live, and I think
There's
you
an-
have as well.
I can't remember. Maybe.
Anyway,
But there's an Aussie guy.
Yeah.
who does like all those dino documentaries.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I think he's a raptor specialist. Like he specializes in the raptor sort of thing where like there's those Australian ones, the blind ones.
Leona Lasora.
Whatever it's called. There's a guy who like specializes in that.
She's not blind. She's got big eyes.
No.
They're very easily.
Well, yes.
Yeah, and if you want
Because we lived in Antarctica. and it
Dark
was
times. Dark times, yes. But the point is, like, the blindness was a thing. Oh, we got a follow from C. Colombo. Thank you for the follow.
Colombo.
We're actually, like...
Nearly finished.
Whoa.
We got the Christmas stuff. It's Christmas time.
It's Christmas time, by the way. Happy Christmas, everybody! Woo! I've actually got a whole Christmas thing going on cinema. I have a whole Christmas setup going.
Are you having me over? You said you were gonna.
You can come over for Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
In fact, try this one across the bottom area.
Yeah. Oh, it's not saying we're live. Is it saying we're not live? Uh-oh. Is Fortnite killing the stream again? Whatever, we're just rolling with it.
Yeah, but
What up, C. Colombo?
as long as you can pop up and see, then yeah.
Oh, no, he's just asking. It's like, you are live. Because we're just commenting on the video, so he's like, wait, is this just a...
Oh no, you talk to me, I'll talk back.
Yeah, we will talk back. We're
Colombo,
here. If you
with
see
the
us on
lazy
Twitch...
eye and the big trench coat and figuring things out.
Okay, let me add
Love that.
here.
We have got quite off topic, though. We were talking about dinosaurs.
We've been watching this.
Do we have enough for a dinosaur week? I want a dinosaur week.
No, but we do have that video where Fred
Oh,
Savage.
from Scaploony? Holy shit! By the way, everybody, Scaploony,
Keep adding some more.
that's Skaplony. Follow that motherfucker on Twitch.
Sounds good.
Dude is quite literally like one of the most interesting streamers out there. He plays piano. And like, if you just say, can you play this song? And he'll be like, yes.
That's more talent than us. We just watch old VHS.
We just watch old
on the
VHS. We got nothing. Scaploony has actual legitimate talent. We're just like leeching off the
We're
talent
not
of
even
Stampers.
trying to watch the fucking VHS.
We gave up 2 hours ago, and we're 2 hours and 20 minutes in. So
That's the thing. This is the same fucking video we started watching, but it's 4 videos in.
oh yeah, normally we
It's the
swap
same-
videos 2 or 3 times per stream.
When you're
But
done.
these
But
guys,
Scaploony
they
is the
released
greatest.
4 videos, and they're all the same.
Just a little bit on here. You'll
Scaploony
Same
is like
everything.
actually one of, like of all the streamers I've ever watched. Scaploony
She's putting
is
salt on it.
Oh, salt
and I can move it
to
around.
flavor it.
Yeah, because
Ooh.
delicious. There's embossing fluid, I know.
This Poots, you should know. By the way, I don't know if does this hang down low enough. Can I?
Well, that way, because
No,
if
I
there
can,
is
I can pull this over.
anything crappy
So I have like
left,
tinsel
it'll
here,
stick to your car.
but it's all like Halloweeny tinsel
I have the
instead
same
of
ones.
actual...
I always have to vacuum up jack-lanterns and bats
Now, some
after
similar
Christmas.
things that you
Because
can do
those little
would be
tinsely
taken
bats and
into
jack-lanterns, they fall off that tinsel.
I like my whole thing is just
One of the
like
easiest
I explained it
ways
to
to
you once how it's like.
and you
So
can
you have Halloween month.
pull it.
You get all of October for Halloween,
Some of this thing in Christmas.
November.
but then November is Thanksgiving.
And then I
Fine,
could go
that's
and
great.
put-
We did the food.
December
We did the
though,
microwaves.
right?
December?
Yeah, we did. But just hold on, I'm not talking about themes here. I'm just talking about just generally, like
Jesus.
in terms of being able to do Halloweeny stuff. December is Christmas month, right?
What is she?
What's Christmas about? But a zombie.
Sparkle.
No, that's Easter.
No.
No,
Jesus is still the zombie.
He may
So
be a
it's
zombie.
still
but
about a
this
guy who became a zombie. So we're
Yeah.
still celebrating a zombie on
Sure,
Christmas.
but I
Also,
like-
Santa Claus is a criminal.
He is. He keeps breaking into your house.
And it's Santa, Satan, same letters,
Oh, yeah.
slightly different order.
The
Halloween.
And you can
Do
write-
it, bam, done. That's Halloween times 2. But then, of course, Easter, you get that as well.
The reason I don't like calling Jesus a
I
zombie
didn't
in
answer it
Christmas
with
is because I like the
having
word
And one
parthenogenesis.
idea
Yeah,
that
but that's
I
more
sort
about
of
his birth
discovered
rather
Yeah,
than
which is
his
what-
resurrection.
Which is
this
what-
whole process.
But Lazarus did it
about.
too.
Saving everything all the
Partheno-
time.
Lazarus came back as well. No, Lazarus came back too. So Lazarus is a zombie as well.
All of the
Because of the Lazarus pit, which Ollie was in,
stories,
and
but I could see the little
in the Green Arrow, right? And so did
Sorry,
Tweety.
you know about Green Arrow. You know
And Malcolm
all that
McLaren
stupid
did as well,
shit.
the Black Arrow.
Turn him over
But
and
Lazarus, I don't know the story behind it, but I do know he came back from the dead.
I think Batman used
He's
the
a
Lazarus pit at
zombie.
one point.
as my adhesive.
Well,
and I
Batman's
pressed
probably died a million
an
times. I
area
know
that
Robin's
had
died a few.
pattern.
Which one?
Okay, right on.
Exactly.
Tim Drake?
Exactly. Just
Dick Grayson?
has died. Yes.
Tom?
Probably everybody.
Todd?
Tom Brady's a cheater. He's just a cheater.
Then I can keep going.
I've forgotten the third.
Spooky Christmas only. Yes. And
This is
we actually
other-
have a tree. We have like a little tiny. It's like it's yay big.
Christmas.
The edge of
He's not a zombie because he's alive again. He's not undead, but he came back from the dead, and that's the point. He's
Actually,
undead. He was dead, and now he's not.
You want to
undead.
talk about what he actually is? He's not actually a zombie. He's a lick because he is a
A
magician
ghoul?
as well.
Is he a ghoul?
No, a ghoul is kind of mindful but undead.
See,
But
ghoul
but
for
a
me
lick.
is ghoul for me
LICH.
is the Romero zombie.
Sure, but LICH is a wizard who has
And now
deliberately
I have
brought
some
himself back
interesting
from the dead with
patterns on
magic.
here.
He didn't do it though. His dad did it.
Sure, it was the spell
And
that
so
he
we
cast.
started
Like he's
Stampendous.
part
He
of
didn't
this.
cast the spell though. Jesus
Sure,
didn't
but it was
cast the
this
spell.
magic that brought him back.
This is a discussion
and he's
though. I
full.
like this.
He's full intelligent.
This is Christmas.
We should do this on Christmas, not on Stamping.
No, let's talk about the surgery of stamps.
Oh,
Stamps are great,
man.
and this is exciting and beautiful, but we have an intense
Sure,
discussion going
but the
during
thing
it.
is-
That's more exciting.
My God is so big, so strong,
Sorry.
and so mighty. There's nothing my God
Oh,
cannot
sorry.
do.
Sorry.
That's true.
He's a spirit, the Holy Spirit.
We just
No, that's a different person. That's
No,
God.
that's who's that? Wait, are they not technically the same person as well? Is that another contradiction?
the
there?
Father,
It's
the
like-
Son, and the Holy fuck off. What the hell is going on here?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
This is a
Poots, explain it
fun.
in less than 30 words. Go.
Yeah.
You've
It's
got
time
30
to
words
learn what
or
exactly
less
was
to
in
describe what's going
what
on.
The Holy Book. 'cause
Hey,
God
that's
has
Mushy!
God has a lot to say in His book.
No. Don't do it again. None of that. We'll have none of that. I'm Bob. I'm Bob the Tomato.
Oh. Okay.
God for cock, and this is hilarious.
But a kite has a tail.
Or
The
you can
cock
go back
rose
and
from
just
the dead.
outline things.
Oh, yeah.
A comet has a tail.
Tags, and here's some beautiful
yeah.
Christmas.
And it's a monkey.
It's a monkey. Not an ape.
Oh, nice
I
tag.
don't, so I am an ape.
You put
A
some
ball doesn't have a
glitter
tail,
in
so
it.
it's not a monkey. If it doesn't have a tail, it's not a monkey, it's an ape.
All of these
Father,
things
Son,
are
and Holy Spirit.
special.
Really
So,
That's
but like splitting it together. So the Father is God, the Son is Jesus. What's the Holy Spirit?
Yes, I got another one.
Whiskey?
Okay, this is
Put your hands
Whiskey.
in
It's
the
whiskey,
air.
right? Or is
Oh,
it gin?
yeah.
Is it gin?
Done. You can see
Get
Oh.
ready for
Cards,
God.
fuzzy areas.
Put your hands in the air. Oh yeah.
Not anymore.
Get ready for God. Jump up.
Throwback.
Jump left. Jump right.
Fuzzy,
Jump
yeah.
left. Put your arms around me. Everybody scream.
Several different.
On there.
Yeah, let's put
It is
some more
throwback,
on.
but a throwback that I probably
Some
shouldn't be
green on the
referencing
cactus.
because of the wishes of the people
And
in
we've
it.
got
No.
blue. We can use
Spaghetti,
the
meatballs,
blue
bolognese sauce. The only real
blue pen,
true.
or
No,
you can-
what you? No, hold on.
Oh,
Replace meatballs with
Which
cheese,
one
and
was
you've
that?
got me.
Something
Just
like
put
that.
meat in the sauce.
Yeah.
Put
Bolognese
meat
sauce
in the
should
bolognese
have beef
sauce,
in it
and then just
anyway.
put cheese instead of the meatballs, and
Well,
you've got me.
can we-
You've got
can we-
me.
Put some of
Can we
this
swap
up
the
here.
spaghetti for lasagna
No.
sheets?
You can't.
Because that's in the fridge.
That's true.
Yeah, spread it all the way around.
The Holy Spirit was Jesus' gift to the world. Ah.
Okay, and then another one.
Do you
is
see,
that
Columbo?
use the
Where have you
brush
been?
on this
We've
one.
needed you.
Yeah, he's figured it
You're
out.
explaining the
That's
situation
what
to
Columbo
us.
does.
Area on here.
He figures it out at the end.
God damn it!
Quick.
This is a good episode. It's the worst episode ever,
know-
but it's the best episode.
You know what
ever.
I've noticed? Via our last, was it 7 or 8 episodes? What are we up to? 12? 12 episodes.
12.
Jesus Christ, we've done a lot.
Okay,
You know what I've
got all the
noticed
blues
is
on there.
we
They
shouldn't
use a
start at
sheet
8:30 in the
again,
morning. We should
cats
start
all
around
over.
10 to
Why?
catch people.
Here.
Because that's when people start talking.
You're right. It is about 10 to 11 that people start talking.
It just means that we'd have to go later in the day.
Oops, is that too much?
Which I
Won't
don't
matter.
want to.
Yeah, why would you want to do anything that gets us views? Ugh.
It's more I'm so past caring about it. It's.
Around on there.
Look,
Okay.
she's
Now,
doing
if I
that
close
thing with
it,
the...
Can I gift this guy
I
a
can just
sub?
give some
Yeah,
general
maybe.
Do I know how to do it?
I don't know.
Can I do it?
I can't
I don't know if I can do it.
Gray or a little bit.
No, I can't really. No,
Gift the
I
sub.
can. I can
Okay.
afford it. I still have
Now
money
I
from
can
my
take
Twitch
off
pay.
You're not going to get Twitch pay.
excess on here.
$8.99. No, okay. $8.99 is a
I tell you,
lot.
yeah, I pay that
Holy
every freaking month
shit.
just so you do whatever I say.
What? You could unsub and I would still do it.
I'm thinking about
Just put it back in the
upsubbing
jar
Chris.
later.
Okay.
He doesn't do shit anyway.
Okay, So on this one,
Hasn't
you can
streamed for a
still
while,
see
has he?
Busy.
some
Yeah,
of the
he's just so
design
busy and he's not doing no
and then
reviews and
other
stuff. I'm like,
areas on
you got a
the-
job. You
Works.
don't need my $20 a month.
Kind of brush off some more
Chris
of the green like
works.
that on the
He's got a job.
sand area. But
One
isn't
day I'll
that
get a
kind of
job.
fun look to it?
Yeah.
Really
Unless this
Look at
takes
that.
off.
As long as you're doing stuff, I'm not gonna
Totally
upset.
different than
But Chris has stopped.
anything
And I'm
else
like,
you've done so
yeah.
far. It's now it
not
comes
sure I
in these
need to
little
be
jars,
supporting
and they're
that anymore.
really just
Yeah, I'm going to expand my channel, by the way.
yeah.
It's,
yeah?
No, it hasn't always been $8.99. I guarantee that it has not always been that much. When I first converted it, it was way less. $8.99 is a lot.
That's too much. A month.
We found we
Yeah,
You
that's-
can get like Netflix
kind
for
of
that.
idea.
Well, the thing is, with what's left in my PayPal account, I will probably buy a hard drive. But if I paid $8.99, I probably couldn't
Just
afford a
putting it
decent
on the,
one.
on the sticky side of the stickers.
Just what you did with the foil.
Sticky side of the
Stickers.
stickers.
Flocking.
So sometimes you might put these pieces onto a card, or you could use them to do punching.
I love how they've got
and
pre-made
punch little fuzzy
pieces.
stickers.
Yeah, we
It's-
learned about that last video. She keeps them all in
No,
the
it's cool.
folder.
I'm just saying, it's
No,
cool.
you were in the toilet because Tori and I were talking about how she's probably got a really organized craft room.
But these
With,
are
like,
If
drawers.
Tori had a craft room, that is what it would be like.
With
If I
drawers
had a
and
craft
that-
room, it would be like if you
this
just
room.
you have to go through this whole fucking
Like
drawer
all the
to maybe
cables.
find part of what you need.
You could
like
put
the
a little
cables in this
stamp
room.
inside, some-
It should be closer to $7. You're right, but Twitch is just stupid. So just VPN it to US if you're gonna sub. And oh look,
Well, that's
but
neat.
Tori, you gifted to the wrong like
that we were
Milsheen.
really
Wait,
disappointed a little bit that we
Yeah,
couldn't
Milsheen
use
doesn't
the
have a sub
stamp
either.
itself to flock
What?
the image area.
Since when?
And
I
so
should probably
Janine
give
discovered
Milsheen a
real
sub.
interesting thing here.
see Colombo, welcome by
I
the
thought
way.
he's been sub for
Hey,
years.
thanks to my wife for
Flocky
gifting you a
powder
sub.
with the clear embossing
No, Milsheen is
Wow.
not
And
working.
so
I'm pretty sure at the
this
moment.
way-
That's okay.
So I completely understand. I mean, even if he was working, I'd understand why.
That's
No.
the clear
Yes, my
powder
wife
and
gifted you a
rose
sub
color
because she's
flocking.
crazy.
And I did some on here already, and I'll
Which
do
means the
another
baby's
one
asleep.
So that you can see.
Oh.
She's in a good mood because the baby fell asleep really easily. That's what that
That's
means.
because I tied him
So
out
on
with
this
my fingers.
area,
He chewed on me too, man. Like
already
he is
stamped
just crazy at the moment with that
the
chewing.
pink and
He's
put
probably going
the
to start
color
teething, which is
flock
He
going to
will
be the
start
worst
teething
thing
soon, I think.
in the world for you.
Oh, Tori gonna give sub too. Your Twitch
So I'll
Prime
take this
disappeared.
happy anniversary stamp
Oh,
here.
no, that's fine. Who's Cutie Pie? Is Cutie Pie
Apply
actually
some
cute?
blue
Oh, Chris is here too.
Color cube. I like the way the color cube.
Yeah, there's been a weird thing. Twitch is just broken today. Just ignore Twitch because it's broken today.
so
What's up, Chris? Yay! I'm
Hi.
gonna drink this beer.
You have to do some
You better
mixing
finish
first.
it
Okay.
because
Okay.
we've only
For
got like.
this one, I wanted
20
to do
minutes left of the
something
video.
weird. So what I'm going to do?
Then why don't I just finish it now?
Well, you better go get two more.
You said you better-
Magic formula.
I gotta pee anyway.
Because I wanted another one. That's why I said it.
God damn it! I'll be back.
Spoons here. Okay, I'll take one
Spoons.
spoon of the blue.
She's using spoons for stamping. Measuring spoons. Measure it properly. Oh, she got it on her thumb.
I'll put that in my empty jar. And to that 1/4 of
You
the
test all those
flocking,
things.
I'll use 1/4
Break all the hard drives
embossing
and
powder.
programs. Whatever you do.
Okay.
Embossing powder. Oh, there she's mixing it together. Watch out, it could catch on fire. You mix all these chemicals and not know what you're
Custom
doing.
mix.
And then shake it. Shake, 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 shake it, shake it.
I just want to point out that the beer you brought for this that
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you
Now,
know about this?
Yeah.
now I'm ready.
is the best one. So
Let me
far.
put a little more on.
What,
In my
so
opinion.
far as in like all the ones that I've brought over?
All the ones you brought over.
Oh.
This
Now I'll
this
stamp
Fathom
on here.
IPA
I quite like
And
the
because it's
the
still
heavier
wet,
is
pirate life.
absolutely my favorite.
The only reason we got the lighter pirate life was because it was way freaking cheap.
Yep.
Of course.
But the heavier pirate life isn't that expensive, and I like that.
Oh no, it wasn't bad, not at all. But this one is just. I mean, I love Old Speckled Hen,
To the top.
Yeah, fair enough.
and that was along those lines.
All right, next time I'll bring over a stout.
I hate coffee
Yeah, I'll bring over a stout next time.
so much, but when there's sort of a coffee-ish taste in beer,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
oof.
Meanwhile,
give me-
you know I try to get drunk real quick, which means I bring over heavy beers.
yes.
But
And you want to tap out.
beer can
tap off
is just
all
so
the
freaking
excess
nice.
again.
Beer can is a staple of
And the embossing powder in there is
Like,
gonna
just
seal it.
Now this is
going
really
to the cinema and
different
drinking
from
for me.
what
It's become a thing where it's like
Okay.
the taste of it is associated with seeing a good movie.
Hell yeah. Like Houseboat Horror.
Dude, that's
Monster Fest is back on this year, and I'm like, I don't know
Boots,
if I
if you're
really
still
wanna
here,
do
Crate,
that.
if you're still here, by the way. Houseboat Horror is happening. Yeah, it's happening in their Discord. I'm going to put on Houseboat Horror, make them watch it.
Can I be here?
Just get their link.
Or on
I'll
the
get their link
Discord
for you.
or
I'll get the
whatever?
invite. I'll get the invite for you. You got to join their
Just
server.
gotta tell me exactly when.
The
so I
Crave
can put
Classic
aside
server.
for it.
You can get in
Get
there.
it fuzzy.
Oh, that's
On
neat.
there.
Oh, it is. It's
fun?
fuzzy.
It's all fuzzy.
I like that.
No,
I
it's.
would've liked that.
Chris is like, sorry to relegate you to the background while I
I'm
do
gonna show
a
you
lot of
a few more
testing.
examples.
Like, oh, jeez. Fuck you, Chris.
Yeah,
Jesus. Fuck you, motherfucker. Why
You
would
should-
you ever
you should
want to try and
quit your
make
job.
money, you piece of shit?
You should quit your job
That.
and
Quit your job, move down to Geelong and
be
just join
creative and join the sub genius.
Time.
Here you did the hair.
Adding.
Clouds.
Oh, there's no Santa Claus guys everywhere.
I called that.
You pressed all the buttons though. We're not streaming anymore.
What?
I'm kidding.
Don't do that.
Fabulous.
Don't do that.
I want to show you.
Oh, there it is.
Quit your job. Embrace the slack.
Show you these
Embrace the
samples
slack.
here, and then we'll explain how it works. You won't
Okay.
believe how interesting these can be here.
Nah, don't quit your job until you're living with Milsheen.
Because
So this is what we have here.
embroidery.
Yeah,
It's
show.
ashamed.
Are you going to show them what I did?
Whenever you Poots, tell me a day. This is Houseboat Horror on DVD, and this inside
And it feels like
is some
Like a fabric.
signatory.
Serious signatures, and don't you go claiming anything for that, you weirdo.
hold on.
I pushed for most of those. I mean, you were standing next to me, but I'm the one. You're like, we got to get the musician as well. I don't know who the fuck Uncanny X-Men are, but we went up. Both of us.
Well-
you were there. It's fine.
I
But,
was
oh my
there.
god, I felt like shit asking for all those.
What? They were standing there waiting, and they were excited to sign it.
Those
Except,
guys were.
I will say.
But
I
the
will say.
Uncanny X-Men.
The
That's the good signature on them.
Yeah. So
We had to get him as
Brian
he was
Mannix,
living.
he
Mannix.
was just like, why do people care about? Like even in the interviews beforehand,
It
he
seemed
was
like
just
he
like,
was getting paid a lot
what's
to be
going
there
on?
while everyone else wasn't.
he didn't get it.
Yeah.
He didn't get it.
oh, without it being so
Yep,
cold.
and I stopped him as he was trying to fuck off as quick as he could and got his signature on that. I don't even know who he is until later. I went, oh, okay, these guys were pretty big.
Even when busy, Chris likes his job, by the way.
So that you can
Good.
But yes, name a time, Poots. Name a day.
Yeah, I'll be there. Fuck it, I
Oh, I see
love.
what you mean by
We'll make it work.
color
We'll make it
I
work.
love me some houseboat horror.
really shows up.
Busy is much better than bored. Agreed. Has to be on a weekend. No, dude, I'm so down for a weekend. That's perfect.
Waterboarded, more like it.
Name a time and date.
Can I try one?
So,
of those
like,
colors?
no, in fact, just name a day of the week and then a time of day, including your
Do you want me
time
to be
zone.
here or at home over Discord?
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
It just because
cool
whatever
either
works.
way.
Whatever works.
And it
depends on the day
doesn't
and the
matter
time.
what you put
It'd be
on, does
even
it?
funnier
If
if we
you
could
put
get
more
Because I do
internet
know
at
that
the
we've
actual
done-
lake
We've done.
and do it while we're at the
We
actual
watched,
lake.
as I said, I've told you before how we've watched. Yeah, I would love that. But we've watched. We watched, as I said, we watched the American Werewolf duology, the
London
Paris
and
and
Paris,
London.
yep.
Yeah,
How about
They're
some
of
good
London
movies.
and Paris and that.
Oh,
Well, Paris was pretty fucking awful.
Yeah, but
It's fun, but it's awful.
Rick Baker won awards for
lots
the
of
first
hands
one.
going.
Yeah,
in.
well, he had nothing to do with the second one. I'm
That
pretty sure,
live
so.
action transformation.
That first one was fantastic.
Robotics. Yeah.
That whole movie is brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, over
Good
here, I'm
old
making
Rick
it kind of thin. Will it
But Poots,
still-
I'll happily work Houseboat Horror into your schedule. It doesn't. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
You got to get it drunk first.
Okay, let me do.
She'll just do it. She'll just get drunk. I'll just,
Not a variety of
you know,
colors.
I'll
You
just be
gotta
like,
work it
hey,
in slowly.
hey, this is the perfect time for you to get drunk. You should just have some brews.
Okay, now we
Yeah.
need some heat.
Speaking of which, I have to start a new brew. So maybe I can't afford a hard drive, so I gotta buy more beer.
Smooths out a little bit, but
Listen,
I actually like.
Are
the
you
effect
asking
that
me
I
to
get it
sponsor you
here.
or sponsor you?
No, I'm not asking you to sponsor
I'll
me.
buy
I'm
you
saying
beer.
I need to.
I'll buy you beer anyway.
Okay, so
I need to
now we
buy a
have
new brew. I need to buy the.
Every time you say you're making
ingredients.
beer, it's really exciting, and then you drink it all before I get here.
No,
Oh
because
my
I threw the
goodness.
last two batches out because they fucking were
Make
disgusting.
gravy! I still have your pumpkin gravy in my fridge. I eat it every
Yeah,
time I
get
make
back to me,
anything
Poots. Whenever
gravy-ish.
you are down.
You just tell me, you want me over remote, or you want me to sit next to Pete while we watch it? Because we've had a lot of
Just when you
experiences
heat
with
it,
this movie.
it just- it
Even though we
lightens
weren't
up a
part of the
little
original
bit, but
kind
not
of
a whole
boom movie.
lot.
Weren't we?
No, because
Is there an actual boom of it?
yeah, back
Is
in
it a
the
boom?
80s.
No, we were. No, we
there when
were
it came
because it
out.
came out in
on
'91.
there.
Yeah.
Isn't that a kid?
Oh, did it?
That is
Yes.
too
So
long.
We
we're
didn't watch
actually
it in '91. We watched it 10 years later.
That is-
Fiasco is the boom of it.
Rubbery.
Okay.
It does. It
I
does.
feel because I feel like
Texture to
it has never had its
For more rounded
Full
floppy
samples
look,
that I
allow
had.
liquid actually to
After
dry
I
for at
threw
least
them,
8
I went
hours
back
before
and
heating.
About 8 hours.
with the Prisma.
That's
Yeah.
a long time.
Glitter
Can we
and
just go
stuff.
full?
And shimmer dust. Look at it
All
shimmer.
down in there. Didn't even need any glue.
Can we put it in front of the air conditioner or the heater and call it a
Yes.
day?
Look at
Can we
that.
put it into
That
your
is
beer brew and then
wonderful.
drink it?
Yes.
And here's another one.
Can
where
I
it
put?
looks like
Is
snow.
there actually a thing that says I can't put glitter in my homebrew?
No.
Is that dangerous?
You can buy edible
Let me
glitter.
put a little bit of
You
white
can buy it
on
with glitter.
here.
I'm putting
Yeah.
that in my next homebrew.
Yeah. Then you can have glittery poop.
And
I
again,
want
can
glittery
just
poop.
kinda
I'm fine with
draw
glittery
and
poop.
paint
You
with
see
it.
this stuff she's
The
putting
only
on?
time I'm not
It's-
okay with oddly coloured or textured poop is when I'm not expecting it.
It
Keep
sticks.
this first.
This stuff sets
I'll show you.
clear, so it's okay. Sorry, I'm still kind of paying attention, even though
I've been
you're
paying
going
attention too.
way off topic.
It's so
It's snowing.
There's a
But
giggle.
as I said at the start, like
There's a giggle
I
there.
have another.
absolutely, these girls, they just
Let's just
Do you want to
filmed
move?
the whole thing.
Do you want to
in
move
one
our
go.
show to 10? By the way, do you want to do that?
No, because you said that Tori gets
Wanna do
home at
the
a
honors?
particular
Sure.
time and you don't want that. But
Just
I
jump
would
right on.
if it's
Well,
better for
no.
the
So here's the thing:
audience.
is the way that it's working once Tori goes back to work is I think on Wednesdays Jackson is going to spend time with
That's
Isn't that
gorgeous.
wild?
Yes.
his nana,
What an effect.
Okay.
which means
See
Boy,
that?
that really
Tori will
shows
go
up
pick
too,
him up at
doesn't it?
3.
It's just so
and she'll
stunning.
spend
To
time
four.
there.
And in a matter of
well, it doesn't matter
minutes,
anyway. If we start at
So that sort of
10,
finishes on a fun
Well, we're probably
note
done by
there with
1.
Snow.
As you have seen,
If you want
so
to
going
move it,
forward, we can do
much
that.
more than
No,
just
it's
your hands
yeah.
put
See,
its
Nanny's
stamp
going to take him once she goes back to work on the Wednesdays,
if you want to move
which could
it,
be mid-January-ish
I'll
to
I'll
February.
quite happily
Cards
move it
that say you
because
care.
it doesn't
No,
matter to
that,
me.
I'm just
cool all
wondering
day.
what you think about it.
Dynamic and fun
I mean, I
world
think the
of rubber
video's
stamping.
over. We can talk
Perfect
about
your
it.
skills and let
I
your
think that
imagination
nobody
we've hit the
really.
end.
Yeah,
This is one of those times where I'm like, I wish this wasn't the end.
You want to put in the hour-long basket video? I can tell you a
I
little bit
would
about it.
rather wait with that one, I think.
Yeah,
because
put
I
it with the
think
magical
we
sponges.
could probably get some baskets and decorate it.
Even if we don't, we'll just put
And
it with
then
the
I will
magical
send my
sponge.
basket to Poots and Crade and be like, this is for you guys.
Look at that bright colours.
It's so beautiful.
We could always put in keeping ourselves safe. That's what happens when you get drunk and want to keep watching stuff.
What's
this is-
keeping ourselves
You
as
see,
safe as can be?
the thing is,
You know, I
last
do want
week-
to test if that tape still works. So if you want to keep going,
Last week, I'm happy to sit here, but last week and this week, we've gone to the end of the show at about midday, and people have only just come in like an hour, and they're still watching.
yeah. So that's what you brought that up, and I was like, oh well, if we move to 10:30, then we're done by 1:30, and that seems like a time where people can actually watch.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah?
I think starting from next week, we should push it back a couple
Alright.
hours.
I'm cool with that. I'll run over a little bit later. Although,
Only downside if it's really hot, then that'll be terrible for you to walk over.
honestly, I don't give a shit. I'm cool. Honestly, I'll probably still be sitting across the road at 8 o'clock. Because that's what I do. I get here early. I walk in the house after sitting across the road for half an hour to an hour. Because I'm just that... Look, I
get it.
I have bipolar. And my bipolar pushes me to when I'm excited about something. No, but you're asleep and there's
You realise we
puppies
leave the
running.
door unlocked?
I do. But I just do it anyway. I just
Because
sit
you're
there.
coming over.
I
The
know.
only time the door is unlocked is because you're coming over. It's not anybody else who gets that.
But the bipolar pushes me to get overly excited about things
It's
and
fine,
try to
though.
take over.
You're trying to justify it. I'm just like, whatever, it's fine with me.
And when I'm on my
The more work
downsides,
you do,
I
the
just-
less work I have to do. And therefore,
Give me access to your YouTube. I'll
Okay.
edit everything down. I'll put fucking thumbnails
I will
up.
just,
I don't give a
I'll
shit.
give you my password and you can have it. I don't give a shit.
You can just add me, I think.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
How do I do that?
You just find me and add me to your
Cool.
approved users of stuff.
Yeah, see, baby's always awake at about 5:30 to 6. And if Tori doesn't want to go to bed,
I've come over
told
a
her
couple of times
at
when
5
Tori
to
hasn't been up, and I
5:30.
feel kind of bad for it.
No, she's probably been awake, or she's in the baby's room, or she's in the lounge room with him being like half asleep.
There was a couple of times when she was still in bed and the dogs came out of the bed.
Oh, right, so I would have been awake at those points then.
You were, yeah.
Yeah, so that's fine. She can deal. Tori can go back to sleep like it's
can't.
nothing.
Yeah, Sam wakes me
You
up.
can!
No, Sam wakes me up at 5. I can't go back to sleep.
Oh, it's 5. Yeah, 5's normal people waking up time. Alright, we're going to test out to see if keeping ourselves as safe as can be
Just
actually
put it in.
still
It's not
works.
part of the episode. This
No,
episode's
it's-
kind of ruined
the episode,
anyway.
The
because
episode
we had
was
20
ruined by
minutes of
fucking
nothing.
Fortnite, so we may as well test our tapes.
You know what? You should rewind it. Just press play again. We'll watch it again.
Oh, fuck that. Alright, but where do I put the tape? I really need to pee again.
Are you handing me this because you want me to take it home and put it under my garage again?
Yeah.
Cool. That's cool. I can do that.
I should also preview, I guess, if I find it while I'm looking to where I put it.
What are you doing? Rock hard abs. Oh yeah.
That's one that I have watched before.
Our
That's the one
wedding.
we can't watch that on stream.
Whose wedding is this? Is this mine?
No, that is my parents' wedding.
I want to watch this now.
Again, I will ask them, but I have a whole thing about that where if someone specifically says do not watch this, I would rather us not watch it.
Well, ask. I would like you to ask because I think that would be really fun.
But again, there's a whole story behind that where like you've got to wait until about New Year's.
That's fine. That's fine.
Before I even have that conversation.
Hey, we've got plenty of other things to watch in the meantime, but I would like you to ask. I saw that you had a Matt's tape at one point.
Oh, what? Sorry,
Matt.
Oh yeah.
Ask.
I need to ask him permission.
Ask.
I'm not.
I don't want you to
putting
just
that
do
on.
it. I want the permission.
I
And
do not
you
want to
ask.
watch anything where we like. I don't care if the company that made it bans us. It's a big thing where I do not give a flying fuck about that. But, shit, this was the one, right?
Yeah. You just put it down, you drunk frick.
I'm just paying attention to everything else going on in the room. I also need to pee.
Do it. Keeping ourselves safe.
This is
This
my
isn't
favorite.
crafty. What are we doing? You're breaking the things. Just hanging out. So when are we going to do the 24-hour stream of us watching Words of Praise and stuff? Why you give me the... Why is it not working? Fast forward. Did you break the tape? What's happened here? That night. Is it not rewound, you butthead? Ah, you didn't rewind it. Come on. Be kind. Rewind. What a jerk. Keeping ourselves safe. This isn't crafty. We need to do crafty things. You just don't get it. We're supposed to be watching crafty things. What am I drinking? Well, at the moment it's called beer can. You didn't rewind it, you jerk!
It didn't rewind.
You
No, I could have
asshole.
sworn I had rewound it.
Beer! Beer can.
Beer?
Yeah, that's, was it Moondog? Is that what the beer's called? Moondog?
I
By
crushed the
Beer
can. I can't tell. I think it was Moondog though.
So right now I'm drinking Moondog can. It's broken. It's a tropical lager, but before that we were drinking something
Yes, Moondog.
called Fathom, which is from California, but before that we were drinking something called Pirate Life.
So
Which is-
Pirate's Life was the first we had.
Yeah,
Pirate's Life,
that's
South
local.
Coast Pale Ale.
Yeah, it's local.
It's from... Does it say on the side here? Kind of doesn't brag about where it's from, which tells me it's probably from WA or NT. And then after that we had...
I feel like I've drank too much because the chat is asking me what I drank.
Fathom IPA from Ballast Point Brewing Co., which is San
In
Diego,
California.
California.
Yeah.
Alright,
We can press play
let's
on
try.
this.
Yes, press play. Let's see if it works. Because it fucked up last time I tried to play it.
Yeah, because you didn't rewind it.
No,
that's
I
why.
rewound it. But then
No,
what
it's
would have
broken.
happened is I pressed play and gave up on it and turn off the TV and it played to the end.
I don't believe you.
I'm
too drunk.
100% positive that
100%
happened.
drunk.
Because I tried it twice and it didn't work. And I
There we
would
go.
just press
Look,
play and cracked
Pete and
it.
Penny, keeping ourselves safe.
I'm so glad this tape still works.
Why?
Of all the tapes we've ever owned, this is my favourite.
You've got a thing. You know what I wish? I wish that all our beers could be California.
Someone from California send us a lot of beer.
I wish they all could be California.
Yeah. Oh.
I wish they all could be.
You know what I wish?
Beers.
I wish
they all could be California beers.
I wish we could have a national bohemian.
Don't get that reference.
Because that's older than the reference you're making.
Sorry. I'm making the reference that Milchin reference.
What is Mushin reference?
As can be. You wish they could all be Californian. He's making a Beach Boys reference.
Oh, well, so I don't know the Beach Boys that much.
Neither do I.
Honestly?
I'm only making the reference.
I
that he-
barely know the Beach Boys.
I kind of want him to fall off a roof and break his guitar on them.
I'm glad we're reliving this tape.
I think
Can I
we should
just say
relive
that?
this tape every time we get drunk.
This is my favourite tape that we own.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine's gonna come alive.
No, it's this. Absolutely.
Because I'm in love
100%
with
this.
her. She's beautiful.
She's beautiful.
And she doesn't want to be referenced. I keep talking
Well,
about
yeah, and I think it's the one Beach Boy that was friends with Charlie Manson
safety.
was the same guy who was an alcoholic.
The cool thing about this...
Grow my beard out like this guitar guy? Just, wait. My hair out. Oh, sorry. Why did I read beard? I don't have curly hair. My hair's not curly enough.
The cool thing about this is
My brother has curly hair.
I was a safety house when I was growing up.
I wish Safety House was still a thing, because I feel like this house here that we live in would be the perfect safety house.
Every time I would see a safety house sticker nowadays, I'd just automatically assume that they're a pedophile now.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's a big bad thing. But
It's
at
a
the
big
same
thing
time,
that happened.
with living with him that one time, we've told the story on this particular series before.
With my safety
I'm
house
happy to talk about it. We've got 16 minutes to talk about it.
Weird shit.
But there was that lady who just came through the back door one day, and my whole memory of that situation, I'll tell again, I'm pretty sure this is the exact same way I explained it
Go
last
ahead.
time. But I'm going to explain it the way that I saw it, and you can feel free to rebut with the way it happened for you.
Yeah.
But for me, I was sitting there watching Geki Ranger.
Geki
It was
Ranger.
either Geki Ranger or Deno. Either way, we
was
watched both at the
Geki.
same time. Which, by the way, I have to add as a disclaimer there, I missed the point where the 2 new Rangers come in because you got me so drunk I passed out.
You
and
need
then
to
I
watch Geki
went
Ranger?
back and watched
Can
that
we do it
middle
on
point.
stream?
I wish.
If I get it on VHS?
I wish. I would love to, but no. I will watch it one day. But anyway, so we're watching Geki Ranger. It's the early point of the series. It's when he's just sort of still obsessed with the fact that his boss is a giant cat.
Cat. The Amazonian George of the Jungle
Yes,
Tarzan guy.
he's an Amazonian kind of guy. He's grown up in the jungle. Single guy, maybe. And we're watching this show, and suddenly there's this woman standing in the doorway. And my first reaction is just like, who the fuck is this? Because I'm so used to random people
You were just
walking.
waiting for me to make pie.
Well, you were making pie as well, but at the same time, the whole situation was just like, oh, there's some person I don't know. How do they fit into the equation?
Yeah, you were wondering.
You know what I
if they
mean?
were
Like
family.
it's,
Or,
yeah. It's not a. This is a random person, but turns out it was a random person who was just running away from somebody, right?
Yep,
and
that's right.
And yeah, her brother was it? No, her boyfriend.
Her boyfriend was beating on her,
Her boyfriend was beating the shit out of her, and she eventually just cracked it and ran away.
but she was so scared that she kind of randomly ran into people's houses and.
No doors were open.
Yeah.
And she eventually just found a door that was open,
Which is our backyard.
Mum said I had to
Because
watch
my
for a
backyard was
big
huge at the time.
which is the best place you could possibly run. If you're in danger, no one's running into the house with all the gothic statues and the scary stuff in the front yard.
Spooky house.
No one's running there. So So if you're ever in trouble, that's where you go.
Look for the weirdos.
Look for the weirdos, because no one's going to the weirdos' house.
Because Mister-
Have you seen? Never mind. That's what you're getting.
We are the weirdos around here.
You see what I mean? But yes, so
do you want, Kevin?
basically what happened was we're sitting there and this lady just appears in the door and she's like,
Has a 1
and
in
this,
front of the 4.
I can't really describe how
Makes
the
it a 14.
actual house was set up,
Now,
but
don't worry.
she had to
I'll
walk
put you
all the way
right.
through the back
You'll
door,
get
so we've heard the door
no trouble at
slam.
all.
Oh,
Because
she walked past me because I was in the kitchen. She decided to stand in the lounge room door after I said it's okay, you be here. That's why she was there. She was waiting.
but anyway, yeah, so she came in,
Waiting for me to make pie.
and then she was talking about how she was getting beaten by, again, I don't remember specifically what it was, but I'm assuming it was her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And it's this random lady, and there was a guy living with us at the time, which was it Ty?
It was Ty.
It was Ty. It was Ty at the time, the guy called Ty, and he was just freaked out. I don't know who this lady is, I'm leaving, bye, and he just retreated.
Locked himself in the bedroom.
Locked himself in the bedroom and was just scared.
And was
Not
sneaking.
Skyrim. Skyrim was not by then.
No, it was.
Oblivion he was playing.
Okay, but he was sneaking behind giants to get more sneak experience.
Okay, so maybe he was playing.
I take out
Skyrim.
It was one of the two. It was one of the
I feel
Elder
like it was
Scrolls.
before
What is your
Skyrim
name?
was. When did Skyrim come out?
Where do you live?
Can anyone tell us a year? Just tell us the year
You think
Skyrim
it came out
out.
recently, but really they keep
No,
re-releasing
because
it
I'm
every
thinking this
little-
is like 2010.
Maybe Skyrim was out then,
2010.
right?
I feel like
Either
Skyrim was
way,
2012.
He was
But
sneaking
maybe
behind
I don't know.
giants.
When did Skyrim come
I
out?
think it came
Clean this
out
up
just
for
as
us.
this was
See for
happening.
yourself.
That would make sense, though.
Mary.
It would make sense. It does sound legitimate
He was
considering
he was
who we're
just
talking
keeping
about.
himself safe.
Cook.
As can be.
Family name.
Cool.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
But yeah, this lady comes in and she's just terrified because her boyfriend is beating on her and she's run away.
There's the name of our street.
And she just comes in and Rob is this motherfucker is like the weirdest person I've
Over
ever
on our letterbox.
because he's just like, you want some pie?
Right.
I said I'm making pies.
Who you
I'm making
are,
little apricot
Where
pies.
you live.
Like, so you see someone you don't know standing in your house and your first thought is, what are you doing here? Rob's first thought is just,
Would you like one of my pies?
you want some pie?
You like my pie?
I'm making pies. Do you want some?
pie. I'm making you pie. No, last time I had your
I'm not
pie,
even joking.
blackbirds flew out and cut up my face. Why do you not like my pie?
It's-
I just told you.
It's not even a thing where it's just like, you know, I'm exaggerating
Safety.
what actually happened. No, literally, like he was just like, "Do you want some pie?"
It's
Like,
a-
you're here now. Do you want some pie? I'm making pie.
I'm making pie. You may as well have some pie.
I don't know whether in your brain you were just like, "Oh well, my wife probably knows this
If
person."
you're lost,
Nope.
Nope, you were just like, "Oh, this is
I knew
random."
that she was a random. Like I watched her walk past my. Because you remember the footpath from my back gate.
I remember.
Walked in front of the kitchen window, so I saw her walk past. I'm
So
like,
she walked that way, the long way.
She went around the long
She
way.
went the long
and I'm
way,
like,
damn.
oh, there's a lady there, and she came in my back door, so I had it open.
Yes,
I'm like-
so the back door was always unlocked.
And,
But the point is, if you went down the left side of the
And
house
she-
as you come in the driveway, that's the quick way.
That
If you go
would've-
to the right side, that's the long way.
Yeah,
so
she
she would have
came
gone
out-
to the right,
Yeah, yeah.
right side if you had seen her through the window.
that's right.
Damn, did she
I-
hang out in the backyard at all, or did she just come straight through?
No, she came straight in the house, and I said hi. What's wrong? And she told me that she was having some problems. So I'm like, you want some pie?
That's
I'm
it.
making pie. I mean, you gotta remember, we were constantly drunk.
We were so drunk all the time back
like
then.
24 hours.
That's
a day.
why, like, see, my recollection of the incident was like, I'm sitting on the couch, she comes in, and I'm just like, huh, and just went back to watching. Like, it was not that
You
big
wanna
of a
watch
deal.
some Geeky Ranger?
Yeah, it was like a, oh, so you're probably someone who knows somebody.
We'll soon find your parents.
No, but I made pie. She didn't want any, but she used my phone to call the police.
And then you got a gift.
Oh
You
yeah,
got a statue,
she came
right?
back about a week and a half later with her brother. That's where you got brother from.
Yeah, see, that's
She
why
came
I was
back
confused with which one was
With her
which.
brother. But the thing is,
It was a witch's witch. Was it
Yes.
the boyfriend or the brother?
but the,
Yeah.
the story about the gift is just as interesting because I was installing the new dragon toilet seat because you
This is
vomited.
the story. Can I tell the story?
Yeah, go.
This is your fault.
Yeah,
this
it
is
is.
your fault.
It's all my fault.
So, we've been drinking together for a while, and eventually he's like, oh, you should just 1-1 me. Like, you can totally go 1-1 with me when we drink wine.
Yeah, why not?
And so I'm like, oh, well, if you say I can.
have two
Because, you know, like, he's my best friend. He's not going to mislead me like that.
Yeah, I am.
Well, yeah, I know that now.
Mum and Dad, and the walls over your head. You know they won't.
So we start drinking wine,
Rain-ups help.
and he goes, I've got these beers, by the way. And what are they called? They're called El Diablos.
El
I
Diablo.
believe.
Yeah.
So you bring over 8% beers right now.
No, they were 12.
No,
You
hold
say
on. I was
8
gonna
because-
say you bring over 8% beers right
Oh,
now.
right now, yeah,
And
yeah.
you act like they're tough, and I see them, and I'm like, oh, 8%,
They're a
okay.
little tough.
The reason for that is because El Diablos were what? Fucking 12, 13%.
12 to 15.
And I had 2 of those, and then we sat drinking wine, watching Geki Ranger.
Yeah.
Hence why I do not know how the new Rangers came into that series. I woke up and there was suddenly a purple Ranger, and I'm like, what? I
It's the
love
same
purple.
colour as the wall of the morning.
But yes, I also the first season of American Horror Story. We watched that, and we watched the end of what was that show called? Damn it! It was the
That's right, Pete. Kicking.
Tell me about it. I'll tell you his name.
it was the shit. It was Mark Hildreth was the guy I know who was in it.
Doesn't hurt.
It was
Sure about it. They wanted to stop.
No, I don't
Shit.
like it.
That may have
shit.
happened to someone you know.
What was it called?
When this happens,
Was
you
the
say, no.
What
the
happened?
concept of the show was it?
I don't like
I'm trying to think because there's a specific thing that it plays off of. Fuck. See now you killed me.
broken.
You killed me and you
We've
broke it.
come to a point where the tangent.
I just remember in the opening shot of the show, there was like a flying machine that they had where they had to pedal the wheels, and it was a Canadian show, and they were the 3 musketeers, but they're descendants of them.
Jesus Christ, I have no fucking recollection of what you're talking about.
Yeah, no shit.
Nice.
I missed the end of that show because
All right.
I remember the actor. Hold on, I can find the
You
specific.
vomited all up the wall. Can
I
we get to
vomited
that?
so much that I vomited into the toilet, but it splashed out so far because it was such projectile shit that it was like
Not just that.
up
but
all
you
the walls.
slipped
And
on
not only
your
that,
own
yeah, I
vomit.
slipped on the thing and I pushed the toilet seat to the right
And it
so
broke.
hard that it snapped all the joints, and I just completely annihilated the thing.
So we went to a
The next,
closing
within
sale.
2 days after that, Rob was just like, oh, well, we should just go shopping. And he's just like, we're driving to Melbourne now, which is an hour
We
and a
went
half
to
away.
a closing sale of one of our friends' Gothic stores that don't exist anymore. Next to the Astor in St Kilda, we bought a new toilet
Wait,
seat.
he just showed her his penis.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. Please
And
stop.
so I got this dragon porcelain toilet seat, which, by the way, didn't last. It was
It did
made
a
of
little
cardboard
bit. Because
on the
I remember when you
inside.
moved into the house you're in currently, you were still using it at that
A
point.
little bit of a slit was too much because the inside was made of cardboard, so any moisture that got
Yeah.
into it made it expand.
It was.
Anyway.
It lasted a while though, considering when you consider it lasted 7
4
years.
or 5, maybe 7 years.
It was 7 or 8 years
Okay.
at least.
So it lasted enough. But
Almost
now
a
the one
decade.
I've got now will last forever because it's made completely of resin. But it was a dragon gothic cool.
Assuming I don't come over and get drunk and snap it.
Don't break it. No, I'll just replace the seat will blast. The toilet may not. The pins may not. But the seat will be fine. So
The dragon seat was cool.
I was I still have it on the back of my house as like a fern display.
I can't wait to bring Jackson over some point and point at it and be like, I put my butt on that. I'm the reason that exists,
Yeah,
and I put my ass on that.
still. Anyway, back to the story.
Sorry.
I was installing the new toilet seat, and she walked in the back door again because she feels like that's the only door that exists. Because no one has a front door if you've walked through the back door before. With her brother, and she handed me.
That's the best part.
She-
She walked through the back door again. She's just like, oh, the
Again.
front door doesn't work, so we're going through the back door.
So she observed that I liked, quote, from her brother,
Gothic
the
shit.
spooky gothic shit. She bought us a dragon with a pentagram that has a little tea candle holder
It's
behind
adorable, though.
it. I
Let's be
still
honest.
have it. It's in my bedroom. It's beautiful. Little dragon. And she said, thank you for letting me ring the police while I was at your house. And
She
thank
had
you
a
for the
good
little
time.
pie.
She had a good
I didn't
time.
understand what Geki Ranger was all about, but thanks for introducing me to your house. And then she left again, and I'm like, cool.
She was never seen again.
and she was never seen again.
If she was in the car,
Probably dead.
It's one of those things where if I saw her, I'd probably recognize her.
I
she
wouldn't.
couldn't get away.
But
Isn't
the likelihood of me ever seeing her again is so low. Because I imagine that as soon as that was done, she disappeared. Like, she probably just went off the grid.
If you didn't. But once she was in the car,
Oh no, Meilin's
there
in
isn't
trouble.
much else she could do.
I don't
know
like it.
something else she should do.
Stop it!
Oh, I
What?
know.
She should tell a grown-up she can trust.
Shit, tell a grown up.
That's the way to keep
That's the
yourself
thing.
safe.
That's the times we live into now where it's like, what is a
That the
grown up
man
you can
doesn't try to
trust?
hurt or frighten
priest.
another child.
You know, true story. I shouldn't say this. I should not
Go
tell
on,
this
do it.
story.
You
But I'm going to tell this story.
This is the extra part. We no one watches
This is the
bit.
part where nobody should ever watch this.
This isn't part of the craft.
No, there was a place that I knew quite closely. I'm not going to say how close I was to this place. But there was a religious human being who worked at that particular place who stole multiple thousands of dollars from that place because they were a priest. I won't say exactly what their job was with that thing. They had been a priest, though.
You need help from grown-ups.
And they were hired on those grounds
Would you like to tell us what you
of being
learned,
trustable because they
Most
were a
grown-ups
priest.
are okay people,
They stole
but us
thousands
kids
upon
have
thousands
got
of
to keep
dollars
ourselves safe.
from this
If
organization.
something happens to us
And
that we
you
don't
didn't get
know,
any in your
we must
inheritance.
tell our parents or someone else
got
we
what?
can trust.
You didn't get any
There
in
is
your
nothing
inheritance.
so awful.
My
you can't
inheritance.
tell
Sorry.
someone about
I don't get inheritance anyway.
I'm making a bad reference to the fact that
My grandfather was a Anglican reverend, so
Yeah,
no,
but that's not
he's
him.
not
It's
left.
fine, it's fine.
If there's any chance he left me anything, it's going to somebody else because I've already told
You've got the
the-
goblet.
all of. I do. I
That's
have
all
the
you
goblet.
need.
That's my favorite thing that I
That's
own.
all you need.
Actually, it's a World War II era goblet. I'd show it, but we don't have time. We've got like 2 minutes left. But
Oh my god, we don't have 2 minutes left. It's done.
well, 2 minutes left till the tape's ended. I'm going to keep going until the tape's over.
Go on,
But
finish.
yes, there was a guy who stole thousands of dollars and moved to like Zimbabwe or something.
Ooh.
Because he was like, oh, I can pretend I'm a priest and extort money. So, yes, no, you can't trust your priest.
Or your parents.
You can... Well, I would hope Jackson can trust his parents.
No, he'll have to come to us.
He'll have to come to Uncle Bat. You know, I'm actually going to hammer that in his head, just like, you can tell me anything, but you can also tell Bat anything.
Good.
The whole point is going to be that Uncle Bat is the one that he can go to with, like, the shit he doesn't want to tell his parents.
I'm
you
pretty
know?
good at keeping secrets.
Oh, dude, don't tell me. I don't want to know. If he trusts you that much, don't betray it.
Good.
Please.
Good.
Even if he has done, like, the worst shit ever.
Because that Springer juice bottle is just there because he had a juice last week. And there's nothing else about it.
Shut the fuck up!
What
Alright.
happened is legal now.
I think that's a good episode.
That wasn't very crafty. We went off topic even with the videos.
Yes, we did. But
No
we learned a lot about
magical rainbow
stamping.
Sponge there. I didn't. I knew it all already.
No, I knew it already. You didn't know about the drawing on the actual
No, see,
thing?
yesterday.
Well, you knew that. Well, in context of that,
Ooh,
then
I like that. Leave that on.
leave the static.
Static.
That's how you know we're watching from actual tape. We're not kidders here.
Even if I do actually record stuff off the internet, I'm going to be putting it on tape, so you'll never know anyway.
No, I'll know. Every single time, I'll know. If it looks new, it's new.
Yeah, no, I mean like new. I mean like I found something old and I put it on tape so I could.
We'll put Colin back on tape so we can.
I was kind
watch
of
that.
thinking at the moment.
When we do our Christian episode, can we do Colin? I want Colin on our tape. I don't care if we get.
You want me to
fucking banned.
zoom in? You want me to zoom Colin? Do you know how much
The
that
way-
would cost?
$20?
Not.
How much? Tell me how much.
I mean, it's
Right now.
It's not going to cost us that much.
How much?
No, it's going to be free. Set up Zoom.
I have Zoom! I literally have Zoom.
Good. So
I
did
did
I.
it for Found Footage Fest. The only reason I got it is because Found Footage Fest was like 2 months ago.
Set it up.
I have it set up.
Good.
Looks like we're talking to Colin next week. Ah, shit. Colin next week? Are we doing Colin next week?
Not next week.
No, we're doing him next
I
week.
tell you how much that fucking video cost me?
Wait, what? What did you do? Alright, next week is Colin. I need the story. No, fuck you. I get next week. Because this was meant
I choose Colin.
This was meant to be my week and Boots stole it. Next week it's my week and I choose Colin.
Oh god. I might not be able to work it out before next week. We'll see.
Well, let me know.
$45.
Shut the fuck up.
I
I'll give you
spent-
$45 right now
I don't care. I mean,
from my PayPal account.
I like the fact that you're excited. No, that's not how much to get him on Zoom. That's how much I spent on eBay to get another copy of that fucking tape. It's in my shed. I was worried when you came over the other day because I had to move it from my fucking lounge room into my shed.
Jesus Christ.
I bought another copy of...
Why did you do that?
Because...
$45? Are you kidding me?
That's with shipping. It's fine. Yep, I bought it.
Did you contact him first at least and say, can you send me a copy?
Yeah, no, but yes, he's in contact. We might be able to get him on Zoom.
I would,
because
if I talk to that man, I will fanboy because I remember him on Play School and I loved him.
During quarantine, he has made a new CD. And he's advertising it. And I've talked to him.
Can we please advertise his shit?
I have already contacted his person, and she said yes. He will give you a Zoom 10-minute interview.
What?
It's a matter of us working it out. I'm trying to work it out.
Work it out, whatever day. If you have to do it on a day that is not OTT day.
I know.
If
we do it on an OTT day, that's going to be a bunch of shit. If we do it on a different day, I'm going to come over.
If we have to delay OTT by a single day,
it's okay.
I do not give a shit. I'm talking to Colin.
I'm going to record it. We're going to come over, pick you up. It's going to be fine. We're talking. Yes, I really shouldn't. I'm too drunk that I'm terrible with secrets.
I'm excited. I'm so excited now.
Yes, there is a possibility
of all the guests ever
that we can Zoom talk Colin. I asked the lady if we can sing My God Is Too Big with him. She said yes.
No way!
He's going to advertise his new album. And, yeah. It's going to be fun.
This is the best day
I
of my
spent
life.
too much money on you, man.
How much did you spend?
I told you. I spent like nearly $45 on that fucking tape.
I will spend...
Don't worry about it.
Whatever you want.
No, I'm good.
To cover that.
And I'm going to keep on annoying the lady, but she seems to have stopped talking to me at the moment because she asked what days are we available, and I told her any time that Wednesday mornings is what we do. And yeah, she's yet to get back to me, but it's kind of like a positive that we can do it. It's just a matter of finding his time.
I want to sing My God Is So Big with Colin. At that point, if I die, I die happy.
But yeah, absolutely.
It is one of the ultimate things, like I would say memes, but memes doesn't really justify it. But one of the ultimate things that has come of like our VHS experience over all time ever, is My God Is So Big. I'm gonna cough during it. I'm gonna do it.
That's why we've been referencing it so much because
every time he says anything about God and I cough, that's the reason. That is the reason.
I organized this 2 months ago. Which is why I'm so annoyed at holding secrets, and I'm terrible at it.
Make it happen!
Yeah, it's happening. I emailed her again this morning. It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of figuring it out.
Whenever they say specifically this is when, that is the week we did the episode.
Absolutely,
I don't care.
Absolutely.
I don't care.
I wanted it to be December for Christmas bullshit, but you know what? Otherwise.
If he's busy, I don't give a shit.
But when we do watch that tape again, because I have the fucking
that
tape
will be
again.
when we do it. That will be when we do it.
Yeah, I know, but when we do, I'm just saying I've got a New Zealand Christian puppet show to watch with it.
Oh, even better.
And a couple other Christian little kids. It's going to be... So last time we did Christian music, this time's going to be Christian kids shit.
Christian kids shit.
And then we'll have more Christian videos later, because it's Christian is just the people that keep on giving bullshit.
They do.
Just so
non-stop.
much fucking bullshit.
I can't
We've gone
wait.
so
That's
off
gonna be
topic
the
with this
best
craft.
episode ever.
That's
And
when
this
you
has
get
been a long
pooped.
episode, by the way.
Because most of it was us going, oh my god, Fortnite ruined us.
Fortnite did ruin us for the first like half hour.
Jerks. And then we got drunk and didn't watch the stamping as much as we should have.
We really paid attention for like maybe half hour all up.
Half an
the
hour
last
of the 3 hours.
3 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah, just chatting. I mean,
Alright,
it is
we
under
should-
the just chatting thing, it's fine.
It is just chatting. We are just chatting.
That's what we're doing.
You know, it looks like I'm pulling my shirt up to
You
make it
doing the
look like
fatty pulls?
I'm actually fat. I'm not buff, so don't look. Don't look at me. Don't look
I've
at
got
me.
my long sleeves on because it's cold today. It's Australian summer, and for some reason it's cold today and raining.
It is. Well, it was meant to rain yesterday, but
It did.
apparently it saved
It's
itself
doing
for
it
today.
all.
But should we find someone to raid?
Yeah, raid Shadow Legends.
Raid. That's the joke.
That's the joke.
All right, we're gonna find someone to raid.
Katobi coming in for the last 5 minutes and missing all of the stamping.
You missed all the stamping. You'll have to watch the whole VOD.
The whole stamping.
The whole thing.
You have to watch it here too because we get banned on YouTube every week.
We're gonna get banned on YouTube for this. No chance we're surviving.
I mean, I've been chatting with her.
Scroll
She seems kind of cool, but she's not the one in charge of the stuff,
Kit Kat's
right?
cool. I like Kit Kat. Beautiful
Um,
Joe. Let's do Beautiful Joe.
It's just Minecraft, man. Isn't
Yeah,
anyone else watching VHS?
No.
We're the only people. We
Maybe.
got a monopoly.
On Twitch, maybe. Yeah, we'll go Beautiful Joe.
Spyro. Oh, I want Spyro.
I like Beautiful Joe.
Okay.
Beautiful Joe's a bro.
Ah, bro.
All right, brah.
Bruh.
We're outie. Enjoy. Oh no, Beautiful Joe.
Good bouncing.
Good bouncing.